audio. Hi guys.
Hello.
No one's downstairs yet.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you
We're
don't
not naked yet.
Yeah, we just got live. We just went live.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We
Yeah,
start
yeah,
live
yeah.
on time.
Yeah.
Regardless
Yeah.
of we're on time.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
stream
yeah.
starts on time.
Yeah.
I also need a water though.
I
Yeah.
will
Me
get
too.
those.
Me too.
Hello
Okay.
all and welcome
Multiple waters,
to
please.
Nat Disaster.
Hello.
We're back. We're in Halloween
I'm blind.
costumes. Except Conlon, wait,
That's an issue.
wait, and
There he is.
I'm fuck you, Santa.
I'm fuck you,
for
Santa.
all those people who are saying it's too soon for Christmas, Conlon's here to say fuck
Fuck
you.
you. It's not too soon for Christmas. It's not too soon to fuck your friends.
What?
Well then.
Whoa.
What do you do on the holidays?
Suddenly I don't want to be
No
a
one
friend.
agrees with that. Yeah, no one's on board.
Wait a second. It's not?
Well,
Gosh.
thank you guys all for joining
Angel?
us on this
Fuck you.
Halloween disaster
Not allowed to sing
special.
Christmas songs. They're
Where's my
inappropriate.
coffee?
I'm
It's
Link,
brewing.
the Disaster Master.
You're welcome for that still.
Thank you.
Listen.
Oh,
It
this is
moved
way
on
too
my
hot for me.
screen.
Yeah,
Trying to drink
yep.
right now.
We're glad to be back after 2.5 weeks.
I'm blind.
Real one.
Pass.
Oh, yeah,
Asia
she's
lost
blind?
her
Thank you.
glasses.
And a pumpkin
Or,
patch.
sorry, Pooh lost her
Ow.
glasses.
I did.
I can't wear this whole stream. I will die.
You will be fine.
You will be fine.
Yeah.
I'm in a whole ass bodysuit.
Yeah,
you
wear
can't
your
wear a
hats,
hat.
you weirdo.
70 degrees,
You're a
guys.
piece of shit.
Needs to be 50.
This is the reason Santa doesn't give a fuck.
I am not
Well-
Santa. I'm go fuck yourself. I'm Saint.
I'm
go fuck
go
yourself.
fuck yourself.
Well, thank you guys for joining us on Sunday.
Santa's
This is
asshole
Wait, we have to
brother.
write on
a
you.
new day.
Fuck you.
Not necessarily
Go
the
for
time.
Deadpool's
Every
here.
single week
Ah.
we're going to figure out what time works best for everybody. 1 o'clock will probably be roughly when we do it, but it might
Yeah.
vary
Depends
from
on.
week
It
to
really
week.
depends on what time I get out of work, y'all.
Yeah, it depends if we're
So-
working, if we have a project going
So-
on.
Like here, I can look
Oh.
that up for next week. Like,
Follow us on social media. Keep up.
Or die.
That's at Nat
Or
Disaster
die.
DND on both Instagram and Twitter. You can also reach out to us on our Gmail if you want to suggest
DM
anything.
me on
send
Instagram, y'all.
artwork, send any type of music to
Hey,
our
have you
Google
posted this
account,
on your
Nat
Insta yet?
Disaster
You need
at
to.
gmail.com.
Because that gives us the most followers.
Do it. Yeah.
Because your Insta has what? You have like 2,000 people now?
Well,
Almost, yeah.
You see, guys, I don't get out of work until 3:30 next week.
Okay, so we're doing 4 next week probably, if not later. Sorry.
like I said, we will keep you up to date on our Twitter and Instagram. Enough of this sword because this is going to become a problem if we try to hold this.
Wait, no, I'm going to put it behind you. Just scoot forward. I got you. I have to take the hat off. I'm about to pass it.
And,
God
and
damn it,
just,
Conlon.
just
Can you
and
last 5 seconds?
shield on my back. Okay.
Oh, well,
this-
Yeah,
that's
it's not
pretty
the sword with the other swords.
cute.
Well,
We have multiple swords. Stay.
we went completely out of order with our intros this time.
Yes,
Oh,
we did.
Thank you.
even do
We are
it?
Nat Disaster, a somewhat
I'm
D&D
Jack.
live streaming group. Just a bunch of idiot friends trying to play D&D.
Who you calling an idiot?
Ooh, he said you
I
got,
can
got no
go
nipple.
home. He said she ain't got no nipples!
Hashtag references.
Well,
Hashtag reference.
as always,
Hey, do
thank
you
you
want
to
something to hit him over the head with?
XX Pulp
Finish.
for his artwork. Thank you to
Don't
Michael
actually chug it.
LaPlante
Don't
for
actually
our
chug it. Don't actually
actual
chug it. Don't
amazing
actually
map.
chug it.
And
Don't
as soon as Conlon is all
Ryan.
set, we can go around and introduce our peoples.
I'm all set enough.
Bad
You
for
can
you.
see my back. I think I'm in frame.
You are in
I'm
frame.
in frame.
I would
I
literally
am
vomit
Bracket.
if I did that.
Same.
I play Bracket.
That's
A paladin, Asimar,
Both.
who has no clue. Well, he has a some of a clue nowadays of what's going the fuck on,
He's learned a little.
but he still has barely clue.
Can't stand
Hopefully, Brian looks good with his 2 swords behind him. He has Bracket's sword
Hey, do
and
we
his
have
own.
chat on?
Yeah.
My
Chat's-
friend is watching and she can't type anything.
Chat should be
Chat's
on
open.
if you're watching
weird.
and you, for some reason you can't type. Chat's on. It's worked the last fucking 12 streams.
Maybe try if you can
Control
hear this,
Alt
April. Maybe just try refreshing the stream.
Yeah,
that
refresh
might
the
help.
stream and see. Tell us if we have any audio issues because we're not sure yet.
Taco
That
Bell
too.
sponsor us.
Everyone sponsor us.
I already ate my whole thing.
Okay.
So after Bracket, we got Jack Skellington over there.
Oh, I need my hat back.
Yeah.
Correct.
And I
Could you,
am
um, Donate some dice
You are
to
who?
Miss Asia here.
Jinrash.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jinrash.
Yeah.
We'll tell them who Jinrash is.
She forgot
I'm
everything.
a golden dragonborn who is in the middle of learning to be a cleric.
I'm sorry.
Hit me in the
He's
crotch.
also a barbarian.
Gonna have a barbaric.
Yes. I'm gonna kill
I realize we
everything.
each should probably hold up our minis because that'd be the best plan to do this.
Nah, because last time you did that, you dropped it.
Yeah.
No, I won't hold. You hold up your own mini.
Bitch, you broke mine.
Nope. Nope, they can stay where they
They're
are.
saying
That's
exactly where they
agreeable.
are.
Okay.
You mixed them in the wrong pouch. These are not a match.
That's not my
No,
fault.
no,
I did not
that's-
do that. Oh,
that's
those are
me.
mine.
And
Those are
there's the
his
OCD.
specific.
Those are my special ones.
That's
Sorry.
why they're all in one.
After that,
Here,
after
here's one more
Jinrash,
dice.
we have
Pooh Bear.
Winnie the
who's playing.
Winnie
the
the
Pooh.
Pooh.
I don't think we can afford that.
Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh.
I don't
Okay.
think we can afford that.
No, we're not singing in tune. It's fine.
And then Winnie
I'm the only one that was close.
Winnie the Pooh is playing who today?
I need to squeeze through.
Okay.
Check
Do you
on
have
my
playing
coffee.
any of those
Did you
keyboards?
I was playing with the
Kyron doesn't exist today. it's
Kyron's
just
not
Winnie the
here.
Pooh.
Kyron's
This is
not here.
Winnie the Pooh the Druid.
Wait, no,
Yeah.
that makes sense. You're a bear now. You have to be a bear the entire session.
Okay.
Oh my
That's
god.
not
I need to
possible.
have something on my D1000 list that's Winnie the Pooh related so you can turn it to the Winnie the Pooh.
That would be so cute. Could you
Do
please?
it. Please!
Okay, this fan needs to aim at me.
I
or
got
will
some
die.
things to do.
I
Okay,
want
gotta
it,
write
I
some
want
things
it.
down.
Literally, I want it.
I need to write some things down.
Even if it's just like you just like something that's like an Eeyore plush toy. It's like, oh, what's that?
And then after that we have
Hi, I'm Vicky. I
Who's-
play
that's
Nock,
just
the
supposed to be-
ranger. She is a little
It's not supposed to
halfling
be my
girl
notes.
with some
It's not.
tusks.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it.
and you have a
Oh, I have a giant owl. She's an awesome lady. Her name is Vane. Full name Sylvain. And
Oh, my
she's
school
gonna fight
friend.
some baddies today.
Some baddies. Like
Yes.
Instagram baddies?
Yeah.
and then last but definitely not least, the majestic beard himself.
My name is Callum. I play the best bard. I'm a college Discord.
The best.
Probably.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
probably
He's
the best bard.
he's so
Probably the
fantastic.
best
Closest
bard
to
on the
volume.
planet.
The volume control's literally on the side of the TV.
Ugh. Let's turn Callum's volume a little bit up.
Yeah, because I think Calum's a little quiet. So
Oh
Calum
yeah,
quiet.
Callum, speak.
Just keep talking.
Hello!
Whoa!
Whoa, that's way better.
I think this
Speak now.
episode's really just gonna be a bunch
Hello?
of talking.
There we go.
Brian, you put it on fucking 10. I swear to God, I'll kill
No, that'll be too quiet. We have to live
Talk
with
again, Callum.
Hi.
That's
That's
fine.
fine.
That's
fine.
fine,
Ha!
yeah.
it. Okay,
Sorry,
and now I'm
you're-
making a lot of noise.
Your audio is at 5.
Why was it set so low?
Session 12.
Session 12, and we still don't have a handle on this.
Everyone ready for this? Rip headphone users.
Why did you do that
Wasn't
to
that
people?
loud.
Ah!
It's because I dropped the
I
bag.
think he lost a D4.
There's a D6 on
That
the.
boy Zach from last night is messaging me and called me Europe. I'm upset.
We'll tell him to watch our stream.
No.
Tell
No.
everyone to watch our stream. Everyone you know.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, I know. I need my phone.
Tweet your friends, tweet your famous people.
Okay, before we start our
Tweet your
session,
famous
we have to do
people.
our social media stuff. So give us a second.
Jesus Christ.
And Snapchat because
Because Snapchat's
low
the most people.
budget new groups need to make sure they have a good social media presence.
Watch. Nah.
Still 100% Taco Bell. My goal by the end of this, whatever this is, you're gonna sponsor us, please.
Make sure I'm not spelling
Hey
next
Brian,
disaster
could I ask
wrong.
a quick question on the
Definitely-
map?
Definitely go on.
On the second floor, in the room with the
Looking at
chests that was behind the hole,
Mhm.
there looks like a staircase. Is that going up or down?
Let me see.
I can't
I'm
tell
taking a picture. Ethan.
on the map. This one right there.
Yeet.
That
that
is
going up?
going up. That's connected to
Okay. Okay. Awesome.
All right. Well, I think everything's all set. We're just waiting on our Dragonborn.
www.
Just do Pew New Creepy on Twitch.
It's no. Actually, you don't even need www. It's just twitch.tv/pure noob
Brian.
Brian.
Yeah.
Huh.
Come share. Come watch. I
In the
promise
future,
you.
I think some symbols connecting, like a triangle, at the points that connect might be helpful.
Gotcha.
Just in the future. No offense.
My
to you.
story. I'm gonna send it to the Snapchat story. I
There's
probably
just
should
a
actually
lot of
save
stuff
this so I can throw it on my Insta even.
All right.
Because I actually.
What is our Dragonborn doing?
Getting me coffee.
Alcoholic coffee.
I wanted normal coffee!
Oh, well,
You piece of shit! I drank too much yesterday!
you never can drink too much until you die.
Conlon, oh.
Is that why you're blind?
Asia. Do you know me?
I was hoping you know what coffee.
There's not enough to kill you.
That's still...
You're
Sweetheart. I drank from fucking like 6 o'clock all the way to 2 o'clock.
That's you. You handle it better than I do.
Winnie the
Sweetheart.
Pooh. Winnie
Sweetheart.
the Pooh.
Asia, and for everybody who's curious,
Oh.
my drink right now is 60% alcohol, 40% mixers.
This is like 5% alcohol.
Why
Maybe.
is everybody trying to die today?
Conlon
Yeah, it's not
told
bad. That's still coffee.
Conlon
I'm
told me.
I already did 2 shots.
Vicky, Conlon told me that he's gonna take a shot of the watermelon.
I
He
did
said,
double
pour
shot,
and he
actually.
said, pour the
It's
rest
only
into
1
your drink.
PM.
I'm like, okay, and there was way too much.
It is only 1 p.m.
It's literally 1
You
p.m.
should download the D&D Beyond app.
What's the new issue?
You,
Well, whatever.
you also have a tablet.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, he handed her a tablet.
He called me Europe,
I thought
and I was
he
like, that's
had
the
the
wrong
tablet.
continent. He goes,
You
it's
each have a
on the
tablet.
Eurasian tectonic
Ryan
plate,
has his
though.
Well,
Well, where is her?
now that we have our Dragonborn back,
Yes, he's arrived.
We actually can start the stream.
if
I'm
everybody-
sorry.
I
If
don't
everybody is
Even though I don't even
set,
have D&D Beyond up,
Where
it
is
doesn't
the
matter. I'm not
tablet?
doing
Yeah,
anything.
where's one that I was using?
there's
Behind
an
you,
intro.
it's on the charger. I think it fell behind the couch.
Oh no, that might have been
On the blue
right.
cable.
Oh.
Blue cable.
We
Yeah, it
s-
fell behind the couch.
We
Oh,
have
It
our,
fell behind you.
Never mind.
We have our-
that.
I just put on the charger for a little bit. You can unplug it. It's fine.
we have our intro
just wanted
where
to
you
charge
can
it
get
a
onto D&D Beyond. D&D Beyond sponsors. Not gonna happen, but do it.
But that would be the greatest thing. They sponsor a whole bunch of D&D people who are really small, so like we can help. Like if we're gonna start using the,
It's never gonna
you guys who are watching, we're gonna probably next session. I'm gonna experiment it during the week. Use the D&D Beyond plugin that's on Twitch. That will allow you to see, like, I believe next to us are like stats and stuff. So like how much health we have, how many spell slots we have left, and stuff like that. I'm not sure. I had to look through the thing and play
I
with
just
it.
don't think that I'll be able to be on it though because I'm revised
Yeah,
ranger.
Nock and
Well, no, but we can at least put your HP on it.
Wait, I'm.
Okay.
We're gonna put hit
I want
points.
to be on there.
Nock and
Yours will be on there because
You're
you're on
Jinrash.
D&D Beyond. You have your tablet.
This is a
I know. I was setting up.
Disaster stream.
No, but like if you do only have a character sheet, at least we can just make sure you have your HP on there and just have someone on one of our laptops update it every once in a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might be a little grinds and coffee.
And if everybody's ready,
How dare you?
let's let
You know
this,
what? Wasn't me. It was
Let's
a
let
talk
this
bot.
disaster unfold again.
I'm gonna pass out. I have a fan directly on me.
I'm gonna pass out, but purely just because I'm so tired.
So, where
Wake
we left off 2.5 weeks ago, the
Girl.
group was.
Oh, I thought you
Warrior's
literally went,
Rest.
where did we...
He has to do a recap. It's been a while.
Well, I thought he said, where did we? And like asking us, and I was like I fucking know.
The
I
group
take
was
notes.
in Warrior's Rest. They were tasked with bringing the Jar of Preservation back to its resting place after the Preservation celebration. After acquiring the mirror that was needed, they found a riddle on the wall where they solved the majority of it, but they realized there was one missing piece, and they decided to venture further down into the dungeon. After
My
some
health is still at 14.
after some exploration
Long rest.
and finding
Yeah, you
a crucified vampire on the wall,
I murked that bitch.
the,
No more ankles for her.
the group
that.
fought a flame skull, defeated it,
I did
cut
eat
off-
it again.
cut off the ankles
I
of
did
the
eat
vampire
it
who
again.
is crucified on a symbol of Ilios, the god of darkness and endings. And the
I
group
murked that bitch's
continued
ankles.
further into the dungeon, finding a secret hallway.
She
Knock
was
and
awesome.
Bracket going to explore a
was.
little bit ahead, finding a treasure chest that contained a pole of collapsing, a new item that Knock has taken, as well as a coffin lying against the wall. They were able to see some little peek holes in some of the walls to see some other areas, including the treasure room and a room that seemed to have a bronze figure kneeling, eyes closed, with a warhammer and a spiky shield.
Very sure.
And also a very interesting designed, some sort of mounted weapon. After Nock and Kyron further explored in the rest of the room with a bunch of coffins with human warriors around, they found the way to open the portcullis, and they got
That's
into
where I was
the
last
room right before the room with the giant bronze creature. The group decided to take a short rest, and Bracken and Kyron decided to do some further exploration to
Hell
look
yeah.
ahead into the next room. And on their way back, realized the flame skull had
Was
come
still
back to
alive.
life
We used it a little bit less this time,
after a second fight.
Should be okay.
which was not as good.
And with the help of Kyron's extensive knowledge into vampires and demons,
Because
She
your girl does a
remembered.
lot of research.
she remembered that flame skulls can only be permanently killed if you dump
It's
holy
1 p.m.
water on them. Naresh, the bard, the vampire hunting bard,
Clock somewhere.
He had one vial of holy water on him that he poured on the flame's gall, dousing its flames. The group, now significantly injured, decided to head back to a secret room that Kyron had found earlier with the mirror and start taking a rest. 2 hours into the rest, Jinrash heard some voices outside.
The only he could understand.
Hey,
In draconic.
dragons.
And he ended up exploring further out.
Good.
Nock then also using her primeval
3
awareness and not sensing them to be humanoids, but sensed, and this is my correction from last time I spoke with her, he sensed everybody's in the room humanoid. Naresh is humanoid, but something else. And then
Only humanoid-ish.
then 3 other presences within the radius that have that exact same feel as Naresh.
Okay.
And after that, the group decided to see who was going to go out to investigate. Jinrash and Naresh being the ones to take the least amount of hits.
Bitches, I'm gonna fuck some shit up.
Because Jinrash was Kakashi Sensei in that fight, just reading.
There's gonna
I'm
be a
gonna
lot
read,
of
I'm gonna
discussions
kill.
this episode. I hope you guys are ready for some long talks.
Yeah, this is gonna be an episode that's gonna be like
Jinrash.
a little bit of action and a whole bunch of talking.
Jinrash, Naresh, and Vane decided to
Yes.
go out and explore the sound.
Well, Vane didn't really decide. I
Vane
A
being
science
persuaded
encouraged.
to,
I kind of encouraged her to do so.
with the 3 of them leaving the protected hidden room, the doors closing behind, Bracket standing guard on that door
I
just
also,
in case.
right before the door closes, could I be like, also, if they both pass out, just fly back. With them. With
And
them.
this is where we opened up
Can't
with
drag me.
Naresh, Jinrash, and
She's
Vane
huge.
going to explore where the
She
sounds
can
went.
carry both
I'm
of
like
them.
600
Not
pounds.
determining
She
that
could
they
carry both.
did go up through the northern room, so the way towards the hallway before, and that is where we'll pick up this session.
So are we with them? So I can walk away for a second.
You are in the hidden room.
Yeah.
We'll start with
Cool.
Jinrash, Naresh, and Vane, and then we'll go to you guys in the room.
Cool.
What do you
That means I
guys
can
do?
get a straw.
Okay.
Yep.
Because I'm staying in the room, right? I'm like, yep.
Yep.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
Yeah, you're,
gonna-
we're staying in the room so we can
Yeah,
wait to the long rest in a little
Bracket
bit.
just healed you guys a little bit.
So, could this also count as a short rest?
It can count as short.
Can
rest.
I take a goddamn
Can we
long
take
rest so I
a-
don't die?
We can't take
Not
a
yet.
long rest yet.
Okay,
Not
that's
yet.
why we're staying in the room.
Because of how much time has
You can
passed.
sleep. You just
That's
can't
why I'm
benefit
standing in
from
front of the
long
door
rest.
so that way we can take a long
So,
rest.
when
soon.
you use
Kyrie's
hit
mode is
die,
against the wall.
What?
Like,
you
sitting, like,
when you use
that's what
hit
you
die,
said
you
last
only
time.
regain half of them the next day, right?
Yes. So you each have a total of 4 hit die. When you take a long rest, you restore 2 of your half of your maximum hit die on a long rest. So you'd only get 2 back
Okay.
if you have less than.
So,
I don't know how many I have
if we're gonna have an hour, I will use 2 of my hit die.
Okay. All right.
Well, we're gonna go follow those
So
voices.
Jinrash,
I'm probably
Naresh,
gonna do the same thing.
and Vane.
Okay.
No, you, oh, with hit die. Okay.
Yeah.
You'll do
Wait,
it when you
what
get
does
back.
that mean?
Yeah, I'll do it in the back.
Your hit
So
die.
you have some dice to roll during a short rest that can heal you a bit.
Okay, which one?
You only
Oh,
want
wait,
to use
didn't I
like
already
2.
use one?
You have a total of 4. I think you used 2 on the last short rest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so,
So you-
So you
no.
probably don't want to use
Yeah, I
any.
don't want to use that.
Okay, so I regain
Yeah.
12 hit points.
Okay.
Where's my pencil? I
All right.
just had it.
And while that's happening,
19
Jinrash and
plus
Naresh, what are you guys doing?
We're going to where the voices went towards.
What?
Yep.
We're gonna follow them damn
You got
voices.
all of my
31.
paper wet.
Nice.
Good.
Sit the fuck down.
Splash him with everything.
I mean,
That's why I said water
here's
whip.
the thing. I guess I
announced
could
it.
go back out now that I've used some hit dice,
Eh,
but
they're-
I feel
they're
like I
already-
should.
No, we should
And
stay
you have
together.
to stay the whole
Okay.
hour to get those hit die.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
What are my
So
hit die? I
Jinrash
don't
and
know.
Naresh. You guys
We're
ready?
gonna go follow where the voices went towards.
All right. Nock said that the voices definitely went up towards the upper part, towards the hallway, where
That
the
way,
right was
correct?
the crucifixion room, and the left was towards
Okay,
the
we're gonna
room
go
of
up.
tombs.
Okay.
All right.
We're gonna walk.
What's the
Who
marching
wants
order?
to be in front?
Oh, you need to switch the battle cam?
Yes.
Have that up.
I want to be in front.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can see in the dark.
Yeah.
I can't see shit.
Jinrash, you can't see anything right now unless you put a torch out.
Vane will pull up the rear.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring out a torch.
All right.
That
You're
should
burning a torch?
transition.
Yes.
Let's
I
So
mean,
then I can
actually-
see at least something.
You guys don't know this, but Vane does have 120-foot dark vision and
do I.
advantage on perception checks that require sight. So,
Oh, that's cool.
just letting you know, some of her abilities, just in case.
All right.
She can
So-
see real good.
Equipment.
How are you guys moving? You
I'm in the
moving
middle.
You're moving stealthily. You
Yes.
guys normal pace. Okay.
Mm.
Everybody roll a stealth check. Vicky, roll a stealth for me.
Yes.
Not you, Conley, yourself.
I'm
No, I'm
laying in the
trying to
room
throw
against
my
the
back.
wall, so I'll be over here.
And you guys are in the room. Brackets light from his light cantrip. It still
Ooh.
has that comforting yellow light. Just making it
Dirty
seem
20 for Vane.
home. Okay.
I got a dirty 20 as well.
Nice.
I need a second. Problems with.
Let's see how stealthy the whole party is.
Is it not loading up properly?
No, it is. I gotta get to it.
Well, hit that.
You're
Stealth.
paladin, so
I got a 19.
Do
All
what?
right. You
Holy shit, we're so stealthy as fuck.
So right now, you guys, with everybody being on edge after the previous fights, all of you are taking your time, being very careful, making sure you're not tripping over any pebbles, hitting any cracks. Vane,
Wanna know why
making
it's
sure
good?
her,
It's
the
because
beats of
Bracket's
Vane's
not there to
wings
make a
are
bunch of
very
fucking
soft, not
noise.
making
Duh.
too much
Yeah.
noise.
Owls are pretty damn quiet,
Where
which
are you
is
guys?
crazy.
They're only that. They're never really loud.
And what are you guys doing next? You guys get to the split in the hall.
Well, we know that one goes towards a dead end. So let's go into the big room.
I suggest, Vane can't really suggest anything. Vane's
Well,
just
no.
kinda like,
So let's investigate down the dead end first, obviously.
Vane's like,
Root it out,
Mm-hmm.
and then go down the room.
Okay.
All right. So where are you guys going?
We'll go down. Yeah, we'll go down the dead end.
To the crucifixion room?
No. We went down that hallway.
Oh, you're going all the way down.
Yeah.
Okay. So move your minis where you are moving.
okay, yeah, where do you mean?
So as you guys are moving.
Or do you want to go into the room where the crucifixion is?
Just to check
Yeah.
it out? I think that could be a good idea.
Cal.
Are you waiting for me?
Yes, I'm waiting.
Yeah, which way would
You're-
you like to go?
Should we go to the
I
crucifixion?
would say go down whichever way we already know is clear, just to make sure it's not
Okay,
like.
Okay,
so I
so that
think
would be
this
crucifixion.
way,
I thought we were
because
farther
it's
up.
closer, so
So
I
go
think
down
we
to
should
the
head out.
crucifixion?
yeah, I think that's a good idea. Just to check it out.
Yeah.
All right. You guys go towards the crucifixion room. Walking in, you guys see the same thing, the water moving in through the waterway on your left. Splitting path, blood still coming down from the hole in the ceiling, pouring over. And you turn to your left where the vampire is crucified, and she's no longer there.
As we go,
I knew we could have dealt with her while
as we go, can Vane take a look?
Wait, who's not there?
Can Vane take a look
Vampire.
both ways
She
to
doesn't have
see
ankles.
if there's anybody?
Someone can't
Roll a
carry her.
perception check.
Okay.
Or someone killed her.
So
I have an
like
idea
She doesn't have
where
ankles.
she might be. Okay, same roll twice, but she's got a good perception. So 8.
Eight.
No, 10. Sorry, 10.
10.
5 plus 5 is 10.
Vane's
Numbers are
looking
hard.
around, and she looks both ways. She looks down at the ground, and she can see a few faint little trickles of blood that lead out of the room.
Oh, Vane will.
Alright, so
Vane will say "woo"
can I suggest something?
and
And
point. Yeah, with like her, you know.
Was she applying for feathers? She's done it
Yeah,
before.
She'll go "woo."
Can I suggest something, Jinrash?
Yeah.
Woo!
So, like, at seeing that the goddamn vampire is no longer crucified on the fucking thing about Helios,
Woo!
I'm gonna be like, we need to go back to that coffin now.
What coffin?
I told you guys about a coffin that was behind the wall.
Okay.
Woo!
That's fucking. But
Vane just
Vane's found
aggressively
something.
cooing and
And
flapping her
pointing
wings.
and being like "woo, woo, woo."
We need to go back to that coffin now.
Okay.
Looking
because
directly
that's
at
where she's at.
looking directly at
But
Naresh.
there's a trail of blood.
Yeah,
That-
literally, Vane's yelling at Naresh,
There's
like,
clearly a
listen
trail
to
of
me,
blood.
bitch! Oh my god!
Vane has
Isn't that
found
where
it.
it's bleeding?
Vane is
I don't
right
know.
now, Vane is
At least
right
you
now
should follow
pointing
it.
her feathers
Yes.
down at the ground for
She
you,
sees,
Naresh,
she
pointing
sees
at
like a
little
trail of blood, which is obviously the vampires because we cut
Yeah.
off her fucking feet.
Yes, yes,
So
they
she's
are.
pointing at it to be like, let's
Right there.
follow this. That's what she's saying.
Yeah, no, I'm assuming though that that's gonna
Yeah.
lead us to the coffin.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna follow the
Vane's just gonna
trail of
go.
blood.
Vane
She's
starts,
just gonna
We're gonna follow the
it.
trail of blood.
Vane starts going ahead, moving forward down the path. You
She's
guys
just like,
following
just follow
after
the
Vane.
fucking follow me, damn it.
Does she find like the end of the trail?
Alright,
Does it go behind the wall, or
This
is
is
it like
gonna be for tracking where the
It's
blood,
a
making sure she can keep track on that. So roll a survival check.
a survival check? 14.
14.
As long as they don't cross the river, we can clearly see it.
As Vane,
I'm holding a torch, walking, following it.
as
Well, she also
Vane
has dark
is
vision.
as Vane is going down the hallway in the opposite direction, she follows the blood trail to the point where the hole in the wall opens up, and you can see a little bit of blood on the side. But not only that, Vane can see a little bit what seems to be webbing on the side of the wall.
Okay, so Vane will just
Spiders?
kind of like do the thing that dogs do. She will like point.
See the
It's like-
pointer thing?
Yeah, she's like,
Let me just go.
Pointing
way.
her beak towards the hole.
And do,
And then
wait,
the-
no.
and
From
Vane-
the side,
Okay.
ready? You
And
go this, you go.
Vane just silently.
Yeah.
We followed her.
Now,
I figured
Vane
that
cannot
the blood
fit
trail
through
would
the
lead us to the
hole.
hole in the wall where the coffin was.
yeah, Vane cannot fit through the hole, so you guys will be alone.
That's fine. I want Vane
We're
to
gonna tell
be safe
Vane.
anyway.
Okay, I was gonna say
Vane's,
Vane
like,
go back
here.
to the group.
I don't think
Since-
she's gonna leave you guys behind.
I
'Cause
was gonna
told
say
her.
though, Jinrash,
I found an expensive backpack
the
if anyone's
vampire
willing to
wouldn't
buy
have
it.
crossed the water anyways because water would have killed her.
Right now, just letting you know, Naresh, that waterway that's in that hallway, it's on the left side. Like you can still walk through that that hallway. It's just the water is passing on that side. It's much like how in that fight up above, how you were able to hop over the top of it. It didn't
Well, right,
take up
but
the
she
whole.
can't hop over it because she doesn't have fucking legs.
You also know from your extensive experience with spider climb that vampires can climb on the walls.
Yes,
Oh
they can.
yeah.
Bitch.
Fuck this bitch.
So, Vane is going to vehemently not want to go back because I specifically told her to stay with you guys.
Yes, but if we're going through a hole that you can't fit,
She's
you
not.
should definitely head back
She's
so
not
that
gonna
you're
leave.
safe
You
and
give
not
her
left behind.
She
instruction.
wouldn't leave.
Give instruction if you hear her screaming.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
Run
should
the
go.
fuck back up.
yeah,
Go
yeah.
get the others.
Yeah, if
Give
she,
her that instruction.
she's smart. She's gonna do that.
Yeah,
Jinrash,
but just
roll-
say that instruction.
Jinrash, roll a persuasion check on Vane. Vane's in my control right now.
Well, that's
It's
definitely a
confusing. I
fail.
feel like it should be in your control.
It's only when they're together. When it does specifically say when it goes off on their own. She'll follow the instructions of her ranger, but it is like.
I got a
technically
4.
NPC at that point. 4.
Yes.
Oh, you're not gonna get
No.
to say shit.
Alright, can I say something to Vane real quick? Before we enter the hole and start fucking around with the vampire?
Whew.
That's a yes.
Oh, that's a yes?
That,
Okay.
that was more of a
That's
what.
like a fine.
That was a what.
I would like to just say to Vane, I'm like, Vane, stay safe. If you run into any trouble while we're in there, hoot 3 times. Loudly.
Woo, woo, woo.
Yes, just like that. Alright.
I love my lady.
Jinrash, you ready to go fuck this bitch up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Can
Wait,
you
I wanna
guys
see
turn
if-
on my UE boom?
Where is it? Oh, it's there.
So
It is.
I guess the
Not a
question
spot.
I was gonna ask Kyron does not matter anymore. I was gonna
Wasn't
ask
sure
if
if I had
you know what
poison,
happens
so
to
I
a
That means it's at
vampire
100%.
if you
It literally
break
just
their
told me
coffin.
it's at 100%. It was at max volume. That's why.
Okay.
I really should probably.
Alright.
I mean, I'll probably still ask because
So-
I don't know that this is happening.
Jinrash and Naresh take a step into the hallway. You can see the webbing that Vane did realize is basically covering the whole side of that. You get a little bit sticky going over, and it kind of covers a little bit more of the halls in both directions.
So, do you know what the hell is going on with this sticky shit? Webbing?
With
I
this
have an
sticky
idea,
shit.
but I'm not positive.
Any-
I think, if I'm remembering correctly, that she either transformed into a spider, because that's something vampires can do,
Okay.
some of them.
Instead of a bat, they turn to a spider.
Some of them.
Well, they can transform into small creatures. Like, they can transform into things. It's like a druid thing.
Sick.
Sort of like a wild shape. Right.
Okay.
That, or she has control over a creature.
So, what should we have done to prevent this situation?
Well, the only way to have prevented this situation would be for Nock to have known to destroy the coffin.
As you
Okay.
as you guys are hearing this conversation, roll a perception check.
Both of us?
Yep.
Lock in. Right. I got a 23.
Jinrash?
I got 12.
12. Naresh hears it first, but you are able to hear it as soon as he does listen. It seems like down the hall, in the direction of where the coffin is, you can hear what sounds like it's a mixture of crying and laughing. It's like
Oh dear.
That's weird.
I don't like
I
that.
am definitely gonna pull out my fiddle and wield it in one hand.
Okay, I have my axe.
I have an axe.
Axe and torch.
what are you guys doing? Are you going down the hallway?
Oh,
Yes.
no, wait, Jinrash.
Yes.
Fucking light that webbing on fire.
Oh yes, I can do that.
Oh
With your
yeah.
torch.
I can
Yeah.
soak it in oil.
You definitely can.
No. Don't soak it in oil because you'll light everything on fire. Just light the webbing on fire as we go.
All the webbing, just there's a hall of fire.
Webbing.
Oh, light the webbing on fire?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'll light the fucking webbing. I thought you said light my axe on fire.
As you're walking along, you do start touching the webbing with the torch. It starts catching a blaze, slowly burning, creating a lot of light actually in this hallway. And you just start hearing, as you're moving a little bit further down the path. How far do you guys move? You're just taking a few steps.
We're just
I
gonna keep
assume
walking.
that Jinrash is first since
Yes.
he's walking ahead.
All right. About the time that you get right before the waterway entrance, you can start hearing like little tiny like clicking footsteps.
So
Uh, that's-
what about there?
Sounds
Oh,
like
Aragog. I'm so excited.
Aragog.
I'm super excited.
Yes, Harry Potter.
And then while you're hearing all the laughing and the crying coming down from the hallway as well,
are we gonna see spiders?
Why couldn't it be full of the butterflies?
what you guys see with the light that is coming from the webbing that is being lit on fire from the torch, you see two creatures. Their heads are that of a kobold, but their maw has jagged teeth and webbing instead of saliva dripping down from their mouth. Their scales on their arms are peeling off, and some of it being held by some strings of webs as well, just dangling as they're moving around.
That's creepy.
Think
So
they're
you
dead.
can see the tendons even inside where those scales are coming off.
Yep, they're
They
dead.
each have a dagger in their hands, and they have what seems to be the body of a spider with 8 legs around them. The bottom half of the kobold too is attached, just dangling below it as well. And it just turns around and they just look at you down the hallway.
While Vane is just waiting there, could she try to widen the entrance?
What would she be doing to try to widen the entrance?
Like flying and like using her like talons to kind of like claw away at the bricks, some of the older bricks.
Roll an athletics check.
Can your friend message in chat yet or no?
That one.
Oh
Vane's
god.
just like, she can't, she's trying to rip apart the stone
My poor
and just
girl.
can't grab anything. It seems too solid for her at this time, but she's making an effort to try to get through there.
Okay.
And
Oh well.
I need Jinrash,
Brian.
I need Jinrash and Naresh to roll initiative.
Brian,
Yes.
do I have any fucking clue what these things are?
Do I have any
roll initiative first, and then I'll have you roll for that.
Plus.
I got a dirty 20, sorry. Not a nat 20, dirty 20.
Initiative, so you have to do it
One
yourself.
sec.
Okay.
I think, isn't it plus your proficiency?
What's initiative plus?
Your dexterity.
So 3, 20, and proficiency?
No, just
No?
dexterity.
Okay, so it's out of 23.
So nat 20.
Nat 20 plus 3.
Damn.
Hell Hell yeah, Jinrash.
He's going first. He's going.
I want to dip one of my hatchets in the jar of oil.
That could be something in your turn.
Okay.
You haven't done that yet. We are in initiative now. Just let me get
So that's
this
taking
real
whole
quick.
turn. See
It's
what
going. I'm going to use my.
It'll
I
light it
want
be
to
like.
throw it through the fire, not lit. What?
Oh, God.
Did I get beat?
No.
Oh.
They got one.
they did.
I know when Brian has that laugh, that's
Yeah,
laugh.
when he's laughing, it's because they got the nat one.
It's like, oh, they suck. They're gonna
They
die.
suck.
Are you keeping track of DM nat 20s and nat 1s?
No.
Oh, that would be fun though.
It's something I definitely have thought of, and I might want to go
I'm leaving.
back and do that at one
That
point.
would be cool.
But I have not done that yet.
Leaking.
Foam.
All
Why
right.
do you foam that bad?
Because it's beer.
All right. Jinrash, you are first.
I want to take one of my jars of oil and soak a hatchet in it and throw it to the fire at one of the
Soaking the hatchet in oil is going to be your action to do that. It's going to take your action to actually dose it in oil. You can't attack and do that.
Okay.
So are you going to use your action to dose it in oil
Yes.
and light it? All right.
I'm not lighting it.
He's gonna light it when he throws it.
I'm just gonna throw it through the fire.
Okay.
So it lights
you
as he
spend
throws
you see this creature. You quickly pour out the oil and around one of your hand axes.
Yes.
You start pouring some of the oil around the hand axe. It's gonna take probably I'd say probably a quarter of that jar of oil. So
Okay.
it's down
I
a
got
quarter
plenty
of oil.
of it.
Yeah, you do.
Still
But you
hold
now
on.
have that
Sure.
hand axe just doused in oil. You look
I just
up
wanted
and-
to like dip it into the jar and just throw it.
That's
That's well, it's
It's
doing
a
something.
jar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is something that is interacting with an object there, and attack action is a separate action. So you have to do one or the other.
Okay.
All
Can
right.
we turn
Yeah.
the music down a little?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So you take the hand axe and get it dosed
you
in
be
oil,
close to
getting
it.
ready. Is there
No,
anything
it's
you want to do with
definitely
your bonus action or your movement?
Oh. Wait. How far away are they?
Count the spaces.
Oh, I can't count.
One's around the corner. You can just see its leg.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Knock. By the way, roll
5
initiative
times-
for Vane.
that's
just
25.
just to know.
Initiative for Vane. 17.
Oh no. No. Okay. I'm not doing anything.
All right, just holding the ground still. Torch
I'm-
in one hand, hand axe doused in oil in the other hand, just looking at this weird monstrosity ahead of you. Naresh, so you wanted to know if you have seen these things before and know what they are. This is not going to take your action, but roll a history check.
I got an 18.
18. Never seen anything like these creatures before, but you do know of these things called driders, which are drows that have been morphed with spiders before. It's been basically a curse that has been afflicted upon them. The closest thing you can relate these monstrosities ahead of you to is that of a drider.
Okay. Okay, cool. Okay.
What do you do with your turn?
How far away are they?
There's one that you can see, the other one you can see it's just around the corner. It's claws. It looks like it's about 20 feet, Vicky, from Naresh.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
30 feet.
Sweet. So I am going to teleport to it.
Okay.
Oh.
Bonus action, he teleports and appears right next to both of these creatures. Are you doing anything
Do you
to
want to be
increase the
like
DC?
right in between them? Because you can be.
He needs to teleport to an unoccupied space. They're like
Oh,
5 foot,
okay.
5 foot right there, so.
So make them make their strength saves.
Okay.
I'm not spending my bardic inspiration.
That's fine.
It's meant for me, damn it.
What's the save?
15?
15. So the one that's directly in front of you, just blasted by the energy, gets knocked prone. The one that's around the corner with a little bit of cover just holds his ground, feeling that energy. But the one directly in front of you is now prone. Vicky, if you can knock that one prone on the ground.
This one?
Yes.
Alright.
Damn.
So I'm using my action to one-handed, overhand, just slam my fiddle into the abdomen of the one that's prone.
All right, roll an attack roll.
At advantage, right? Because it's.
Add
Advantage.
advantage because he is prone.
Yeah. Nat 20.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we
Does
go.
it matter that it's 27?
Nope. With nat-
Does it matter that it's
in
27?
combat, a nat 20 is an auto hit.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
roll your dice. Double. Either roll the amount of dice twice, or roll it once and double it. Choose beforehand, and then you add your modifier after.
Okay, I'm going to. Roll the dice and double it.
All right. Roll your die.
Do I double my modifier?
Nope.
No.
Modifier does not get doubled.
Okay. Does the +1 get doubled?
Nope. It's just the dice roll.
Okay, so 15 points of damage.
15
Woo!
points of damage. All right.
Hell yeah. I just
That-
wasn't I'm wearing my favorite shirt.
You
and
take
I'm
your
wearing the
fiddle
one
and
I'm
you
very
slam
proud of
it down, and part of its chest just gets indented. You hear like
I hate his voice
starts
effects,
breathing
they make me
heavily.
So uncomfortable. I'm like,
What's the sounds?
Brian,
yeah, I hate it.
Yes.
Nice and creepy.
can I now take it up in 2 hands, or would that require an action or some shit?
No, you can switch it to.
Tell me how I'm
I'd
cold.
say you'd be able to do that as a free action, but not like right after attacking. Like you can switch it to 2 hands. But because I can see how you could, that would end up being abusing to hold it for 2 hands after the action to get that bonus AC. At the top of your turn, you can basically determine if you're one-handing or two-handing it, but not like after you attack with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to have free.
I know I did.
Will he still get an attack of opportunity since he's prone?
Yes, it is disadvantage. Melee attacks are at disadvantage when you're prone, so it would be at disadvantage, but he will get one.
But the other one also has an attack of opportunity on you.
It's one thing I've thought about recently. Going around corners.
I think diagonally counts.
With
but
I've been
corner
thinking about
there-
that extensively. Corners, I don't really feel like you should be able to, when there's a wall there, be able
Yeah.
to cut corners or do anything around it, because that's like bumping halfway through the corner. So we did that the other session, but from here out,
That
I don't
should be
think
a
I'll let you
disadvantage.
cut corners. Anything around that, it's gonna be. He can try to reach around, I guess, for attacks. You definitely can't cut corners to movement, but that would be basically half cover if you're trying to attack something around a corner diagonally.
Unless it's
So-
a half wall.
You'd have disadvantage.
Yeah.
One of them would have disadvantage against you. The other one would have would give you half cover on their attack.
On top of it would be disadvantage.
Okay. I think that I'm gonna use.
I'm too comfortable for this.
No, I'm gonna stay fucking there. I'm gonna
No,
stay
you
there.
can't
I don't give a
stay.
shit.
You
I'm
gonna
gonna fucking stay there.
You gonna stay
Stay
right
like a
there?
man.
All right. You stay there. Is Vane doing anything with her turn? Vane can hear down the hallway the little clicking. You can hear the sounds of the
She's
of the
gonna-
strum of the fiddle hitting the
She's
kiter.
gonna change up her method.
Mhm.
She's gonna try pushing into the bricks to try to push them inside.
All right.
instead.
Roll another athletic check.
She's thinking maybe that might be more helpful.
No.
8.
8. Vane starts
What are you trying to
pushing,
make
and
me do?
some of the stone seems like it's getting a little bit loose, but none of it falls down. It doesn't widen the hole at all.
Okay, she's gonna keep trying on her next
Alright.
turns, I think.
On the kiter's turn.
Because she's not gonna worry about
put her head
getting
in the hole.
anybody unless it starts looking bad.
As soon as Vane is trying to push down that hall, she can just hear some of them coming around from the hallway over here
Oh.
as well.
When I'm
Okay,
not
so
a
she'll
distraction, though,
back
to be
up.
honest.
Mm-hmm.
She'll back up a bit.
Okay, Vane.
Give her, yeah, like a
moving
good
there.
5 foot.
So 1, 2, 3,
Vane should
5,
get
10,
one of
15,
us.
20, 20,
You
30.
should taste how sweet this tea is.
She doesn't know that they're there. She can't see in the hall.
Oh.
Taste how sweet that is. Take a sip. Tiny sip.
He put a lot of honey.
All right. Jinrash and Naresh, you
Wasn't that
can
much
realize there are more that are coming down
good.
from the hallway
good.
behind as well. This one right here in front of Naresh does stand up using half of its movement.
That's a lot of guys. So can Vane see? Could Vane see them going past the hole?
Yes.
So she knows how many there are.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And she can try
She
to
could-
attack. If you wanted to rescind her taking that step back,
Yeah.
she can try to make an attack through the wall.
I would like to do that. Yeah.
She's only going to be able to attack one of them because
That's
she can only
fine.
get one attack of opportunity. So which one would she attack? The first one? Or
I think
which
probably the first one,
one? Okay.
because that's the first one she saw, and she didn't know others were
All right.
coming.
Roll an attack of opportunity for Vane.
7 plus 4 is 11.
11 to hit. Vane tries to reach through. It's a little bit of a tight space, just missing, bouncing off part of its spider body. It just looks at her and just keeps on going back down the hallway.
She sees that many people coming, she's gonna fly towards to get help. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So you said you can't count corners around.
Yes.
Okay, so 45, 50, 55, 60. So she gets
And
to
that
there.
that was an attack of opportunity she got, so it's not her turn. So on her
So-
turn, she'll be able to move that.
Oh, it's not her turn still?
No, I let you move her back from there so she can get
Oh,
that attack
okay.
of opportunity, but it is the creature's turn.
Okay,
so on her next turn,
yeah.
she'll be able to make that movement. And the spider kobold that is in front of Naresh stands up and starts by making a dagger attack against Naresh.
Would I have heard the ones that are coming behind us
You
because they
guys
attacked?
definitely do know that them
She
coming
would
behind.
probably have hooed
Mhm.
also to give you guys a bit of a warning.
Naresh, that is a 13 to hit.
Misses.
Alright, after that, it's gonna reach down. One of its spider legs just comes up and takes a jab at your form.
So has it been an hour at this point?
No,
No.
it has only been at most maybe
Oh.
10 minutes.
So if
That is an
we
18
do go
to
out,
hit.
Oh, so I'll only lose all the
That
HP I
hits.
just put on.
Alright.
we wouldn't have any of the HP.
Naresh, you take 7
19.
points of piercing damage.
That's not good for either of us.
Sweet.
We could stay outside the hole maybe? Because
And
I
then-
could like lean in and shoot an arrow, you know?
What stuff do I have left?
And then as soon as it stabs into you, the kobold form just moves right next to your face, and maw just opens up the webbing and tries to take a bite attack against you.
How are they doing that many attacks?
It has multi-attack.
Oh my god.
What are your hit points at? Kyra?
That's a 21 to hit.
Like my hit points people have to hit me.
Yeah, you're at like 14, right?
15.
15.
Alright, that is 5 more points of piercing damage. And then you also take 1 point of poison damage. As you can start feeling from its bite, the webbing now getting into your wounds and also some poison seeping in through its fangs.
Oh god, I only can add 10 HP.
Cool.
Or amongst
Because this other creature that is around the corner, their forms are a little bit too big for it. It's going to be trying to reach around the corner, so you're going to have half cover, a +2 to your AC, Naresh, as this other one's trying to attack you. That is a natural 20 with its dagger attack.
I still have one spell though, so I could use Hunter's Mark.
Oh, I like to heal 10 HP.
That is
amongst the
9
three of us.
points of piercing
I'm
damage,
thinking
Cal.
Kyron should come.
Sweet.
Well,
And that's
not.
all. That's all that
Yeah,
that
she won't,
creature
she.
can reach
Oh,
around
yeah.
the corner,
She
just
only
trying to
has, like,
stab you
14
with
hit
its
points,
dagger
though.
right there. That is the end of the
And if she
kobold
loses her
spider's turns.
like if she loses the hit points on
Jinrash,
that
it is your
she
turn.
should
You
come.
now have a hatchet doused in oil right now.
That's
Okay.
technically the most
Because I
HP
heard the
out
ones
of
that are
all this.
behind us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna turn around, light it on fire, and throw it at them.
Okay, I'll let you with the torch. You just
Yeah.
have it right there. Hold it and throw it, or roll an attack.
10.
Oh, you went the wrong direction.
No. So I think it's plus my strength, right?
Mm-hmm. And your proficiency.
It's 15, dude.
Yep, 15. Yeah, I got a 15.
15 hits. Roll damage. And
It's
add an
a
additional
D6.
Add an additional 1d4 points of fire damage.
Huh?
Add an additional 1d4 points of fire damage.
I think that's 2.
Then 1d4.
Oh, no, I have to do the,
Your modifier,
Axe.
so which is just your strength.
No, that's just the hit for the hatchet. The hand axe.
Well, that's the damage for the hatchet.
The hand axe was a D6 plus something.
Yeah, plus your strength.
Oh.
So add your strength modifier,
So that's a 5.
and then the d4 for fire damage.
I could also use sharpshooter probably because they seem pretty
Nope.
easy to hit.
That's a 4.
4. So
So that's a total of
9.
9 damage.
That's 9 points of damage to that creature. All right. That one, you throw the hand axe. It gets lodged in part of its face. It's just hanging there, starting to burn its flesh. The webbing burning off its maw. It's just like still looking at you, just like its jaw starting to a little bit fall off.
Okay, I'm gonna pull back out my axe.
Bonus action.
And
axe back out.
Can I try to lodge the torch into the wall?
I'll let you. Yeah, put the torch into the wall, just hanging there. Now there is even some webbing, so you can probably just stick it into the webbing itself, holding it right there. All right, is that your turn?
That's my turn.
All right, Naresh, it is your turn.
Oh boy. I'm at half health, by the way, already.
Just know the rest of your party, if they come to help you, are fucked.
Yeah.
They just know if we show up, we're all gonna die.
Might be TPK time.
Alright. So,
Well, only one of them can attack me at a time.
take up the fiddle
Can you
in two
imagine if we got a
hands,
TPK at level 4?
It's CPK. Total party.
and I am going
Party
to
wipe.
smack this motherfucker in the face.
All right, roll an attack with your fiddle.
21.
21 hits. Roll damage with the fiddle.
$12 damage.
12 damage. As soon as this creature just releases its bite attack coming back from you, you grab your fiddle in two hands, whack it across the face, and it just splats, hits the wall, its body falling slump. You can remove
This
that
one?
kiter from there.
Nice.
Fuck that thing.
Alright, that is your action. Anything with your movement or your
Okay, so
bonus
that
action?
Was, what, like... That was a lot of damage. That was like 40 damage.
That was what, 9, 12, 15?
Yeah, something like that.
No.
You don't know how much he had left with that damage that just killed him, though.
That's true.
It could have just been 2 HP. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
really
true.
could've
It could have been 1.
been. Well, so it was.
What are you
15
doing,
and
Callum?
9. So that's 21.
Yeah.
No, I have nothing else to do.
It could be like
No
25.
movement, no
It could be
bonus
25.
action, anything? Okay.
I'm gonna keep trying to kill that other kiter.
Okay.
It still could
Yep,
have been.
I'm good.
Vane, it is Vane's turn. Vane can try to make an attack through
Yeah.
the hole.
She's gonna do that.
Alright, roll an attack.
13?
13 just hits. Vane's able to reach
13
right
hits.
through and just stab it to the claw or beak.
No, the AC's 12.
Claw attack?
She can't do beak, so it's
Okay,
claws.
so it's just reaching
Okay,
through with her
13.
claw, just racking
Either way.
across this
I can
this creature's form.
Quick question, Brian. Can my
11
bonus-
points of damage.
or-
11
11,
points of
yeah.
damage to that kiter. Alright.
2d6 plus 4.
Which
Then
fighter?
she's going to...
Alright, the claw attack racks across its body. You can see a lot of like purplish blood just pouring out from its side.
She is also flying, so she can do flyby.
Okay, yeah. And
So
now
she's
now's the
gonna-
opportunity.
Yeah, so she's gonna fly to about, I think here was where
Yep,
it
I'll allow
was.
that.
And then she'll hoot.
Loudly,
Yeah,
3 times?
Very
super
loud.
loud. We didn't give her that instruction, but yeah.
but we can hear her very
We can hear
panicking
her,
over the
yeah.
door.
So, I mean,
We can hear
could we roll initiative after hearing that?
I'd say everybody is able to hear it from very close, so everybody else can roll initiative and they join on the next initiative, which is actually this one's almost done. So
So you guys don't get that
18.
roll.
14.
Well, 18 plus my 1 for initiative, so technically it's a 19.
Yeah, that is a 19.
Yeah.
2.
Bracken's the one at the door, and he's just like,
Yeah, we're gonna run through, and he's gonna be like, "Where's everyone going?"
14 for me.
What's fun is I now have to totally remove all the HP I gave myself before.
Yeah,
Fine.
that's why having
yeah, from
paper
the short
is
rests.
great.
Just know at the end of it all, you will be able to get that.
Oh,
Alright,
that's
so you
24.
guys hear Vane from the room just shouting 3 times loudly at you guys. All you guys, Kyron just laying back against the wall and everything, Nock a little bit nervous, Bracket standing guard, suddenly shoots up and everything. You guys are able to hear, and that is Vane's turn. After this, it
I'm
is
gonna
the
stay at the back.
Kiter's turns.
It's the kiter's turns again.
I'm gonna stay at the back purely because that fireball fucked me up, and she's probably real slow right now. Being like,
So, quick question.
I've got
Yes.
Attack of opportunity. Can I use my breath attack?
It's not when they enter your space, it's only when they leave your space.
Oh, okay.
Attack of opportunity. Alright.
I like you with your shirt tucked in, Brian.
Thank you. Do I look nice?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do
Aw,
look
thank
nice.
you.
Look like a dweeb.
I like compliments.
That's not very nice.
It helps
We're all
my self-esteem.
dweebs.
Helps
So,
me
I'm going to start with the one that moved up towards Naresh. This kiter just crawling around the corner. Basically, its spider arms just crawling literally around the side and coming around to you. And it makes its attacks at you.
There's 4 more.
There's 5
5
total
total.
right
Oh
now.
Jesus Christ! And you only have 1.
Yes.
Yep.
Alright, that is a 13 to hit.
That's why
With
things
its
don't
dagger.
back up.
Misses.
The dagger attack misses. It comes, takes one of its forms, one of its legs, and tries to jab down at you. That is an 11 to hit.
Misses.
A little bit frustrated, just dodging back and forth. The fiddle blocking that. It comes down with one bite attack, trying to get in on your shoulder.
I'm just gonna start just fucking everybody up with
And that one is a
goddamn
14
fucking
to hit.
Moonbeam.
I mean,
Also
yeah.
misses.
Naresh just dodging out of the way.
I only
Dagger to
have
the
one
side.
spell slot.
Jab to the side. Bite attack. Naresh is just bobbing and weaving. Bobbing and weaving.
I have frostbite though.
And then the
Yeah,
one,
yeah.
the one
And the
kobold spider
And you
that
have
is
both of your
is
wild
at the
shapes,
front of
right?
the pack where Jinrash is. The
Don't
one
worry.
with the hand axe in its face, burning part of its.
Would that
its
still
leg.
do
You need at least one
residual
to
damage
come with
because
us.
it's lit on fire with
It-
oil?
You don't
It
have
might
one
on possible
both.
Okay.
subsequent turns. You don't
You're
know
the
yet.
strongest one that we have.
So this one is
I've
going
got
to
one.
make an attack.
You should
Its
get
attacks at
in.
you, starting with its
Into
dagger
it.
attack for a 23
Because
to
that's
hit.
Hit.
Because I think that has the most hit points, probably.
That means I should give you. 10
You
and a
take
half.
6 points
Are you
of
sure you don't
piercing
want some?
damage.
I have 24, then you'd have 24.
It comes down
I have
after
29.
stabbing you with that
Oh,
dagger.
oh,
One
you
of
have
its
right
spider claws comes
I have
in, tries to
19.
jab at your form,
Kyron has 14.
and that's an 11 to hit.
But she's 2 wild forms.
Yes.
Fails.
But if you want to
Fails.
split it 5
All
and
right,
5,
and then right after that one dodges out of the
24.
way. Its form just
Yeah.
maw just
Giant
opens up. The
toad
fire
has-
mixing with the web and
But
just
if
tries
you
to
gave me
clamp
5,
clamp
I'd be
down
20.
on you.
Armor cost 11.
And that
but
is a
hit points
22 to
are
hit.
Hits.
So
that's pretty good.
I'm gonna give
That
you.
might
Right.
be
I'm gonna give you 7.
That's
I'm
higher
gonna give me
than
3.
mine, actually.
Okay.
All I did was giant toad and bear. Is bear.
That
I
is
mean,
a
it's up to
total
you. It's
of
whatever you
6
want.
I think that's the
piercing
best choice that
damage
we
and
have
then
more
6
HP, 'cause she
poison
has
damage as
tons
the
of
bite
buffer,
grabs into you
comparatively.
and you start
Yeah.
feeling that poison
Because I can
seep
turn
into
to
your
my
bloodstream.
chance.
Yeah.
For a total of 12
We
damage.
have what we have.
The other kiters you can see behind him are just
And I
trying to
die.
claw around him but can't quite get to
That low,
reach you
just
at
run.
this point. That's the end of the kiters' turns. Top initiative. Jinrash, it is your turn.
Give me 1 second.
Give me a sec.
Sorry, we're talking strat here.
Yeah.
I'm going to say
Okay.
at the top of your turn, that fire is still burning on that hand axe in his face, so he's going to take 4 more damage, which actually you can roll that
I'm
d4
stealing
damage.
this die.
Okay.
That just happens automatically. It's still burning
have
its
a
face.
feeling
The oil
about
is
it.
just
That's a 1.
carving
A
through.
deer has-
One is
a
still
deer
some
has the
damage.
highest fucking hit
Yep.
points.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Alright.
I'll
Can't
get
do
a breath.
anything.
All
I
right,
mean,
you're
does
going
it
to
have an
do
attack?
your fire breath. How many
Yep.
feet is that? 15 feet?
15.
15 feet.
And that's
Vicky,
just
It's got bite.
How
save
many,
a
how many in a 15 foot?
3.
Is it all? Is 3 of them?
3.
Okay.
It's a 20
Yeah,
foot.
5, 10, 15.
All
But
right, so
because it's a
3.
hull,
Is
wouldn't
it a radius?
Yeah,
It's a 15 cone.
Yep, it's
15
a cone.
foot cone, so it would end here.
So all of the webs on the side are just going to start burning in front of you. The one with your torch still hanging, but it's still just going to get that 15 foot. It's not going to like get
Mhm.
together, go. So they all need to make dexterity saves?
Yes.
What is the save?
13.
13. All right. First one fails. Second one succeeds.
Deer has 4
And the
hit
third one succeeds with a nat 20.
The AC is-
So I
Okay.
believe it's half
Um,
damage if they succeed.
Yes.
Everything else
All right,
is
so
low.
roll your fire
One.
Yeah,
damage.
but their hit points
5.
are super. It's not
So it
worth
does
to
6.
3 hit points.
6 total damage.
Yes.
All right, so the one in the front takes 6 damage. That one's not looking really good. The ones behind it also taking some damage. You can see that the second to you, barely looks like it's been hurt, but the one behind it, after you saw Vane down the hallway just clawing in, that one's not looking that good either.
For my bonus, I'm in a fucking rage.
You're gonna rage. All right. He activates the rage, the 10-foot aura around him alighting in fiery just atmosphere. Everything suddenly, the temperature just blazes up. And the
Does
2
two
creatures in
2
10 foot
damage.
take 2 damage.
In a 10-foot area.
Yep.
Well, then-
And that's the only ones that can
so
reach
what
that
I'm
one.
gonna do is I'm gonna
It's top.
run
The
out.
one
two.
And then I'm
right
gonna
in front
hold
of you,
my
its
action
face
to
is literally
dash
starting to
once you
melt
feel
with all the flames.
Okay.
It's barely holding on.
I'll try to
Okay.
get there as quick as I can.
All right.
Yeah.
Naresh, it is your
'Cause
turn.
I'm before you. So.
Yeah.
Sweet, I'm going to two-handed slap this motherfucker.
And slap this motherfucker. Roll an attack.
19.
19 hits. Roll damage.
Beautificent.
Beautificent.
I like that word.
I like that word.
Man, all that
I
college meant
got
something.
5 damage.
5 points of damage as you just whack it, hitting one of its spider legs. It like loses its footing for a second, but quickly gets back on. Anything for your bonus or your movement?
No.
You're not gonna try to teleport, just poop, pop it around.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I can't.
All right. That ends your turn?
Yeah, that'll end my turn. I wish I
Alright.
heard
He
it
sounds so
more.
disappointed.
Kyron, it's your turn. You just heard Vane
Open the
just
door.
loudly hooing outside of the door.
The literally only thing I'm gonna do for my action is I'm going to open the door and then move to the side so they can run ahead of me.
All right, so Kyron moves forward, presses the stone she knows in the door. The door is slowly
Could she hold
opening
her
up,
action
and
to
she sees
dash?
Vane just like with a frantic look on her face, just hooing. And if she wants to hold her action
Yeah,
to
I'd
dash,
rather hold
what
my action.
condition would she hold that for?
It's up to you.
You need to say
'Cause you
when,
can
what
use,
would happen
you
that
can
would
use
cause
your
you to
action
trigger
to
that dash.
run after us if you want. If you want to wait until we get out, you can hold your action to run.
For Asia and Conlon, just so you know, whenever you want, you can hold any type of action. You need to set the condition that triggers, and then your reaction uses up that action.
Okay.
Because everybody
Yeah,
gets
well,
a
my
reaction.
condition will be that I want to take up the rear of it, so I want them to get out before me.
Gotcha.
So
All
that way I
right.
would dash right behind them. Be like, all right, let's go.
All right. So she opens the door, steps to the
So-
side, and
door behind
waits
it?
until
So she's,
waits
like,
until
here right
Bracket
now.
and Nock move forward. Go ahead.
Yeah.
After that, Vane. It's Vane's turn.
Okay, Vane is gonna fly back. So she can fly
60
well,
feet. Make sure you count it.
Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55,
Yeah. So she
60.
can definitely get to that hole.
So she'll be out of the way,
She
but
still has her
in
action?
range. Yeah, she still has her action.
She gonna do anything with it?
She's gonna try again to open up this damn hole.
Athletics check.
So it's a +2. 15.
15. Vane is able to start just
Told you I had a good
clawing
feeling.
away at the bottom half of it. It is opening up. Vane could probably squeeze through. It'd be tight now.
Okay, well, she doesn't have any more movement left, and that was her action.
But
so
now the
that's
hole is more widened up, and Vane would be able to fit in that hallway
awesome.
now.
That's her turn.
All right.
It's my
After
lady's
that,
turn.
Nock, it is your turn.
My turn. Okay, so I'm going to move my full movement. So I'm going to go diagonally under bracket. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I'm going to hold my action to dash until bracket heals me.
Okay.
Because we've had this, like, quick conversation
All right.
while we were in the...
After that, Bracket, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go run up to catch up to her,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to use
20.
Who the hell is it? Give me a second. I have to find my
20.
stuff. I'm going to use what's left of Lay on Hands to heal Nock 7 HP and heal myself 3
7
HP.
HP, so I'm at...
It's individual use right there. So
It's
you can
individual.
use 7 right there. Your next action, you'd be able to use 7 on yourself.
Well, no, I only have 10 left, so it's, I'm
Okay.
healing her 7 then.
And then you would have to heal yourself as a separate action. after
Okay,
that.
Okay.
so my reaction kicks off.
You can now dash 30 more
I'm
feet.
going to dash
And because they
5,
ran
10,
ahead of me,
15,
mine
20,
is
25, 30.
And Kyron now dashes forward.
Kyron dashes.
Holding up the rear
5,
behind
10,
Bracket, or do you want to get
15.
ahead of Bracket?
No, I'm
20.
behind bracket.
All right.
Close the door.
So where are you
Yeah, I
getting?
closed the door
Because
behind
do you
me.
want to go your full movement?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I'll
Probably.
allow you just to tap
So it
that
would be
stone and
25,
everything.
30. So she could be behind you.
It's like I literally like opened it, and the moment they were out,
Yeah.
I just like turned around, it did this, and just started running.
Yeah, normally that'd be full action, but I'm not
Batteries,
going to do that
wow.
stick, or you
You
just
need
tap it
plug
on the
it
way
in.
out. All right. After that, it
Or
is
next
the
to it.
Kiter's turns.
God damn it.
All right. The one on Naresh is going to start again. It's getting a little frustrated. It missed a lot of its attack last turn. It's going to focus in, start with its jab attack this time, just taking one of its pincers and just pushing down, trying to stab into your form for 21 to hit.
God damn it.
Whoa, 21 to hit's a lot, man.
It's going to be 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
It's the kind of hit that I'll hurt Bracket.
All right. After that,
Is
it's going to
Bracket
have
still
its
dual
dagger
wielding
attack,
currently?
Probably.
Up to you.
Yeah.
and that is a
Could be.
Actually, no, you
24
were
to
doing the
hit.
shield.
You're right.
You can take them both
24.
out
Fuck me.
if you want, but
That's
you want to
bonus
use your action to...
It's a bonus
For
action.
4 more
For
piercing
me.
damage.
Okay.
And lastly, it's going to try to get you with a bite attack,
I'll
which
just save
it
shield.
How many
fails at
fucking
a
attacks
12.
does it get?
3.
It's 3 attacks.
Oh, I only have the one.
That's why it's shit that there's so many of them.
Yeah, fuck.
It misses with its bite attack. You got stabbed with those 2, and then you're just able to just block it with your fiddle, just holding its maw back. The last kiter, the one with its face burning right in front of Jinrash, it's going to be... it's looking very, very rough, and it's going to use its last-ditch effort to try to do anything that it can against you. Starting with a dagger attack for a 17 to hit.
That has
Hit.
6 attacks a turn.
That is 4 points of piercing damage, reduced to 2 because you are raging. Next one with a jab attack, that's only going to be a 7 to hit. So the jab
Elf.
attack goes wide, and last it reaches in with a bite attack to try to get you 21 to hit.
Hits.
Fuck.
Wow, I got fucked up.
So that's going to be 6 piercing reduced to 3, and then the poison damage from the bite, 1 additional poison damage.
Oh god, where are you at?
25.
Again, you still see the creatures behind it just trying to claw around, just trying to grab at you.
We're on our way.
It can't reach you, but it's trying to.
No, I'm thinking of ideas.
That is the kobold spider's turns. Jinrash, it is your turn.
I'm gonna take out the jar of oil and try to throw it into the middle of them.
Okay.
Or throw it over the head of the one that's in front of me to splash on the one behind him.
Okay.
To hopefully burn.
All right. This is gonna be.
This is improvised problems, Brian.
I think this is probably. Are you trying to get more power behind it or
No.
more accuracy?
Just accuracy. I'm just trying to throw it over to
So this is
at
gonna
least hit near him.
So this is gonna be basically an attack with a dexterity, using your dexterity. So you're not proficient in improvised weapons, so just add your dexterity to it.
Okay.
And which one are you trying to hit? Are you trying to?
Just the one right behind him.
Okay.
And
All
hope I want it to
Break the jar.
Ignite a little bit.
break the jar
Yep.
and splash him.
And there is some fire in that area right now.
11
Plus your
three,
dexterity.
It's 14.
14.
All right, that is enough to hit. You throw, and the jar of oil goes over and shatters across that kobold spider's head. The oil pouring down. The fire from the rest of the webbings around it just suddenly ignites of that oil. That kobold spider is now on fire, and I'd say.
Would that be a bonus action or an action?
That is an action to
Okay.
throw that. So you roll 1d4 damage, fire damage.
Would it have possibly splashed into others or no?
And it was just aimed at that one. If the oil's just centered on that one location.
That's a 1.
One is still some damage.
Yeah.
If he's on fire, though,
He's now going to be taking subsequent fire damage on every turn.
The one in front of me though.
And
He's on fire.
that one, roll 1d4 for that one.
2.
2. As soon as that one's face just starts melting away, it reaches out one more time, and then its form just collapses on the ground in front of you.
This one's dead.
Yep.
I like Jinrash's answer. I'll let it all on fire and hope for the best
Yep.
at that point.
That whole hallway, Vane's just looking down, is just ignited.
The
on
hallway
fire.
is
Yeah, it's
very
just like,
bright, by the way.
Whoa.
All right.
It's
Anything for your
glowing.
bonus action? You can activate the
I know I
fire
can
burst.
do that.
You could also move if you want.
Oh, my
Yeah.
music went off.
You could get a little further back from it, or you could
Get
be
closer and light it
to
on fire.
It's up to you.
Well, I can still because of my rage I can burn.
Yep, you can
I'm gonna
activate
do that.
Okay.
You're gonna do
But
that?
shouldn't you
Yeah.
walk forward first?
You
Yep.
should walk
No.
forward.
Well, it does 2 damage.
No, but you should walk
but
forward
it's
so you
to,
get 2.
Yeah.
it's 10 feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you should walk forward so you
I'll
get
move
2 of them.
Walk forward.
Forward
All right.
5.
And you activate that ability. The two
Yep.
the 2 kobold spiders in front of you both taking 2 points of fire damage automatically.
Yeah.
Right, that 2 people behind you is looking really bad. The one in front of you is just enveloped in fire. Oil burning, oil just covering its form, and fire is just reaching every part of its body.
That's that barb shit.
Bitches
Alright.
be fucking tripping.
And that is your turn.
They be burning.
Naresh, it is your turn.
Bitches be burning now.
Okie dokie. I'm going
Okie
to
dokie.
two-handed slap him in the face again.
Two-handed slap away, my friend. Roll an attack roll.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Wait.
All right.
I'm going to teleport behind him first.
All right. Bonus action, because you can't see that space. Naresh just appears right behind that kobold spider and needs to make a strength saving throw.
No.
Oh.
In
Oh,
the
there.
hallway.
He teleports
Oh,
into
that's
another
why.
room. Ha!
Ah, crap!
Wait, it's like Rise of the Guardians and Santa ends up on the wrong roof and he's like, wrong roof.
What is the save again, Callum?
That's what I would have done. Fuck it. Teleport to the other
You
room.
rolled a,
Save
fourteen.
it.
Bye.
I'm not dying.
What?
He
I'm
rolled
not
a
dying
14
today, bitch.
and is now knocked prone by the burst. That one is prone if you
Bracket
want.
kills you
Right.
both, runs away. I'm out.
All right, and now roll
Deuces.
your attack.
Have fun, guys. Bye.
All right, I got a 25.
25 hits. Roll your fiddle damage.
My fiddle damage.
My fiddle damage.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12
damage.
points of damage.
This fiddle is fucking awesome.
That one just smashes across its body, jolting it into the wall for a second. It comes back a little bit dazed, holding on, but it is bleeding. You can see that same, what Jinrash said earlier, just purple blood just starting to like pour out of its side, out of its eye sockets,
It's
out of
dead.
its maw, mixing in with the webbing.
I just sing at the top of my lungs.
Is it still
I
alive?
love this thing.
Is it still alive?
It is still alive,
But
it is
it's
very
prone
hurt. All right, so
and dazed.
after that, is that your turn, Naresh? No movement or anything?
Yeah, no, that's my turn. I'm ready to just pummel this thing into the ground.
Kyron, it is your turn.
I'm just gonna use my
Hold your
movement.
action till they move again.
No, I'm gonna use my movement to catch up to Nock.
Okay, 30-foot movement forward.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Right
Standing
there.
behind
So
you.
stay
And then
behind me.
do you want to hold to dash when they move ahead again?
I think that could be a good idea.
Yeah, I hold the dash to
Alright.
make sure that I'm still in the back.
Condition for when they both get ahead of you.
Yeah.
All right. After that, Vane's turn.
Vane.
Vane can try to squeeze through now,
She's
Make
gonna.
it bigger. Make it bigger.
She's gonna try to get through.
and she's able to just get her form as small
Would-
as it can, and then
So
basically
Would
just like
she take it the whole hallway if she was in there?
Just wait. So 5 feet.
if her wings are expanded out, it's 10 foot. When she has her wings in close, she's 10 foot tall, but she's 5 foot. Ceiling's just about 10 foot, a little bit higher. So Vane's just like in this space, just
She's
like,
like-
this is
she's
uncomfortable.
trying
Does that mean
to
that no one
fly.
can walk around her though?
You can still try
Just
to fit
wait.
through allies.
Until I finish the turn.
Okay.
And you will see what I'm doing.
You have planned?
Yes! So she's gonna try to hit the guy right there.
Roll an
She
attack
is
roll.
flying. Nat 20!
Hell yeah!
Nat 20s roll. And are you doubling the dice or doubling the damage of the 2 dice?
I will.
Roll 2 or double?
Because
It's already 2.
So she can roll
Oh.
4d6 or
Could be
double
4d6.
the 2d6.
I'll roll 46.
Alright, roll 4d6.
3 plus 5 is 8, plus 2 is 10, plus 4 is 14, plus 4 is
18.
18
Alright.
points of damage.
Holy
Vane
shit.
makes that attack, the claws just reaching up, just swiping part of its claws apart. 2 of them in the front actually fall off. This thing's just barely holding itself up right now. The blood is just pouring out of its spider claws.
And she's gonna fly again
Fly
to
by,
get
just back
out
the
of the
fuck
way.
away.
because she
Bye-bye.
wants everybody else to be able to get in.
And Vane just whoo, whoo, whoo. Alright,
See, I
after
had a
that,
plan.
Knock, it is your turn.
You guys always think I don't have a plan.
Now you have to run it.
10,
Knock is the
15, 20,
strategist.
25,
Mm-hmm.
30. She's gonna
Alright,
back
it
up.
would get that attack of opportunity as you got into range,
That's
and then
fine.
you backed out. It's gonna make an attack with its bite, trying to reach out and bite down on you.
Okay.
For a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Alright.
Thank God I gave you 10.
It's fine, I'm staying back.
Take 6 points of piercing damage
Okay.
and 3 points of poison damage.
Okay, so 6 points of piercing.
Mm-hmm. So,
So
9 total points of
I'm at
damage.
17. That's fine. So 17. I'm gonna take I'm gonna hunter's mark it.
Alright, bonus action.
Bonus
Hunter's
action,
mark.
hunter's
This creature is now marked.
I'm now concentrating. That is my 3rd spell slot of the day. Do we have a hunter's mark thing?
Yes.
Yes, it's in that file somewhere.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't have a time to line it. Just, if you can't find the hunter's mark in a few seconds, just put anyone on it.
I'm putting feared.
Feared.
On it.
That's good enough.
So I'm concentrating, and I'm going to attack it.
Knocks an arrow,
Yeah.
takes a shot.
16
Knock,
plus
knocks
9.
an arrow.
25 to hit.
25 hits. You're freaking plus 9 to hit.
Yeah. I meant to do I meant to do sharpshooter, but I didn't say it, so D8 plus 5. 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. You take that shot, and as right inside the same maw that just bit into you as you backed away, just arrow, and it falls down right in front of
Holy
you.
shit! So on a next turn, I can move it, right?
Yep, you can move Hunter's Mark.
Nice.
Next turn is a bonus action. Anything else for your turn?
That's my turn.
Bracket. It is your turn.
I'm gonna run to catch up.
All right.
pretty much
You
all I
put-
can do.
using your full dash. Let's
Yeah.
see. 30. You can move 30 foot. Where are you at 30?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
And I want to use my action to dash because you can use action to dash,
5,
right?
10, 15,
Are
20,
they ahead of me now?
25,
That means I have to
30.
follow.
And
Yes.
Kyron uses her action to dash 30 more
5,
feet.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
You guys are all now in that hallway. All right.
and you see them on fire.
You still have a bonus action.
Yeah, I can't use any spells right now, so.
Okay. I think you have Vow of Enmity still if you wanted to use that. I'm just trying to like help you remind if you wanted to use that ability.
Give me 1 sec. I have to freaking.
It's your channel divinity. I think you didn't use it yet.
I don't think so either. I mean, I have to find it. It's just so
You
much.
just had it.
I
It's
guess
either,
I killed it
it's
anyway.
either under
So I didn't
features
Channel divinity,
or
right there.
action.
You got it done.
Yeah.
I'll use it on the next one.
There you go.
It's only 13 to hit. You know what that means?
Sure. What
I
does
use
it actually do? It doesn't actually.
You
I hit it
shout
on
out as a
the
bonus action a vow of enmity, like I'm gonna fuck you up, like something like
So-
that,
Yeah.
and then you have advantage on that creature's on all attacks against that creature for the next minute.
Otherwise
Cool,
I
I'll do
get
it.
You
awful.
can't
It has
hop
a
it.
DC
You
of 14, so that's the.
Yep, you
I
can't
know.
hop it from 2 different creatures, so it's whatever
she's
one you
also
pick,
a
that is the
ghost.
one.
The
you
one
have.
yeah.
closer to
Oh,
me
that-
that I'm gonna
yeah.
yeet. I'm gonna yeet you, you fucking bitch.
But no one
Alright.
can lie.
So
Say
can you
that
put
she's
a
not, 'cause
marker
she is.
on that first one? It is now wait, what type of save needs does
The
it
white
need to
one.
make?
It needs to make a. Doesn't say what type of save it's for. It says it's 14.
Oh,
for the
it's
DC.
probably a wisdom save or something like that.
Charisma.
Charisma save.
Does it say charisma?
Yeah.
No.
When you went over it.
It'll say in the spell description.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that?
Yes.
Let me go back to the spell description. This is save DC, is all it says.
Well, yours, it's your DC, which is typically
Yeah, it's probably charisma, right?
which unfortunately it rolled a 17. So unfortunately, it just looks at you and it does not look like it was affected at all by your threat. So unfortunately, it isn't marked.
It's not marked.
Oh,
It
it's-
will be
That's your turn.
soon. By
That's
me.
your turn.
Okay. They're also one on fire.
Yep.
One's on fire,
All right.
burning like a
It
motherfucker.
is-
By the way,
on fire?
Bracket's out of his shit now.
One's on fire,
Bracket
one
has
is
no more
prone.
useful things. I need the long rest or I'm not
You
I'm
useful.
gonna burn
We
them
all
again.
need to long
It is
rest.
now the kobold
Not useful for
spider's
combat
turn.
anymore.
The
Which
one
one?
next to Naresh uses half of its movement to stand up. This one looking a little bit frantic now. He is looking very injured. He's going to be doing his attacks at Naresh, starting with the dagger attack. 20 to hit, non-natural,
That hits.
is 4 points of piercing damage.
Awesome.
How you looking, Naresh?
I have 9 health.
Oh no.
Naresh is looking a little sickly.
That is
He needed to teleport into the other room to
that
save
is
himself.
that is a 10 to hit with its jab.
Misses.
And last attack, its bite attack, is an 8 to hit.
That misses.
That's
So
great.
This one just stabbing with the dagger once. Now you getting a little bit frantic. You starting to bleed from your body like you haven't in a while. You're just dodging and bobbing and weaving out of the way of all of its attacks.
Better kill it.
Next one, the one that's on Jinrash, is going to be making its attacks. It's going to be starting with its jab attack, trying to jab you in the chest for a 12 to hit.
Does not.
After that, it's going to take a dagger and just try to swipe it right across your cheek for a 13 to hit.
Does not.
Missing, and then just furious, it's going to be reaching down, its maw on fire, opening up and trying to take a bite attack down at you for a 23 to hit.
Hits.
Alright. Is 6 points of piercing reduced to 3, and then 5 points of poison damage. And because its maw is on fire, I'm gonna,
8.
because its maw is on fire, I'm gonna say there is some fire burn damage there, but you are resistant. So 5 reduced to 2 points of fire damage. So you take 3 piercing, 5 poison, and then 2 fire.
10.
Total of 10 points of damage.
Down to 15 health, guys.
We're okay. We're okay. There's only 3 left.
It's just
After
been
that-
attacks us
This is
for
the
longer.
first time I've been down this low.
You're welcome.
This
guys.
is not fun.
We'll be okay. We'll be okay.
And then
It's
the
okay, if
one,
anyone attacks us during our long rest.
then the one
we
that
die.
Bracket tried
We're
to,
gonna be hiding.
the one that Bracket tried to shout his vow at turns around and comes up against Bracket. Now is seeing new enemies appearing.
Have these things spoken at all?
Not since the battle started.
Huh.
Move 10 feet.
Not
Might
that
be.
you can actually hear though, but Jinrash has not heard anything.
Yeah.
They've just looked
Yeah.
and
I mean,
smiled.
I could hear it if they said anything.
Bracket, that is a 21 to hit with the dagger.
Oh,
That is 4 points of piercing damage.
God, we're dead.
It's going to then take one of its spider claws, the other one with that lost, it's dead already. So yeah, one of its 2 front ones, and jabbing at you, trying to pierce through your armor Natural 1 to hit. It slips and actually falls prone for a moment, using 15 foot of its movement to stand back up afterwards.
Wreck it!
In the void
And
from
then
its
just looking
brother.
frustrated, just and tries to take a bite attack at you for another natural 1 to hit.
Oh my
so
God.
This one
Stuck
again steps
prone.
forward. It's some of the webbing just is burning. It was getting stuck on that webbing for footing, and then it just burnt away that flame, singeing it, and its other thing just falls. It's now prone again. So that one in front of Bracket is prone.
That's what you
Bracket's
get for
gonna
round
smack
two
it
that
with the
once.
sword. Gonna
With
finish.
advantage,
That
too.
is the Kiter's.
'Cause he's prone.
That is the Kobold Spider's
For
turns.
20.
Jinrash, it is your turn.
Well, I'm enraged.
That was 2 now ones in a row.
Jesus Christ. That thing
Would you get
sucks.
an attack of opportunity if I move to the other side?
No, it wasn't close enough.
Move between them? So I go
You
from one.
can't move through enemies.
Okay.
You can only move through friendlies.
Okay.
Only I can move through enemies.
Yeah.
Because she's small enough.
Tiny.
That's fine.
Yeah, I just go.
Sorry, excuse me.
No, I like
literally
to.
crawls
I like to
underneath
think I
them.
just like slide under their legs and then go,
Just Legolas shot.
And underneath, sorry.
or like into
Sorry,
their
not
face
sorry,
once I'm back
bitch.
under. You know.
Shoots arrow up their bunghole.
Yeah. Yes.
Do it.
I mean,
One of
like,
these days
axe.
you have to do
Great
it.
axe.
Okay.
And I'm gonna swing at him.
Alright, roll an attack roll.
12.
Only problem is I'm at disadvantage when
Plus-
that happens.
Strength is 3, so it's 15. Plus proficiency, which is 2, so 17.
That hits. Roll damage with your great axe.
D12 plus 3.
As you just barrel down on this one in front of you.
Nice miss.
That's a 12.
Hey, there you go.
So
12
that's 15,
points.
right?
That's 15.
Yeah,
Damage.
15 points of
Yeah.
damage.
You just take your great axe and just
Cleave it.
cleave right through the middle of its form, basically cutting it in half. Part of its now it's still holding on in the back, but the two front
Oh,
is
it's
severed,
alive.
and it's just. We will catch you. It says in Draconic as it falls.
We will catch you. Okay.
Could I hear it?
You can
You
hear.
can't understand
something-
it.
I know I
It's
can't
draconic.
understand it. I'm just asking, can I hear it?
And you are able to hear, but you can't really distinct the talk between their like how like their.
No, I just
growling
mean,
that they're
can
doing.
I recognize this as the same sound that we heard outside of the room?
Jinrash is the one who heard.
I thought we all heard
He
it.
understood it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys you can understand
Does
it.
it
It's the same
sound
language.
like the
It
same
sounds similar.
voice?
It sounds similar. Roll a intelligence to see if you can recognize it as the same.
That's an 8.
8. Unfortunately, you can't really distinct it between the voice you heard outside. It just sounds too similar.
I'm gonna step on his dead body
Mm-hmm.
and just burn.
All right.
So
You step on that as his body just climbing over it afterwards, and then just flame bursts.
So he gets 2.
Mm-hmm. All right, that thing.
He's
taking
dead,
2
right?
points of damage. The one you hit, yeah, stepped on is dead. That one on the ground just getting hit with burning flames. By the way, the one you stepped on was on fire. I'll say that it started burning off, so you didn't take fire damage from stepping on it, but it's still covered in oil burning as he was saying that to you.
Even more of an epic entrance.
The flames just surrounding you as you step over and burst out the flames. The one on the ground turns and looks up, and that fire burst hits it. Its face is starting to melt. It's looking
Would that
real
possibly
bad.
give it like a fear?
No,
save? No.
unfortunately.
That's not how the effect works, sadly.
All right.
I feared because of epic entrance, walking through the flame, creating more flame.
That's
And because it's a spider, fire.
You know what? I want to play my game so we have fun. Let's see if it's afraid of you. Oh, it's fucking terrified right now. That thing just saw you just come through there, and then a burst of fire coming out. It's like, if it was scared of your vow and everything, it'd be like fuck, fuck, fuck. But it's now just like this is my only way out through them and everything. It'd rather take the 3 people there than you marching through the fire, walking over its former ally.
I'm coming for you, motherfucker!
And that is your turn.
Interconic.
Yes.
Naresh, it's your
So
turn.
he understands.
Yeah.
Okay,
This creature in front of
I
you
guess
just
I'm gonna
bleeding.
try to hurt one that's still alive in front of me.
Roll an attack roll.
No, can I teleport? But I'm gonna teleport to the other side of it again, trying to knock it down. So I can
Just
get
whoop,
advantage.
whoop, 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 just popping back and forth between them.
I
Let's
would
see.
teleport to the other room. Really, right, bye.
Yeah.
It once again it can't keep a beat on you. It gets knocked prone from your sonic burst as you reappear beside it.
Thank fucking God. Thank God I would have gotten a nat 1. Oh,
All
okay.
right.
So I got a 15 to hit. Does that hit?
15 hits. Roll damage.
Woo! All right.
Woo! It's a Ric Flair.
Woo! 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 Woo!
10 damage.
10 points of damage. As soon as you knock
Oh,
this thing
this fucking
prone,
guy.
it falls on the ground. You take your fiddle and one more time just slam right down into its spider body. Purple blood splatting on the walls around it. It is dead.
Nice. Thank God. You got, what, 2 left? Or
One
left.
One. And he's prone.
Anything with your
and
turn,
on
all you have
fire.
is movement.
And afraid of me, he's trying to run through you.
So he's running at me. Wow, I don't even have to use Compel Duel.
I'm about to die.
All right, you're going to stay where you are. You turn, you do see your friends down the hall. The whole hallway, by the way, behind you is just ignited on fire. The webbing's burning. It's almost out, though, but all the
Don't
webbing
waste
has
the
caused
movie
this
on it.
giant
Oh, I'm not going
inferno of light behind you.
We might need it later to escape.
All right,
I'm
Kyron, Kyron, it is your turn.
Okay. So I'm gonna move around bracket so that I have sight on it.
Well, you can see automatically.
you can
I
see
know, but
it.
I would rather like not try to use something and then accidentally get you. So they need to be at least on the side so that I'm
So,
not
like-
gonna like.
Yeah,
So, like, he's,
you,
like,
you
here.
You can stay in somebody's
like,
space during your
here.
turn. You just can't end the turn in the same
Yeah.
space as them. So yeah,
So
that works.
I'm
I'm
gonna-
having them just be like on opposite sides of the hallway.
She asked me to
Yeah.
scoot.
Yeah.
Say, move over. Move over.
Move, scoot.
They're just on
And-
opposite sides of the hallway so that they can both see.
Ooh, which one should I use though?
Also gives me a good shot.
Between us.
Yeah.
Okay, if it's on fire, I'm not gonna use that. So we'll do this.
Oh yeah, I burned that bitch.
You have a one-man army, those
So
guys.
I'm gonna use
I
Thorn
have.
Whip on it.
I've killed
Thorn whip.
4.
Yeah.
All right,
So you have to roll to hit.
I have to roll to hit. Yeah.
roll an attack roll.
Plus your
Okay.
Spell attack.
spell attack.
Which is
Probably need another.
Wisdom proficiency, so it should be +6.
Oh, have you seen the
Probably
Google
plus
Maps?
6, yeah.
No.
It shows the
Ooh,
fucking
21.
stop sign
21
now.
hits. Roll damage with your
great.
thorn whip,
they're gonna
So
take
it's,
1d6 piercing damage.
and then you can pull them closer to you if you want.
Nope.
I would say no.
Oh.
3.
3 points of piercing.
And then I'm gonna back up so
you
that
make
I'm
that
not
attack, whip it with your thorn whip, and then it just hits its body and it just falls on the ground. It's wrapped in the thorn right now, and its body falls limp.
Is it dead?
It's
Yes,
dead.
it
I
is
killed
dead.
something!
Hey.
You did most of the work, but I killed it!
I'm gonna
Alright.
keep
I
my...
kill all.
And we are now out of initiative. Basically, the rest of the hall, the fire is starting to burn. Your torch that was hanging in the web clatters to the ground, still burning, and everything is silent except the fact that all of you can still hear crying and laughing at the end of the
I'm
hallway.
gonna keep my hunter's mark.
Well, that means
Well,
I'm gonna back
everyone
up.
get
Y'all
around
can go
me.
figure out what
I'm
that
gonna
is.
start healing.
Heal me, please. You're gonna heal?
Yes, I have my
Wait,
healing
what
kit.
you say?
Nice.
He's
I'm
gonna
gonna
heal
use my
everybody.
healer's kit on each and every one of us.
I'm gonna use my last 3 points for myself, I guess.
Yeah, do
Yeah,
that.
definitely.
Wait, you can use your healer's kit on all of us?
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
How much
Each and
does
every one
that
of us.
restore?
Healer healing. 1d6 plus 4.
Nice.
So we roll it or you roll
I
it?
roll it.
Okay.
And
Alright,
roll it separately
Let's
for
do the
everyone.
healing separate for everybody. So who's first?
Who's the weakest?
worst? Who's God? Yeah, Naresh.
Yo.
Yeah, Naresh.
Naresh.
Wait, do your things work on him?
7.
It does.
You
It's
get
not
7
me.
You're
back.
using a healer's kit on me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Does the healer's kit work on the undead?
Healer's kit does work on the
So
undead.
you get 7 points back.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Yay!
And basically, the only stuff that doesn't work on you is
It's like
All the
divine.
things I can
Yeah.
do to help.
Yeah, everything Conlon can do will not work. on you.
Yeah.
No,
Brackets
hey,
can-
Bracket.
I'm gonna take my potion of healing.
Get 7.
All right. You can add
No,
two-
don't do that. So we're gonna sleep
Why?
We're
soon.
gonna do a long rest.
We're gonna sleep soon.
Oh, are we? I didn't know we were
Yeah,
close to that.
we're gonna try to sleep.
You get 7.
We're just
Yay.
healing enough so we can walk back, hopefully without
Well,
incident.
we want to take care of whoever this is too.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really, really
I'm back
need
up
it,
to
I don't know
21
how
out of
low
26.
you are. If you really need
Nah.
it,
I'm
you
at
can take.
16 right now.
Okay, I'm
Nah,
at
if you get
17. If that makes you
No.
feel any
No,
better.
knock, you get 7.
Oh, I
I'm
got
healing
7.
everyone.
Oh shit, 24.
I'm at 21.
And I get 8.
So
All
I'm
right.
at.
Now mark off 5
24.
uses from that healer's kit that you
Where
had.
is my
used.
I'm just gonna finish the one that I started.
And wasn't
24.
I have like 2 more.
24.
all right. After the healing is done, for a moment you hear the weeping and the laughing stop for a few seconds, and then you hear it, and it does sound like it's coming closer down the hallway.
So
Okay.
it's coming towards us.
I'm going to ready a
Let's
shot.
get the fuck back in that room.
I'm just gonna be like, maybe if I look
Well-
bigger, I'll be
Why
intimidating.
don't we
I'll
just
put my hands
take care
up.
of this now, though?
Well,
I'm gonna
yeah,
stand
it's
like
gonna be one of
this.
those. But at the same
I'm
point,
gonna be intimidating.
if it's
Like-
the one that was,
I'm readying a
As you
shot
are
for as
seeing-
soon as it passes the corner.
The second you see the corner, you expect it on the ground, but it's just
on the
angles
walls,
dangling, just crawling on the ceiling above you guys. Just right now, you can't
Are we
see.
out of initiative?
Is she still naked?
Hold on. You guys can
she
see
is still
Hi,
naked.
Eeyore.
The
Go,
same
back.
Go, Eeyore.
naked elven vampire you cut off the ankles from before. You can see blood pouring out of gaping holes that are in her hand.
Yeah, because she probably just went.
And she's just dangling, crawling across the ceiling. Her feet, just dangling from the ceiling. She's
And
coming towards. Tears are streaming down her face, and she's just laughing. Still, no tongue in her mouth. And
Kyron
you
is
get shot.
full on out loud gonna go, well, I guess I'm not the intimidating one here.
I'm gonna make it a sharpshooter shot.
All right, that's minus what on the shot?
Not one, but
You get to re-roll.
okay. So that's -5. So 17 plus 4.
Minus 5.
No, 17 plus 9 minus 5, which is why it's +4. So 21 to
21.
hit.
1 second.
Can you try to pin it to the wall?
Yeah, just pin her head to the wall.
I
No,
mean,
just,
she's
like,
she's
She's on the
somewhere.
ceiling.
hanging. I
She's on
can't
the
do that.
ceiling.
She's in the
Well, if-
middle of the
yeah.
hallway.
Well, if you pin her
Hanging
to
like
the
this.
ceiling.
I don't think
Wait,
I
she just
can.
hanging by her hands like monkey bar style?
Yeah.
So
She's coming down like fucking monkey bars.
Yeah.
Like, yeah!
Roll damage.
oh, that's also.
With you
Could I
add
have
plus-
hunter's marked her?
No, this is just a
No?
surprise
Okay.
attack. That will take a bonus action. Wouldn't be our initiative.
So 6 plus 15 is
21.
21 points of damage.
What the
21
fuck?
points of damage.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's
Alright.
sharpshooter, my guy.
Yeah, what the fuck?
-5 to hit, plus 10 to damage.
Damn.
Run towards it.
Hold on.
So
No,
that's-
he's doing
that's how
math.
much damage
Let
I
me
did
dead.
to her.
All right, just the arrow gets inside. Just still looking at you.
You want to
gotta
keep
reload.
going
Everybody
now?
roll initiative.
And
now.
I'm literally gonna
More
be like,
initiative.
why is she crying and laughing?
Okay, gold is for me.
Yeah, keep
bitch,
that one.
please. I got a 20.
And everybody,
Again!
Nat
I got a
20.
22, but mine's not now.
Oh, is this
Nat 20.
natural?
Hold your numbers. No, it's still a dungeon.
Okay.
Remember, hold your numbers. I'll get a count on initiative to see where we're all at, so I can get a straight list of where everybody's at.
Yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
rolled
hit
bad,
me for
guys.
another.
I rolled bad.
I will. Give me a second.
Hit
Alright.
me for another.
25 to 20. So
I
Why?
got a dirty
Nat.
20. I got a
I
dirty
got nat 20,
So
so
you're 23.
23.
So 23. You had 23 both initiatives.
Fucking
Yes,
Good
I
job.
did.
And mine-
Nat 20 both
and mine
times.
was a dirty 20.
And Kyron had a 19 last time. Now
Yep.
she has a
Okay, I need
20.
to pee, though.
These dice are good,
Yeah, you
Conlon.
gotta
I'm
keep them
stealing
Moonbeam
these.
her
Alright.
ass.
Oh, I will. Oh,
20,
I will.
20 to 15.
19.
19.
Well, I got a 15.
You got 15.
What did you get?
Vane and I both have a 9.
Oh,
So okay, Bracket's gonna eat this bitch.
We both got a 9.
I'm gonna cleave her in.
no. Well, we need to remember to,
vagina.
like, find her goddamn coffin and set
I
it
think
on
it's
fire.
the one with the spikes.
Probably.
We'll deal with that the next step, as they call
Or
it.
we need to bring her just over to the water and put her head in.
That
Like,
too.
Fuck you, bitch.
Oh,
that
yeah,
too.
if she's almost dead, we should just.
Yeah, we should just
drown
do
the
that.
bitch.
That's
Yeah, don't actually kill her. We have to find a way to get her to the water. And just dunk her. And be like, fuck you. Die.
Alright.
I'm out of spells, so I can't help you guys with anything that's spell based.
We just gotta get her to, like, a point that she can't really fight back. But
Prone.
we don't know how much she has. Because if she just
Naresh.
poofs and disappears, it's gonna fucking suck.
Yeah.
This is the first time you've been in combat with the vampire in quite some time.
How hurt does she
Yes,
look
it is.
from my attack?
It does look like it's done some damage.
Does
Not
she
like
look
she
like
does.
on death's door? Does she look
Death's
like fairly okay?
door?
I mean, she looks.
I mean, she's
I'd
missing
say
her feet.
Just for
She looks like shit,
just for
to be
fun,
honest.
To see how she's looking, because she looks super fucked up, but you can't tell how she's
Yeah.
feeling good. Just I'm gonna say medicine. Just it's
Medicine
a,
check?
yeah, it's a medicine just from a distance. Like
Nat
perception.
1, re-roll. Okay. 17.
17. She looks like it did a fair amount of damage, but she's still holding on to health. It's hard to tell with
Okay.
how fucked up
So
her
she's
body
holding
is.
on, but she's
I
not
think her
like...
ankles has holes in her hand, is bawling
There's
her
literally
eyes
a
out.
naked
Her
woman
naked-
coming
her
at
tongue
us
is
like she's
missing.
going on monkey bars. Like there's a
She's
naked
like,
ass
well,
woman.
blood, she's
Probably
coated in
so
blood.
All right,
Her
But
own
she's not
blood.
like
It's like Jennifer's
she's
body.
not like
what the
super
fuck's happening?
rough. She's like fairly okay.
Yeah, Jinrash,
Okay.
it is your turn.
Oh, I'm dashing towards her.
It's because we did
Okay.
cut our ankles
You're
off.
Running to her.
Your rage has faded
That's
by
true.
this time,
Oh,
so
yeah,
make sure
we, like,
you
we
are
did
already
usually
down
they
one
don't
rage.
So she's at full
Yep,
health.
I already did
Yeah.
that.
So if you did
All right,
half your health,
and
something like
Jinrash said he is dashing towards her.
No,
So
no,
you
no,
have
no, I'm gonna run towards her.
to- Okay,
I
so
don't-
30 feet movement
yeah.
for Jinrash.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
that. Good. Drop her in that pool of
I know,
water.
really, just like
So
honestly
she's
make her
here.
fall.
Smack
On
her
the
off the
ceiling.
freaking ceiling.
So actually, Conlon, use
can't.
use one of the up in the air kind of things for her.
Oh yeah. She can fit on that.
But it's only 10 feet high.
The ceiling's 10 feet high, so she's 10 feet, so you're about 6 feet.
Yeah,
You
well, it's
can't
not designed
reach
for us to
her.
hang them
But
off.
she's
Okay.
not close enough to me.
Well, yeah, you guys can both hit
I
each
mean,
other.
she's
It's-
like
yes,
about
the-
6 feet tall,
Yeah.
The
so
ceiling's
she's
10
hanging
feet,
from
and
the...
she's hanging. You guys can
How
both
far away
attack
is she
each other,
from me
just at an
right now?
angle.
How many squares is she away from me?
She is
I use
5,
my breath
10,
weapon.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60 feet
Exact.
away.
Oh, that might be exactly where I need to be.
All right.
Hold on.
So Jinrash, what are you doing with the rest of your turn?
He's doing stuff.
I'm gonna yell at her. Bitch, you want another fucking limb cut off.
Yeah.
Bitch, you want
I was about to say, because...
You wanna fucking go
I
again?
remember I
She's
cast that
she's
shit.
just looking at you,
clear
still
across
just
it
laughing,
for
the
her.
tears streaming down.
You should
It's
cut her
like
hands
a
off.
weird. It's a weird.
You
like,
want your hands next?
Do that, yeah.
Her eyes just like open, everything.
That
Weird
makes
Hand,
angles.
sense.
fucking
You have to get
axe
closer to
in hand.
Yeah.
Wanna fucking go?
You could, that's
You
my
can move,
movement.
yeah.
Let's fucking do this shit.
What are you doing? Are you holding your action
Yeah.
for anything? Okay. you're
Until
holding
she
action
gets
until
within
she's right
close,
next to you.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh,
All
you
right.
cut her hand off?
Kyron, it is your turn.
No,
I have a
just
question
swing her.
first.
Yes.
She cut her
With
arm
Thorn
off.
Whip,
Her
this.
arm right off.
considering I
Like
can
this.
get them closer, can I yank her
At the
off
elbows.
the ceiling?
Yep. And then
Hell fucking
she
yeah.
would fall 10 feet, so she would take a d6 of blood.
Alright, so I'm gonna go 30 feet towards her.
All right.
And that's where I need to
Okay,
be
so
to
that's
use Thorn
5,
Whip.
Well, that
10,
means you can whip her
15,
into the
20,
water
25,
specifically.
30.
That's what I'm trying to do.
So she's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, exactly 30
She's
feet
under 30
away.
feet. So
Okay.
I'm going to cast Thorn Whip.
But pull her
and,
towards me.
and no, I'm trying to
Oh.
I'm trying
Pull
to yank her
into
to
the
the water.
Oh.
The
Because
pool of water in front
Yeah.
of him. Pool of water in front of him.
Yeah, there's a whole pool of water. I'm trying to yank her into the water.
All right. So roll.
So that plus 6.
20.
That's 20!
20!
There we go.
Thank
Yeah,
God!
20!
All
So
right.
roll
Kyron,
the d6.
you are now have your nat ones and 20s tied again.
Yay!
So do you want to roll 2d6 or double your 6? You could either use 2d6.
I want 2d6.
Okay, then you do 2d6. Here's
Yeah,
your
I'll
d6.
start. 8.
8 points of damage. All right.
But can
and
I
then-
I want to use the bonus to just try to yank her off the ceiling into the water in front of her.
All right, and it says you can pull her 10 feet, basically, right?
Is it
10 feet
the
into
water's
that
10
one.
feet in front of her, right?
Well, the water is basically there's a 5-foot space, and it's basically to the left in that 5-foot space this entire time, so you can yank and pull.
Yeah,
her
I'm trying to yank her. I want to yank her
All
over
right,
the
so
water.
she gets pulled 10 feet closer to you and into the water.
So 10 feet, like.
Cause fuck
and
her.
she
kill
does.
her.
Let me. I'm just gonna see if she is able to, with her hands, catch on the side of the grate to see if she can resist from like going in. Let's just see what she
If
can. No.
Ha-ha!
She goes and she splooshes right into the water. Giant splash of water coming out anywhere. You can see her
Is
body.
she prone?
Part of her skin is now. It's
Well,
doesn't
running
automatically
water
put her prone.
kills
So I'm gonna
vampires.
say basically she's almost constantly prone unless she's on the wall because she's missing
Yeah,
her
yeah.
She
ankles.
can't
Okay.
stand.
Yeah.
But she's now in this running.
She's in running
she's
water,
in
which
this
kills
running water.
vampires.
You can see her flesh is just being peeled away.
This
You
is
would imagine
horrific
this.
looking.
You would imagine this is really painful, but it just seems like her laughing
She's
is
still laughing.
intensified.
Yeah.
All right.
much-
Maybe she wants to die. Now that
much
I'm thinking about it,
damage
she
did that
probably
do?
wants to die.
She's in lots
Yeah.
of pain.
That is the
Well,
end of your
then
turn.
she gets her feet back.
No, in
No, no,
running
but
water,
water
she
she-
won't
Running
come
water,
back.
she can't come back. Like that's what
Oh.
I'm trying to kill her.
Oh, I figured because she could go back to her.
No,
No,
running
not
water will
running water.
kill her. Like she
Oh.
can't go back
It's
to her
acid.
coffin
That is the end of
This
your
is
This is
turn.
one of the only ways to actually
kill a vampire,
This
which is
ends
why
up-
my
Oh,
brain
so we
is
coulda
like,
ripped
wait,
her
fuck
out.
yeah! Your
We
girl
could
knows
just
too
ripped her
much about
into the water.
vampires and took initiative in the right fucking way. Fuck
Yeah, but we
you.
just ripped her
Is that
hands
the
off
end of your
by
turn?
injuring her before she
Alright.
would just attacked us.
Yeah.
Because
After
then
that-
my Kyron's
Cut off
brain's probably
feet,
like,
cut
she's
off hands.
done.
Then we
Bracket,
could have.
it is your turn.
Just-
how far away am I?
Get up to her and just stab
like-
her into the water so she can't move out of it.
Okay, so
I
you're
think I'm too far
in
away
like
for that.
this square, so you're 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 feet away.
So you can't get
Just
to her
a
unless
bit
you
too
dash.
far.
Okay, I'm gonna run up to her.
You can't
I'm
throw.
gonna run right behind Jinrash.
You can throw things.
Okay. You're gonna run up.
Oh, you're right. I can just. I have multiple
Jinrash.
swords.
Spear her.
No, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
Spear
literally
her.
try and throw my sword into her to stab her into the stuck in the water.
Okay, well, It would be more effective if you're right over to stab through. This is probably at most is going to be able to hit her, not stab through, because you can't spear somebody with a sword. If it was a
Damn it.
spear, you'd be able to.
I have a
no.
fly
You
off
can like
sword.
just, it's like you throw it up and go, javelin! Bah!
Yeah,
If
do
you
it.
had a javelin or a spear, it's possible. With sword, it's just going to be able to hit, but you can still do it. You are not
Damn.
proficient
You could
in improvised
possibly do it.
weapons, so it would be just an
With
average
arrows.
strength
With
modifier
arrows.
She's
to
prone though,
throw.
so I get
Which
disadvantage.
sword are you throwing?
Yeah, and in the
That's a good
that's-
question.
Which sword are you
She's
throwing?
prone, so.
I'm probably just throwing the
Oh,
radiant
fun
ripper that's in
fact
my
also,
hand
I'm
right
a
now.
Globalist.
All right.
Just 'cause it's
Is it
easy to
glowing?
Huh.
Yeah, it's probably still glowing.
All right.
I probably haven't turned that off.
Roll an attack roll.
Locked on the dumpster doors. It was,
This
like,
is just plus strength.
askew, and it wasn't moving, so
Hey.
What is it?
it?
23.
23 hits. Roll damage. And we'll actually roll because it is still Radiant Ripper glowing. Roll a d100.
Oh yeah. Yay!
What?
A D100 for what?
Radiant Ripper.
Radiant Ripper.
Because it's glowing.
Because it's
Radiant
glowing when I
damage.
threw it.
Oh shit.
So I could just accidentally just eviscerate her.
That's true.
Well,
Radiant
don't
damage is
eviscerate her,
good, I
because if you
think.
eviscerate her, that means
She's in the
Which
water.
She's in the
oh,
water.
she's in the water.
That's
Never
why it's okay.
mind. Yeah, it's
Alright.
true.
Or else I wouldn't be doing all this. Okay, so I also have to roll my damage.
61.
61. Unfortunately, no additional damage
Yeah,
with Radiant
okay.
Ripper.
Which is
So just a d4, d8 with your
Yeah, no.
sword right now. You don't get dueling, so it's just gonna be the d8 with your strength modifier.
10.
Wait, that's
that's-
percentile.
Yep.
No, I grabbed the wrong one. It's okay.
D8 is the dungeon.
I know what I did
That's a
wrong.
6.
Okay, this is 12.
12 points. But you don't add your dueling on there because
I-
you're throwing it. Because it's just a +4 on top of the die.
Oh,
What
so
do you
it's
roll?
plus 1.
10.
So
So
10.
10. Sorry.
Alright. 10 points
No
of
proficiency?
damage. No, he's not
Okay.
proficient in improvised weapons. Throwing a sword is
I'm working
improvised.
on it, okay? It's on my list.
Alright.
It's a lot of things I'm working on.
After that,
Brackets the multi-tool.
is that the end of your turn?
Obviously, I'm gonna grab another sword out of my sword. Out of my group of swords.
Bonus action pulls another sword out.
I'm just gonna
Alright.
pull the plant whacker out.
Naresh, it is your turn.
All right.
Alright, Vampire Hunter.
This is what you are made to do.
You are.
Sorry that I beat you to, like, what actually kills her.
You can teleport if you would like to, but you will be teleporting on top of water. So
Probably a bad idea.
No, right?
You guys don't know it's a bad idea. Yeah, he can splash in the water.
I'm just letting you know, because he would know not to teleport.
But he can
into
also
water.
teleport right outside the water.
No,
if he
actually, I've only got
No,
one
this
more
one is-
teleportation, so I'm saving
This
that
one is
motherfucker.
big.
could. Okay.
This one is big, covers the
Oh,
whole floor.
gotcha. Okay.
That's why I warned him.
No, go right behind her.
Oh yeah, because
He
it's taking
can't
up the
teleport
it's
that
taking up
far.
the full
Oh.
floor there. Yep.
Yeah,
Alright,
that's
so,
why I warned him.
So what are you doing?
Also, you giving us any instructions?
I think, like, I'm fairly confident she's gonna die, so I want to go destroy her coffin.
So he's just gonna start dashing the other way.
Runs beyond her.
You're gonna get within melee of her if you try to do that.
She's in the water.
Yeah,
I'd
she
say
can't
I'd
really
say
do
you would
much.
be able to sneak by her since she's in the water. If she was just standing up, you wouldn't be able to go through her. But since she's in the water, you would be able to pass by. She would get an attack of opportunity against you.
But she is prone.
She's prone in water. Like,
Yeah.
how is she gonna be able to do anything?
So
It
that
would
would
be a
be your
disadvantage
movement
attack, but
is
she can
30,
definitely
correct?
35.
35, so
She
5,
just
10,
tra-
15,
her
20,
atta- her
25,
attack
30,
is splashing him.
35.
Then, if you want to do your
Do
action,
you want to use your action to also move?
the dash?
Yes.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
So
That's
he-
how far you'll get.
So he gets there, but she is going to get an attack of opportunity at
You
disadvantage.
get
out
pretty
of
far
the
down the
water.
hallway.
As he's running by, she just try to rakes her claws, splashing water outside and just trying to grab onto the side of him. And that's an 18 and a natural 1. So she just slips and she stays in the water a little bit as you pass by, trying to grab over on you.
So she's still just splashing around, and you're just like, ah.
Should I use?
All right, and is that your turn?
Don't need
If
it.
she doesn't actually die.
If she
I'd
doesn't
be like,
die.
I'm gonna try and knock her back down. And
I
plus
mean,
you're
she's still
stuck
in
prone.
there. Yeah, she's
I
still
still
in
have
there.
a shot to get at her.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm saying if she doesn't die, I'm literally gonna do something too. I'm just like, I mean, they can freeze her
Alright.
frostbite
She's
in
a.
the water.
Wait, does she currently have a sword? My sword's currently through
Or
her, correct?
the
It's
dagger.
in her.
It's
It
in her.
slashed her. It's in the water. It's actually
Aw.
probably flowing back towards you right now
Oh, cool.
in the water,
Just
but
do
it's
it.
glowing. It's glowing. You can see like the color just slowly.
Pick it up and
move
throw
in
it
the
again.
water.
Cool!
It's like a
So
boomerang.
on the-
Boomerang!
Boomerang sword!
She's gonna stand up, get out of the water,
Oh, it's her
climbing onto the side of the wall there, and moving up towards Jinrash. Jinrash, you do get your attack on her. She's now within your range.
Is she standing up now?
She's on the
She
wall.
can't stand
She's
up.
on the
Oh, she's
wall.
out of the water.
Wait.
Yep.
Can't she
Yeah,
actually
she's
attack and
on the
fucking
side of the
climb?
wall.
Yeah.
That's your okay.
Well,
They
how much
have-
damage
because
does
They
she
have a
take from the
spider
water,
climb
though?
ability. They're
Okay.
basically
We don't
able to just like walk on the walls.
I'm gonna fucking try and swipe her off the wall with my axe.
Yeah,
Seconds
literally,
worth.
everyone,
Like,
everyone
cut
needs to
off her
keep.
arms.
Depends
Wait,
on
can
how
Kyron-
well you hit them. So you
Can
try
Kyron,
to
like,
hit
out
her.
loud be like, everyone just get her back in the
Guys,
water?
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
3, 6.
Oh yeah, we
I'm
probably
right
should
back.
pause soon.
Unfortunately, yeah, soon. Hold on. You take that swipe on the wall, and it scrapes up the side of the wall, and then she's right on you, and she's going to make an attack at you with her claws.
Oh, so that was a attack of opportunity.
Well, that was you held your reaction
Oh,
for her and everything.
That was a failure.
All right.
It's okay.
That was the worst roll I've rolled.
It's okay.
This-
First one, that's going to be a
Hey, now she's not
13
prone.
to hit with her claws.
She's
Does a 13
Yeah.
hit you?
no
And then she's going to try to make one attack with her bite. That is an 18 to hit.
hits.
Okay. As she reaches down to try to bite you, she jumps in, takes that bite, and her form goes through you. She's still she's on the ground now in the same space as you, and she just had her eyes for a second just light up, and she's just like, and she just backs out of the space, right, takes a few steps further away.
So she doesn't do any damage.
No.
She's spiriting this shit.
Yeah, I think she's trying to like possess him. You can't be charmed while you're ranging.
Yeah.
Are you currently still raging?
No.
You
I'm
can't
gonna
be
say-
charmed while
roll,
you're raging.
Roll a perception check, Nock.
Roll a perception check. Okay.
Are you sweating to death?
21.
I am.
21.
Use
You
your
look
ball
at her
cooler.
face as soon as she passed by
your
and
ball
she's
cooler.
through Jinrash's form. It's not like she's trying to get in. It literally looks like she did try to make that attack, and her body just went through. Even through her tears and the laughing, you can see a little bit of worry for a second, and then just like,
Oh, it's
And she
because the
takes a few
water.
steps
'cause,
back.
like, it's killing her, so she can't really do shit now.
I don't know.
Or possibly she is dead.
and
Or actually, she's already
She
dead.
might be a ghost.
she's now
No, the water might have killed her.
she's now
And
five.
she didn't realize it.
She's now just 5 feet in front of you. She actually is going to use the rest of her movement to try to climb back down the hall. So you're going to get an attack of. Actually, no, you don't, because
'Cause
you
you
used
use
your
your
reaction for the
reaction.
hold action. So you
Yeah.
don't. So she
How
climbs.
far does she get?
She has 30-foot movement. She only moved 5 beforehand, so now it's
So
going to be 25 feet
20,
back.
Yeah.
So that far, or do you want her?
She will
behind
try to
the
get
corner?
that one little around the corner right there. Because she's just climbing on the wall just around that corner. You just see her, after that attack, just attach back to the wall and then just climb going around the corner.
Monkey bars, monkey bars.
So,
You and
Naresh, what you missed, because you actually missed something kind of good.
And important.
And important.
Get to that
but
fucking coffin.
It kind of makes sense that Naresh didn't see it because he
Yeah.
wasn't there. But what happened, Callum, is that she made an attack at Jinrash and she hit.
I'm gonna scream
as-
for him to get that fucking
But
coffin.
as she went in to make that bite attack, Callum, her form phased through him on the ground, and Nock noticed she had like a little look of worry, like confusion, and then she just backed out and she crawled back down the hall, like back towards where you went.
So her
As she's running down the hall, I'm
her
screaming,
body
get to
just-
that fucking
her
coffin.
body went right
Her body
through.
went straight through Jinrash.
Oh, so she can't bite you.
No, she can't do any attacks
She can't
because
do
she's
any
dead.
attacks.
Nock, it is your turn. You're in Vane.
Okay.
Well, that makes me worried. Can we hit her still?
No.
So
She's
my
dead.
dex is
You
Yeah,
guys,
just
you guys have
higher.
had no problem hitting her so far.
Yeah.
my dex is higher, so I'm gonna go first. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30. Damn it. Could I hit her from there?
She didn't have to.
No,
If I was here, would I be able to hit her?
She'd have half cover around a corner. That's how I'm going to rule it and everything, which would be adding +2 to her AC.
Yeah, but you also have plus 9.
I ignore half cover with
You do.
with my sharpshooter,
You do.
but I am at disadvantage since
You're
I'm
within
within
5 feet. Yep.
That's okay.
Isn't the rules of D&D fantastic?
Plus 9, but not really.
Okay. 23 to hit.
23 at disadvantage hits.
Oh, could I have used Hunter's Mark, please?
Yeah.
Okay.
You moved Hunter's Mark over.
Yeah,
to
I
him.
would have moved Hunter's Mark. I just was really stressed out.
I was just
Okay.
really stressed out.
You guys
Okay.
trying to figure some things out.
Yeah.
I'm so glad this finally happened.
So that's 7 plus 5 is 12 points of damage.
All right.
I'm just waiting for his reaction.
How's she looking?
She's looking still pretty fucked up, worse than what she was before. A lot of your non-magical attacks are looking like they're doing damage, but they're not getting full damage on them. But they are still piercing through her, hurting her.
And then I have a logistics question.
Yes.
Could Vane fly over people's heads?
In this space.
In a space like this, normally no, but the rules of D&D, she can pass through friendly. She can't end her turn.
Okay.
So basically the way it works is Vane would be getting her body as small as she can, and then
like, watch out!
And
She'd be like,
everybody's just like, whoo, whoo, and
That's
everybody
fine
just
with me.
ducks,
So 5,
everything as she
10,
goes through.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. She's gonna
And-
dash.
Mhm.
So 5, 10, 15. So
In hallways like that, like I said, I do deem it, as long as she, when she lands, she keeps her wings close, she'll take up that 5
she
foot
can't
space.
fly over her, right? Because
She
she's
has
not friendly.
She has flyby.
Okay, so then.
Oh wait, actually, yeah, she.
Well, could she get there,
there is-
attack, and then?
She can because there's a 5 foot space above where she's at, so she can't.
Okay,
actually
so
fly
she'll
by
be
her.
over her, and the way that she's gonna try to attack is she's gonna try to like push into her to get her to fall.
Okay, roll an attack.
Pin her
roll.
to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try to get her to fall. So this is +4 to hit. 18 to hit.
18 hits. Roll damage.
6. That's 7 points of damage.
All right.
So
knocks her down?
does she get knocked down?
Contested strength roll.
Okay. 16.
16. As Vane digs the claws in, she pushes her to the ground. She now falls. She is lying prone on the ground there.
Thank God.
So she's prone. That's great.
She still has this worry in her face, but still like just laughing.
Someone needs
Not
to
So
drag
Vane
her
is gonna
into
get-
the
Vane
water.
Vane is gonna get
Well, my whole
behind
thing
her.
too is that like I'm like worried about why she's so scared.
So
and
she
worried.
still has a bit of movement left. Can Vane
Because she might die.
get down?
Oh wait,
Wasn't
actually,
even that, it's
Vane
like-
wouldn't have been able to attack. She dashed.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Yep.
You're
so
right.
Vane just ends her turn there. She's still on the wall. She did
You're
not
right.
take that
I'm
damage.
sorry.
Yep.
I forgot that she dashed. Take that damage back.
Yep, I did. So
Oops.
Vane can't end her turn there.
She can end her turn there.
Yeah.
Could she, with a little bit more of her movement, since she has some movement left, could she have tried to grab her, or no?
That's an
Okay.
action to try to grapple her.
Okay.
All right. And that is the end of Vane's turn. Jinrash, it is your turn.
Because she saw that the water did damage to her, correct?
Yep.
Moving 20.
Are you gonna cleave her and then try and drag her in?
He's not going to be able to do both. He can either
No.
try to drag her to the
I'm
water
just
or
gonna straight try and grab her and drag her into the water.
contested strength roll.
Which you get advantage on because you're raging.
I don't think he
No.
started raging yet.
Hasn't he been raging this?
No.
Oh, he
Yeah,
lost
ended
his
it from the
rage.
first
You're
one
right.
and
You're right.
everything.
Strength. So I got a 12.
12. You grab her with axe and she just pull her and you drop her
Yeet her.
back into the water
Yeet.
right behind you.
Yeet!
Nice. So she's in the water, like at our feet, kind of.
Yep.
Yeet.
And that's my
That's
action.
your action.
Lit. Good job.
Yeet.
I don't know what I have bonus actions. I think only fucking.
It's literally raging. That's your
Yeah,
bonus
that's all I
action.
got.
That's
So
literally
you know what's
I'm not
crazy?
raging.
I still could have hit with with
Because I still
-5
have
last
movement, can I
turn,
move again?
think.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, or would she be on the other side of me?
You can't move. You can't move to a friend enemy space. You can move away though.
The
I
bottom
want to move to the other side of her.
Okay.
Like with my
Bottom of the water,
attack,
you
just
know
swing
it's
her
metal.
over my shoulder
You have
into
no
the
idea
water.
what it's made of.
You try to go forward and like to go through her to get there. You do. She is occupying that space. You
Okay.
can't really like go through there. So you do bump into her form though. She wasn't able to touch you, but you bumped into her form.
So I would still move to the other side?
Nope.
Okay.
She's
stuck on that
blocking
side.
your
Okay.
space and everything
Okay, that's fine.
because you can't pass through an enemy space.
Yeah, there's a bunch of double-sided tape crap everywhere.
All right, Kyron, it is your turn.
Okay. How close? Wow, we're all in one fucking spot.
5, 10, 15,
We're running out of
20.
space.
You can get to there,
Okay.
but also she's
You have a lot of
25.
distance stuff.
She's 30 feet away from you, and you can see her
Mhm.
because she's
In
She
that
kind
got,
of
water.
she got pulled back.
yeah, she's kind of occupying the same space as Bracket and I right now.
Okay, so get me the closest I can get.
That Jinrash is you.
You
Yeah.
want to get as close as you can get? 5,
5,
10, 15, 20. That's as close as you can get.
And you'll be right next to her.
And you'll be. I don't want to be right next to her. I want to be another 5 feet behind
So
her.
you wanna
get
be
right
there?
You're gonna be standing in the water where you're safe. Come attack me in the water. I'll dunk you.
All right, what are you doing with your action?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Do I know how bad she's hurt?
You can see after getting pulled into the water right
Again?
there, so much of her flesh is just lopping off. You can actually see it just going down the stream, passing
Ew.
by
So
you.
gross.
There's a lot of it's like dead blackish red blood just filling the water streaming by you.
This is the fun.
Just keep hurting her, really.
I wanted to make a messed up dungeon and everything.
This is the most fucked up thing we've done so far.
What are you talking about?
We
I
cut
fucking
her
cleaned
legs
her
off.
feet off.
We cleaned her feet off.
It's a
Then-
cantrip.
Purposely.
It does damage.
Alright, so I'm gonna use Frostbite.
All right. What?
She has to make a Constitution saving throw of 14.
All right. The icicle just starts forming around her, and she's able to just and out of the water
Damn
she
it.
just moves. She's blasted away.
It's a good try.
But isn't she still in the water?
Yeah, she's still in the water.
Yeah, it's not gonna do any extra. The ice may have frozen some of the water around her, but she's not frozen in it, and it didn't seem like it did any damage to
I
her.
was trying to make sure she couldn't move for a second.
Yeah.
All right, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can really do.
Okay, you still have
So
bonus
I'm not gonna
action.
wild shape for no fucking reason.
Still flame blade.
Keep that.
After
I
that,
will do
so
nothing for you
Bracket,
right now.
is your turn. Your Radiant Ripper is starting to flow down the river right beside you.
Grab
Is it
it.
close enough for me to pick it up with a bonus action?
Yep.
I'm gonna pick it up with a bonus action.
All right.
So I'm
So
now.
now you did pull out another sword, so now you are dual wielding.
I
two swords
put the
right
shield
now.
away to pick it up. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm going to.
That's it. You drop the shield because you can't pick and put away.
Oh yeah, yeah. Whatever. I
everything
dropped the
else.
shield. Doesn't matter. I don't need
Yep.
it right now. And not in the water.
Yes. Okay.
I
Yep.
can do
Just
that
drop
because
it
it
down
says
the ground.
that.
Yep.
It says it in the thing. I
Yep.
read it twice.
Yes.
I'm going to then run to go
Right up next to her.
and stab the bitch
All right.
properly.
Just know you can't end your turn. So yeah, you're gonna.
No,
oh,
she
yep.
can.
I have no
Oh yeah,
movement.
yeah, that 5-foot space. Yep, you can go there. So yeah, go ahead and make the attacks. Which one
So
are
yeah,
you doing?
yeah,
Radiant
go right
Ripper
there.
first.
Radiant Ripper.
And
I'm
she's
going to use
pro-
Radiant Ripper specifically to
She's,
try and.
she's prone in the water.
To-
So, okay, so you're trying to do a specific thing to stab her
Oh,
through
she is
into
also
the water.
hunter's
Yes.
marked.
There's a lot of stuff going. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
everyone. We really
I
need to
forgot
zoom
that
in.
she's hunter's marked.
All right.
Yeah, I'm trying to use the Radiant Ripper to impale her into the stone and.
Okay.
Keep her there.
Advantage athletics check. If this hits, it'll also do damage.
I hope you understand that's an athletics check, Brian. Oh wow, I didn't roll that good. Wow.
Wow.
Wow, it's
Total
still
of
10.
10.
It's still 10.
You take your Radiant Ripper and you just try to jab it down, and her body, while it's fleeing the water, moves to the side. You stab right through the waterway, missing her form.
Oh, exactly. I'm Peter AC.
And you can't bonus action attack. You bonus action picked up
How
another
much
weapon.
did you hit for? What
10.
was-
You got a 10.
You rolled 10? Oh.
Yeah.
That
I got-
doesn't give us any information.
Well, yeah, no, not at all. I
Alright, so
know
now
it's trash roll. I got 1 and
Is that the end of your
1
turn?
and 4.
I also think a 14 not hitting.
Missed her?
Yeah.
Okay, that's more
If I remember correctly.
All right.
That was
Is that
what
the
I
end of your
rolled.
turn, Bracket?
There's nothing else I can do.
Naresh, it is your turn.
We're all really close.
I'm
If
going
she,
to
No,
keep
wasn't that your
going towards
strength?
where I think
That was
her
your
coffin
strength.
is.
All right, you with your dark vision, you are
Oh,
able
yeah.
to
I think
see
it was
her coffin
contested, so
down
that's-
the
that's
hallway.
not
It is a
crazy.
few spaces ahead of
No,
you.
no,
You'd
I
be
tried
able
to
make
swipe
it
her off
to
the
it.
wall. It was a 14, so it was
Oh,
How far away is it exactly?
How
Do
far
I
is the
see?
coffin from Naresh?
20 feet.
I'm casting Shatter at it!
All right, you cast Shatter. All
I'm
right,
not sorry this time.
Now we don't have to worry.
As-
much, as long as that's her
Naresh,
coffin, which
Yeah.
we think it is.
Naresh,
Yeah, what's up?
mark off that spell slot. As soon as you cast Shatter, you see that energy that you're so used to just getting around the coffin, and it goes in like it's trying to crush it, but then there's some sort of magical barrier, and it pushes the Shatter away.
No! What? Okay. Then
Confused Naresh.
I'm gonna go investigate. No, I can't investigate. That's an action.
But you can move straight up to the coffin to end your turn there.
I'm gonna go and do that then.
All right, it's the end of Naresh's turn. Her turn.
Fire.
Yeah, we're all right there.
Fire.
She stands up, gets out of the water, looking around at everybody.
She kneels up. She has
Well,
no
she's
feet.
holding onto the wall, basically. She's basically like Spider-Man, like holding onto the wall.
She has a choice who she
She's
gets to
looking
hit.
at everybody, and she lunges forward to try to attack Vane with her claw attack.
Is she within range? She's kind of 5 feet away a little. Does she move over to
Yeah,
get there?
she moves that 5 foot to get there. If you do want, you have
Wait,
an attack of
then I
opportunity.
get attack opportunity.
Oh, I
I'm
will
gonna
take an
attack.
attack of opportunity as
Wait,
well.
don't we all get an attack?
Your
No.
attack of opportunities
It's
are
only-
with melee weapons. You don't have a melee weapon now.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
Wait,
I can hit her with my
am I
axe.
within that 5 feet, so I also have an attack of opportunity?
I'm
Because we're all like standing near.
Because she
yeah,
was
they would
kind
be
of like...
going around. It would be going around a corner. Let me think about it for a second, Jinrash.
Yeah,
what
do
I
this
rolled
first.
an 18
18.
plus my strength and proficiency, so that's 23.
18 hits. Roll damage.
18 hits.
D12. That's a 12. Plus
Oh, I'm just gonna kill
3,
her.
so that's 15. Can I, because she's moving
How do
from
you
me,
want? How do you want to cut her?
I want to
in
cut her out. No, I want to like hit her with the base of the axe
Mhm.
and then throw her back in the water.
Oh no, you're killing. You're getting her down to 0 hit points with this. How do you?
I still want to do that.
All right.
I want to throw her
Basically-
body back into the water.
No! No! Oh no!
You basically carve with that, and you pull her back, throw her into the water. Her form just starts to come apart, and you see all of her skin come apart. She turns into a mist. And Kyron, since you're seeing this, you can recognize this. You do know from your studies that when vampires do die in water in their mist form, it kills them outright. Their mist form just dissipates and they're gone. However, her mist form sits there, and it just slowly starts moving forward through Vane.
So it's heading back to the coffin.
Damn.
Yeah, that's why I was worried about you doing. I saw the 12. I'm like, oh crap, this is gonna kill it.
That's why I was like, I wanted to just drag her back.
That's why I tried to pin her into the stupid.
I should have used no weapon.
Wait, does someone have an empty jar? Catch her mist form in a jar.
One sec.
Nah, he kind of broke his last jar.
Broke one of them.
That's not what I clicked on. One sec. Are we still in initiative?
Yes, we are.
Okay. One sec.
So I'm just want to see.
Radiant damage, I think, might do it. Which you
Wait.
would probably know
Whose turn?
Yeah, would I know that radiant damage could just get rid of the misform?
Radiant damage she's not like vulnerable to radiant damage, but radiant damage does typically do good. Like it hits, she's not resistant to it. It's not gonna like outright kill her with radiant damage.
Because she's a miss, can I pass through her?
Yes. She can pass through all of you.
Is it my turn?
So you can run.
It was
yeah,
it was her turn. Now it is Nock and Vane's turn.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
I figured.
So
Yeah.
No, 'cause he
Vane
just
sees
did
it
that.
turn into mist, right?
Wait,
I
but
did an attack opportunity.
Yeah.
Oh yes, that's not
That
your
was
turn.
your
Yeah.
attack of opportunity. It's not your turn. It was
Okay.
her turn.
Wait, so how did the water not kill her?
Because I killed her before she
So
went to
she's
the
about
water.
here in mist form?
You dumbass!
He doesn't know that.
Yeah, no, I just tried to hook her with the axe and drag her into the water.
He
Fucking
just
dumbass.
So
did.
this is
He
her.
says,
her
I
mist
just used
form
all the
about
strength
right
in the
there?
world.
Yep.
Fucking
Is
dumbass.
my hunter's mark still on her in mist form?
The only damage
can
we should have been trying to
feel
do
her
to
So
her
I
was
can
putting
feel
marks in the
her.
water.
Yeah.
Okay, so I
Oh,
will
stupid.
warn.
You
Naresh.
you wanted a physical form for the hunter's mark.
Yeah.
You see that ring of thorns just
following
hovering
it.
around the mist.
I will say, Naresh, her mist is coming. Vane
Gotcha.
probably does not know much about vampires, so she's gonna try to hit it.
Give me one
She
sec.
doesn't know.
Give me 1 sec to
She
look up
doesn't know.
something.
Do any of us have like an empty something to like try and catch it in midair?
Nat 20.
Yeah, hold on. Give me 1 sec.
Okay.
He's like, this other stuff he has to look
Water
up.
skin this bitch.
Put her in the water.
Just try really hard.
Yeah.
Can I just like start
Wait,
splashing
wait.
water out the
Yeah.
mist?
Have Vane beat her wings
by the way-
really
by
hard.
the way-
Vane doesn't know anything about vampires.
By the way, if you can, sorry, I thought she had 15 feet in mist form. She has 20. Can you move her 5 more feet?
Okay.
And Vane 5 more
Yeah,
feet.
Vane
after.
would have. Yeah.
Um,
So she
and
had
hold
a nat 20 to hit.
Yep, and give me 1 second.
Where someone inhale really hard.
Someone.
All right.
Wait.
So Vane gets that nat 20 to hit. Her claws
Yeah.
going through in that form, and her claws just pass through,
Just pass
swiping
through?
through the mist.
Okay. So she realizes that that's a problem. So did Naresh shout out to Vane to try to bat her wings like that? Like, did Naresh say that, or is that Callum to Vicky?
That was Callum to Vicky. In his turn, he'll be able to shout out what he needs.
Okay.
Anything for Nock?
Nock. Okay, so he did shout out someone tried to get her into a container, though. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25...
You can walk through her form, right?
Her mist form.
30. Can I occupy the same space as her while she's a mist?
You can. And it
Okay.
fills up basically that entire space.
And I will take out, like a water skin.
Do you have an empty one?
Yeah.
Trapper!
Or, you know what? I don't have an empty one, but I empty it out and try to trap her in it.
It would take an action to drop and get all the water out of
It
that
will?
water skin. Because you have the full water skin. You're not going to immediately
Or maybe
water just
did I...
doesn't disappear.
Could
You
I
have to-
maybe have drank it all by now? Honestly, I feel like I might have.
You guys would have drank a little bit, but not all of it.
Because
by
we
now.
had 2.
Mhm.
1 second.
Yes. Let's look through inventory.
Yeah, I'm looking through my inventory. Give me a sec.
I don't, you're not.
Like
I wish
did
we still had
Dean-
those little jars from the fucking
Yeah, like I did
acceleration.
Dean water skins.
I'm gonna try to trap her in my bull lantern.
What are you trying to do to get her to trapped in
So
there?
I'm gonna open up the bull lantern
And literally.
and just go and try to close it while she's in there.
So trying to like just go.
It has an empty. It has an. You can open it and then you could just put it in, correct? Because it's pretty big.
Yeah.
Bull lanterns are like this big.
You
So I'm
definitely
gonna try
get-
to like sweep her into it and just close it.
Genie in a bottle.
Yeah.
Right,
Maybe
I
like
do
fan
not
her
know about
in.
this.
I don't know. Like I'm gonna do my best to try to get her into there.
Brian might have to look
Ryan's
up stuff.
like, fuck you guys, I have no idea how to fucking handle this.
That's our
This is
goal.
part of
Have we
D&D.
gotten a fuck you guys from the DM yet?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, you're close.
It's part of D&D to try to do things.
It's part of D&D to just try to make sure that you get your DM as angry as possible.
I don't think he's angry yet. I think he just doesn't know the answer.
I'm gonna try to like use my hand to like fan her in.
To waft.
Yeah, to like waft her in.
Vicky.
Yeah.
Like,
Colin and Brian, as honest answers as you can, is air able to still get in and out of a lantern?
It depends on the lantern.
no, that's
design.
what I was just about to say. The lantern will not seal because fire needs to breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's
you
not.
So you are able to wish
But
it
the-
around.
Well, what I was
and-
thinking
Well,
is I
no,
could
that's
close
also
it and then
dependent.
light it. That was my plan.
Okay.
To like light her mist form on fire, basically, was my
To
plan.
see if anything happens.
Yeah, that was my idea.
All right. Yeah, you get her in.
Yeah,
I get
so
her
you
in there
still
and then
can-
immediately light it.
And
But it's-
the flame
but at the same
is
point-
burning, and you do see that in there.
At the same point, it wouldn't burn, or she wouldn't be able to escape instantly.
In mist,
It's like a slow seep.
and you're not getting all of her mist. This is
No.
like a full space. You're not gonna be able to get everything, but you get a lot of her form trapped inside
It's a
there.
very slow leak from it.
Yep.
It's
and
like barely
she is.
any.
You see the fire in there in her mist.
I stayed defensive.
Unfortunately,
If
when
anything,
she's in
it
mist
wouldn't.
form, she is immune to all non-magical damage.
Okay.
So you do start
Well, I
seeing
don't know that.
some of it slowly seeping out through the cracks.
Okay, so I see nothing happening.
Yep.
So that's my action to do. For my bonus action, I can't do.
You can
anything.
see your hunter's mark so confused right now. It doesn't
Yeah,
know
it's
where
no
to, like,
how to
circle
follow.
around.
Well, I'm gonna try to keep her trapped in here for as long as possible. So I'm just gonna try to like cover up the holes as best as I can, just to kind of keep her trapped for as long as I
To
possibly
try and get
can.
to let Naresh do something.
Yeah, to give him more time.
Jinrash, it is your turn.
I'm gonna stall. Gonna stall.
Well.
I don't have any magical damage. Like.
Yeah, neither do I.
I am out of magic.
Isn't your plant one a magical weapon?
On plant things that are made out of plants.
But it's a magical
It's not
weapon.
considered magical. It just does extra damage on
Oh,
things.
it's not magical damage.
Yeah, neither of my swords are actually magical. They just have effects.
I don't have any damage shit.
I don't have any
You guys are
spells.
still level 4, guys.
I don't have any spells for like damaging stuff.
Can I dash to the coffin?
You can. And you can pass through your friendlies and run
5,
into the
10,
mist form.
15, 20, 25,
Well, what's
30.
there?
Is
No,
how
I
far
want
you
to carry.
get.
I want to also. I didn't pick up the torch.
So
Yeah, torch is
30.
still on the ground.
30's
for
here.
him.
Do you want to
I'm
get
going-
to the other side of Naresh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the way.
Naresh can give you
Um,
instructions.
Yes. I can't do anything.
Yeah, that's your
Bonus
action.
that. Yeah, I have
And your
bonus
turn
action.
there, Kyron. It is your turn.
to anything that you're doing as everybody's rushing forward following her.
Is there anything I know about being able to like stop someone's like a vampire's mist form?
Roll.
Dump the mist in the water.
Roll.
What?
You're chewing.
Dump the mist in the water.
Roll a history check.
I don't know if that'll work.
Real history.
Wait, is she trapped in the
Do
lantern?
a
Partially.
like
roll,
slightly.
roll a history check with advantage. 'Cause
history
your
check
studies.
with advantage.
She's partially stuck in the lantern.
Both of those fucking sucked. Okay.
Now you have to
What's
double.
my history? +1?
I think so.
Yeah, that's like a 7 then.
All right. You're trying to think as hard as you can. You know that her form, being in mist form in the water, should have been enough
no,
to
that's
kill
everyone.
her.
History.
Oh, so
plus
she knows
like-
that should have been enough.
Mm-hmm.
That her
And-
being in the water should have been enough.
And you're just racking your brain. You don't understand why. This is the first time you would have seen it in person, but everything in your studies pointed towards water would have killed her.
What he
So
did
it's
was the
really-
right thing, but you have no clue why it didn't work, essentially.
Yeah. So I'm just confused why she's not dead. Which means she has to have something beyond just being a vampire.
That or she's
Maybe.
something didn't fail with the.
What he was doing.
No, the water wouldn't have failed. But that's the reason
No,
Kyron's
yes.
confused. Because she's like, the water wouldn't fail, so why the fuck is she a mist now?
Anything else with your turn?
I'm trying to think. Hold on. I think Kyron, considering she's so fucking confused, is gonna start just trying to dash so she can get to the coffin too.
Okay.
Okay.
To be like, where the
Oh,
fuck
pick up
is
the
this going?
pick up the torch. Pick up the torch.
The torch is behind you guys.
Yeah.
Several feet.
Yeah.
30. So
No,
that's
okay.
30,
Torch.
so 5,
I'm the only one
10,
carrying
15,
any form
20.
of light. The
She has,
glowy
Okay.
sword.
she has the lamp.
That's
Nock
as far
has
as
a
you can
lantern on.
get.
Yeah, I
Oh,
want
yeah,
past
Nock has a
it.
lantern.
We want fire.
That's as far as you can get.
And I'm gonna go past it, and I'm literally like,
Oh yeah,
with
you're
who
a fire
I'm
breath,
with.
right?
I'm with what?
I don't
Naresh
have
and
it.
You're with
Jinrash right
Naresh
now?
used
and
it.
Jinrash.
Yeah, but you can't
And
right.
literally, I'm just gonna say to
No.
them, be like, that should
I
have
have one
worked.
left.
I don't think
So
she's what we think she is. Like, she has to have more or be more if she survived that.
okay.
All right.
Because she's just like, because officially Kyron's just like, what the fuck is she? Like, who is she? What is she? Where is she? What?
Why is she?
Why?
Why is she? How is she? Like, what the fuck is happening? Like, I'm
She's
just
not
beyond.
doing well.
Kyron's beyond.
Oh, Bracket, it is your turn.
Kyron's too into vampires.
Are
to
you asking me? You're gonna
Scream
say
for
how
not
is
to
she?
run back.
Kyron is too into
On your
vampires to ever
Damn it.
believe that she's wrong about it. So she's just really like, ah!
Bracket.
So you failed to give the instruction for someone to go run back and get
Yes.
the stupid thing.
No, not run back to get the. For not to run back with the lantern, because if most of her body is farther back, wouldn't the whole mist have to go further back to get to the? And it's only 20 feet.
I don't know.
Because
Bracket
she's
knows the
mostly trapped
absolute
inside.
least about
So
vampires,
So
technically.
Bracket, what are you doing?
Besides knowing that
Maybe.
he's vulnerable to water. Like, I know nothing else.
you standing there confused?
No, I'm gonna do beyond standing there confused. Did you yell about a torch?
No.
Not
Oh, you
yet.
idiot.
You could
I
get
have
to
another
like
one.
here or here.
I even have more
Jinrash is the-
torches
just
too.
the
that's
I
other
fine.
have, yeah.
Jinrash is the only one with that torch idea.
I understand, but he didn't say it out
Yep.
loud. So if he said it out loud, I could have lit the torch and ran over. that was the
No, the
thought.
torch was still on fire.
I know, but I could just lit another one. I have a whole.
I
have
would have
multiple
said
torches
that
too.
the fire didn't do anything.
No, I want to use a torch on the coffin.
But he didn't yell it, so none of us know this except for his brain, which
You
is
have other torches.
I know I do.
he just didn't. He used his action to run over there. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna not use. I guess I'm just gonna walk over to where everyone is at this point and just follow and be like, "What the fuck's going
So
on?"
like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Yeah.
Do you want to get in between, like in here?
No, I'm not even
No,
gonna
okay.
dash because I have no clue. I'm now following. I'm just a follower. I'm just like I have
Okay.
no clue what's happening.
Naresh, it is
I
your
have
turn.
no way to help really.
Okay. So,
You said you wanted to investigate the coffin?
I do want to investigate the coffin. Will that cost my entire action?
That is your action.
So you have other options.
I do have other options. I really want to identify the coffin. Okay, whoever's near me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
raise your hands real quick. All of you?
Me.
Everybody
me and
moved to the same space,
We're all
basically.
like, we are all within hearing distance of you, but not all of us are within
Jinrash and
melee
Kyron
range.
are closest to you.
Okay, I'm gonna let you guys know. I tried shattering the coffin, and it dispelled my shatter.
Okay.
So,
It has a shield
I
of some
need
kind
your
on it.
guys' help as to how I need to deal with this coffin.
So
So
burn
I
it?
cannot...
Fire?
So the question is, what kind of damage can go through the coffin?
Fire
that's
my
what we're
axe.
trying to find out.
Can you cast Identify? As your
Can I
action?
cast identify? Of course I can.
You'd have to use a spell slot in this case. He can't do it as a ritual.
Yeah,
like
I
he
know.
wants.
Yo! Light a corner of the fucking thing on fire. I have an idea.
Kyron's just gonna be behind him being like,
So Naresh, what
We'll
are you doing?
find out.
Investigating?
You have a jar
I'm
of oil.
going-
I have a quarter, or 3/4 of a jar
I
of oil.
have 2 jars of oil. Yes.
well, if
I
the
have-
fire doesn't
No,
work, I'm
I'm
trying
gonna
to think
cast
like
identify on
maybe
the
like
coffin.
radiant
what?
damage to work on it. So me and you would have
I'm
to
gonna
do
cast
something.
identify on the coffin.
All right. You cast Identify on the coffin.
So Yeeter with Radiant
And it
Ripper.
goes, it's a coffin. All it says, it's a coffin.
Thanks, great. Fuck
Is
useless spells.
there goldfish in that goldfish box?
Yeah.
Can I have some?
Ooh, can I
I don't
also
know.
have
You
some?
have to text Casey and ask her her goldfish.
Casey!
So there's I just text her. You have a phone?
Jeffrey.
So yeah, Brian, I did cast identify on the coffin.
Yep, I
Because
know.
my assumption was that the coffin
It's
dispelled the
sweet.
shatter.
So you cast Identify on the coffin, and you do know it is just standard coffin. It is a coffin, but you do know
He goes,
specifically.
it's a coffin.
You do know 2 things you're able to get from the Identify spell. This is why I just had to read it. You do know it is the coffin of the person whose
need a
coffin
towel.
this is. Her name is Fashila Miseril.
It's a lot. Oh, it's on my leg. Oh, it's on my leg. Oh, it's
Do I
everywhere.
recognize that name?
Roll a history check.
I made an oops.
At disadvantage
Yeah,
because this is
white
a very long time ago.
Asia.
Not in a good way though.
Asia.
Thank you.
Come on now.
Did you piddle?
I got too excited.
That's not nice.
I got a 19.
Asia, no one's playing.
Oh wait, disadvantage? I got a nat 1.
Oh. He
Okay.
doesn't know shit, does he?
No, he doesn't. If it's a nat 1.
Sorry, disadvantage.
Yep.
Fuck.
You do. That name means absolutely nothing to you, and you do realize though, this coffin is being affected. Is part of a spell. It is It is connected with an imprisonment spell.
Imprisonment? Yeah, I bet she's not allowed to die.
Yeah,
That's
probably,
what I'm
she's
thinking.
probably like cursed.
That
She's
is
cursed
that
and
is what
can't
you
die.
get from your Identify, Naresh.
That was my thought already.
Does he relay the information back to us?
That is
Oh,
up
hell
to him.
yeah.
It's his
Oh, yeah,
turn.
hell yeah.
So Kyron
So
probably
So
would catch
it's
on to
part
that
of
and be like,
imprisonment
she's.
spell.
What do you say exactly, Naresh?
It's part of an imprisonment spell, and her name is
Fashi-
Miseril.
Would I know the name?
Fashila Miseril.
I want-
Disadvantage
yeah.
history check.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll
How
2.
many of us
You-
can do that?
You haven't studied things in
Okay.
the
Yeah,
world
I-
at the time.
you know
I
you
have,
maybe-
I'm the best
I
chance
just-
here.
Okay.
But could I
this is from this.
disadvantage?
Yeah.
Oh,
that was-
God. Damn it. 4. Fuck
4.
me. Fuck me.
Unfortunately, the
History, so
Could
name
I have
Five.
tried or
Absolute-
no?
no,
No, it
just
was
2
three.
people. Those are the 2 people
Okay.
who would have the history with vampires.
Yeah.
Bracket knows bullshit.
Jack shit.
I mean, I'm like
Rolls
slightly
with
interested in them.
disadvantage. Rolls 20 both
Twice.
times.
All right. So is that the end of your
And-
turn, Naresh?
I actually need to
Yeah, I
make
guess
house.
it is.
Oh, wait, we're still in like
Behind
initiative,
you.
so I can't say anything?
Oh,
'Cause I was gonna say something.
Wait.
Yeah, we're
Can
still
I
in
send this
initiative.
back to the end of my turn?
Because she can move.
You can what?
Still even.
Where?
I think
where
you're good.
Back
I
at
think
the end of my turn, I've got
Yeah,
one
it's
thing to
okay.
say.
Yes.
Could
say
it
one
be a
more
bonus
thing,
action
if
from
you
the
can-
light of
There's
fire
still
on
a
it?
bit of water on the floor, but it's not like.
Vicky.
Yes.
Nock. Sorry.
Yes.
Have you relayed the fact that you caught a lot of the mist in the lantern?
I haven't said it out loud, but you might be able to see that I've
There's a
done it.
lantern
You-
on,
you
and there's
spent-
clearly mist around the lantern.
You may have been able to get passing glance, Callum, but you have been spending your turn casting Identify, focusing on the coffin, so it's quite possible you have not noticed that yet.
Wanna try?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, basically what I wanted to say was capture the mist, and in whatever we capture the mist in, dunk it in the river.
That was what I was gonna say. Was to put the lantern in the river.
Like, I'm just yelling that over my shoulder.
And at the end of Naresh's turn,
Where's my
That is now the end of my turn.
I have no clue.
it is able to, you see all the mist just coming out. As long as it can pass through, it has no issue passing through holes
Okay.
10, 15, 20. It ends its space basically right next to Naresh, right next to the coffin.
Oh god.
So you see it come out of my grip, basically.
And as she gets right next to the coffin, you see the coffin door open up. Everybody other than Nock, this is the first time you're seeing the inside of the coffin. Inside, there's just spikes on both.
You know
both
why
sides
she was
of
so
that big
worried?
thing.
Because she doesn't want to be in the spiked coffin.
Just everything, just on both
That's why she
sides
looked so worried
opening up
about
like
getting
a giant
hurt, because she
imprisonment.
realized that she'd be back in the coffin if she got too hurt.
And that is the end of her turn.
So it's open.
If you guys want, we can keep going through initiative for this last time for turns, or we can all do, but it's just, you only have one action you can do, whatever order you want. And
Oh.
then she'll be able to
I'm
go
gonna
from
dump the rest of my last jar of oil into the coffin. That's open.
there. Okay. Alright.
So now
Well,
someone light this
Kyron-
bitch on fire.
Kyron out loud is probably literally going to like realize what's going on and be like, guys, she's not allowed to die.
You see, as you pour that oil and everything, it basically is hitting something. That's
It's hitting a
blocking the
barrier,
way
so
and
you're just
just
making a
pouring
puddle of
down
oil
the
like
side.
yourself on
There's
fire.
a puddle of oil on the ground right now.
Technically, you could
You
rage
lost-
and light it.
You lost another
Okay, good.
quarter of that the thing of oil. You threw one, and then the one
I know.
remaining, you have half oil left in it.
Okay.
Kyron's going to start yelling,
Down.
guys, she's not allowed to die. She didn't want to go in the coffin. That's what's happening.
Yo. Okay. So once she gets in there, I'm fucking tying it fucking shut.
Is
She
anybody
can't get out of there anyway. What do you...
is anybody else doing
Just in
any
case.
other actions on this turn?
Can I? So
My
like, does
question
a
also-
bedroll come with like a sheet?
Bedroll is
No, it's-
basically
Is it like a
It's,
sheet?
it's a blanket.
yeah, it's basically just a blanket.
So I have like a blanket.
You
Yeah.
have a blanket.
So could I unfurl the blanket and try to grab her in the blanket, like just kind of wrap it around
She
her,
just keeps trying to catch her
and then just
there.
run?
Air can still pass through.
Like try to get it as like tight as possible.
No, it's a
blanket.
porous.
yeah,
thing.
air can
Porous
still
goes right
pass through.
It's not a
blankets and
sealed
everything. It's not
item.
sealed.
Can
Yep.
can I not like tell her to
So,
try and get Vane to like...
Knock does
Oh,
try
does
to grab
someone
it with
say
the
that to
blanket.
me finally?
I'm gonna literally say out loud, try to make Vane try
Flap.
to
Vane,
pull
flap
her
your
away.
wings at the fucking thing
Okay,
of mist.
so I'm gonna just stay there for my turn. Vane will go over after
Vane, flap
hearing
your wings, flap
everybody.
your wings.
And
Flap your wings.
even I'll be like, Vane, try to get her back.
And try to she'll try to flap her wings in that direction to blow her that way.
Roll dexterity, see how strong the wind she can.
Dexterity. Ooh,
Nah.
22.
22. You are able to blow the mist about, I'd say, like, most of its form. It's trailing in a pass of 15 feet now. Like, the whole
15.
hallway right there in 15
So it's
feet
back here.
is basically occupied. Her mist is just separated in that 15-foot form. It looks like it is all slowly trying to move back towards the coffin.
So
I lost my chocolate.
I kind of realized that there's nothing I can really do. And I'm just going to back up 5, 10, 15 out of the way so that everybody else can. Or actually, could I try? I know this is really crowded, but could I try to?
Knock, give me an arrow.
Could I try to light an arrow and shoot the coffin? Is
Well,
what
the
I'm
coffin
asking.
doesn't have any oil.
It's fire resistant.
No,
We
the
don't
oil
know
went. No, I poured oil
It's
onto it.
wooden.
I poured
Literally.
oil,
I
and it went
understand
right
that,
onto
but
the
she
ground.
didn't see that, and you can't
Yeah.
talk on not your turn.
So you can try to
she's-
light an arrow on fire. That
Yeah.
takes the action right there. Next turn, you
That's
be
the
able to fire.
action to light it.
Yeah, you need to spend an action to try to get it all lit on fire.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well then, yeah.
Naresh and
Would I be able to
Racket-
see that?
Yeah, but
Well, no, just see the her lighting up an arrow.
yep, you.
Don't fucking shoot! We're flammable!
Literally
That's at the
standing in-
top of your turn next turn because you already
Yes.
had something. Racket and Naresh, anything you want to do this turn?
Well,
I'm
I'm
not
waiting.
gonna hit you guys.
I poured oil.
I'm going to dump one of my
I said
water
we're
skins
flammable.
Out.
Yep.
Okay.
I
You take
I
the whole
thought the
turn
oil
dumping
was
a
just
water
like
skin out.
on
It
the
is now
floor.
empty.
Yes,
Naresh,
but we're
anything you're
standing
doing?
in it.
They're standing in it.
It's a quarter of a gallon.
Can
There's
I
a lot
get
of
in
oil.
the coffin?
Can you get in the car?
You try to walk towards the coffin, put your arm, and it basically repels your hand the second it touches. It
Did
gets
no one
starts to get
listen
into
to
that
me when
space.
I was yelling? Kyron's still being like, guys, She can't die. She's not allowed to. Anyone understand what I'm saying?
And that is your action,
Shoot
Callum.
the guarantee.
Anything
Anyone.
you want to try to do
Bring her in the
bonus
water
or
skin.
anything?
With water in it?
No,
I
and
don't
I
know.
understand
Don't
she's
Spray the water. Squeeze it.
vampire. But I was wondering if I could fill in the coffin, because if you keep the vampire's mist out of the coffin for an hour, she'll cease to exist.
I understand that, yeah.
In your turn?
Can we close it?
Yeah, that'll end my turn.
I don't know.
It'll just open.
It seems as a barrier.
On,
It
Yeah.
starts to open the second that it's
on
like,
her turn, she moves and her form gets sucked into the open coffin.
Damn it.
Alright, wasted a water skin.
You had one chance.
It-
I have wasted a water skin.
It closes
It's okay,
for
I
a
can
second,
purify water, so it's fine.
and then you guys just start hearing that laugh cry again, and then the door just closing. You just hear her laughing and crying as you can see her form as it's just spiking into her, and then one final close, and you can hear her voice goes silent. And that's where we'll take a break.
Damn it! I know what I want to do now. I'm wrapping that
All
fucking
right,
coffin,
5-10 minutes or so. We'll be right back for a little bit more today. Thank you guys for being here at this point. We'll see you in a little bit.
It's been our longest continuous session.
Yeah,
Okay,
fuck you,
pausing.
fuck you,
We have
fuck
more
you, fuck
time.
you.
So
You were on the
wait,
wall
wait.
for how
Sticky
many
note,
fucking
come
years
sticky
and you
note.
managed to get killed again?
Intermission.
Fucking-
Intermission. Oh, this is
This
the wrong
vampire
people.
must have done some real bad shit.
Well, she was
Yeah.
the one.
Welcome back. So, where we left
Fucking
off.
nerds.
Hey, whoa.
Weapon-
Yo,
Watch who
I
you
take
call
offense.
nerd.
I'm offended.
I am punk. I am not a nerd. I am punk.
Oh bullshit, you're a nerd too.
I am punk.
So,
I am nerdiest
I am
of the
punk
nerds.
rock.
so where?
Punk Rock puts on Pooh Bear
Yes.
costume.
I am punk rock, damn it.
I am Purok.
So
Yeah,
where
and I'm
this
a jock
jolly
still.
band of Halloween costumed individuals left off.
I'm not putting it back on.
Oh my god, bro.
That's not in the right part of the costume, Brian.
Guys, we have Jack Skellington.
Hello.
Bum bum banana
So-
banana.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween.
Banana.
So where we ended off, you guys were just in
cannot
the
afford
middle
this
of a
song.
fight with
We'll
6
sing it anyway.
kobold spidered creatures that you have never seen before, which after healing up a little bit, you ran into the same vampire that you had saw crucified against the wall.
That I ripped off or cut off its fucking leg.
In the middle of the fight, you guys realized you couldn't damage her. Or, I mean, you guys were able to damage her, she wasn't able to damage you as she passed through Jinrash's form. You guys chased her mist form. Even though she died in water, she still turned into mist, floated back to her coffin, got in, and the second it opened, she got in, slammed her. Her form was back all completely reformed in there instantaneously. Again, Kyron knows it takes about an hour for their body to reform, but she was instantly back in there. She
And
just
instantly
crying
just-
and laughing again, and after about 5 or 6 slams, stays shut, they all went silent. Nock has an arrow with fire on it.
Knock,
aimed at the
don't
area.
shoot! Don't fucking shoot!
Anybody
They're in a puddle of
proficient?
Oil!
I don't know that.
Anybody proficient in perception? I believe it's only Kyron. Roll a
Just
perception
It's
check.
just me.
I think that
I'm proficient in perception.
Vane is proficient in
All right,
perception.
everybody proficient in perception.
Bracket
She
proficient.
gets
Bullshit.
advantage.
Wait, do I get advantage?
I got an
No.
18.
Damn it.
Vane
Give me 1
gets
second,
it.
I need to know.
21.
Is it plus 6?
What's your perception? Plus 6?
I think so.
Wisdom plus 2, I believe. So it should be plus 6.
Wait, wisdom and perception plus 6?
Well, your perception with proficiency is your wisdom plus your proficiency modifier. So I should believe it should be 6 for you.
I think it's plus 6 for you.
That's why you're
plus
passive.
I
That's why your
got
passive
I
is so
got
high.
a 9.
9. And what did Vane
Oh.
get?
21.
Yeah.
And what did Naresh get?
I got perception.
I got an 18.
Are you
18.
I got
you-
proficient in it.
you're
Yes.
proficient?
I got plus 3.
So
No,
I'm
that's not.
wrong.
You're not proficient.
Yes!
so Vane.
I have a dot on it. It's perception. I have.
Vane.
I
How
roll.
did you get perception?
Oh, that didn't happen.
Doesn't matter.
Alrighty.
So Vane and Naresh can hear, just very subtly, just it sounds like a gear turning, and then like something just moved down.
So it's like she.
I'm
probably
going to
just
Some
dropped.
it sounded from the sound down the hall. It was a little bit. You
How much
can't-
would you bet she's on the wall again?
You can't.
That's what I'm
pinpoint.
going to go check. The first thing I do is try to run back here.
Well,
to
you
see
didn't
if
hear
she's
it.
there.
Wasn't
No,
it
but the
Vane?
second she's in the coffin, that's what I was going to do. anyway.
As soon as that happens, Jinrash is just like, Nock, don't fire, and Nock just turns and starts
I just
running
start running.
down the path.
Good.
Is anybody following?
I'm running back
I'm
after
right
her.
behind her.
All right, and we can actually
Before,
As I run-
before,
And
I have a question.
We can turn off the battle cam now because we are out of
I have a
this, so we can
question
just
for,
get everything off the minute.
Yeah, but are we gonna end up in combat again or no?
As I
Alright.
run, I'm going to dip my arrow into the water
Mhm.
and put it back in.
All right. So you guys all start.
Quick
swimming.
question.
Is everybody following?
If we put the coffin in the water, like submerge
So I
it.
had
You can't even touch
You
the
can't
coffin.
touch it.
I can use 2.
I figured we could wrap
You
it.
can't
in
even
rope.
touch it.
I'm trying to wrap it in
you
rope.
haven't tried it.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it in rope.
So who's running and who's staying?
I'm
right
staying.
behind. I'm right behind Nock.
I'm going
But
with
no, I want to ask, if we submerge the coffin in water, would she be able to get into it?
She's
Like,
already
wait.
in it.
She's already in it. Right?
Yes. But would it kill her?
You shout that
She
as
can't
everybody's
die.
just running away.
I'm just asking for the
There's
question
a curse
of...
on her that she
Vane's
can't
like,
die.
Way up there.
Jinrash, you are now alone at the coffin as everybody's running away towards. the
He's
other
just
side
yelling
of
at
the
the
I don't
coffin
give a
like,
fuck.
I just want to know if she'll die.
I just want to know if a vampire, if their coffin is submerged in water, would it kill them?
A
Or
normal
would it destroy
vampire,
the
probably.
coffin? Or would it possibly, like, make it so that she can't get to the coffin if it's submerged?
Hypothetically, yes, it would kill them.
Or it
Oh,
should.
so I'm just gonna try and
or
fucking...
it should kill her.
So what are you doing?
But that doesn't
I'm
mean
wrapping
that
it
it
in
will.
rope,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna put it into the water.
Try and
Okay.
drag it into the water.
Yes.
So you have a rope and you are able to reach around and tie a knot around there. Again, I don't need you to roll for tying knots. You try to lift the coffin and
It's embedded into the ground, dude.
That's what I thought.
It's not moving.
it's not able to be moved from this spot. You can discern. You are strong. You
I
know
am.
you can hold trees from the time you
I
cut it
am.
down. And this one coffin, you're just trying to lift it. It's like Mjolnir and everything. Trying to lift it
It's
if
like
you're not
infinite
worthy.
pounds.
It's not even budging.
It's like it's part of the ground.
Okay.
And everybody else, you're doing it. Everybody runs
Yeah.
around, hops through the hole.
We're gonna-
Vane
Well, if
just
she can't get in,
swings through.
I'm gonna make my knot even better while
Okay.
everyone else is running,
All right.
so that the
So
door
that's
actually
the one
can't
in-
open.
Half an hour later, hey guys.
Jinrash,
Guys, it can't open.
Jinrash, roll initiative. There's a million things that are coming here to kill you.
Okay.
Can you imagine just like a whole like crowd of things?
Oh, horde.
More of those kiters, the kobold spiders come.
He's
We
like,
told you
oh,
we were
the
gonna
wall.
get you.
I'm gonna play, bitches.
takes the jar, shatters it onto himself, lights himself on fire.
So-
Let's play.
So you guys, everybody but Jinrash runs
Really
back to the
scare
room.
motherfuckers.
You guys get to the crucifixion room where you saw before, and
Straight rage.
as soon as you get in, you notice she's back up on there,
Oh my god.
head closed. The little stone barrier that went down after you pulled the lever is back up, and the cover right there. There's no flame skull anymore, but there's just a little part that's blocked out.
Are her feet back?
And anything's coming, the lever's back up, her feet are back.
What the fuck?
The answer is,
And she's just unmoving on the crucifix.
guys, we're not gonna touch her, and we're gonna walk the fuck away.
Yeah, no, that's my advice as well.
Because
Maybe-
clearly what we did didn't work, so this isn't worth our time.
It's not that it's not worth our time.
Yeah,
It's that
it-
we don't have the answer yet.
Yeah. If we can figure out how to kill her later, we'll come back.
Or if we need to, like, if it's necessary, or if she needs saving, not killing.
Or whatever the problem we have to solve is. Clearly we don't have the right answer for this problem. You're nowhere near us. You
I
can't
know.
even give
I
advice.
just had a different idea, different thought process.
Jinrash is just back behind the wall. Literally the opposite side of the wall of the one that she's on. So you guys
So
from,
you think you're
from
securing
the
her in the
general
coffin
layout-
while we're
from
looking
your
at
general
her?
layout, you know that he's
No,
on
I'm
the other side of
securing
the
the
wall
wall.
there. So you guys
Or the
know
coffin.
roughly where Jinrash is. He's just still back there, just tying a knot around the coffin.
I will.
I'm making a super knot.
Super not. Hashtag.
All 50 feet of my rope is going
Hashtag
to this
super
knot.
knot.
Let's
Please don't
see.
use all 50 feet of your rope.
Well,
No, it's
well-
all being used.
If she ever gets free again and she needs to get back in this coffin, let's see if a regular 50 foot of hempen rope can suffice against a 9th level imprisonment spell.
Because it's not just like one knot, it's like 600 knots.
600
It's
knots.
still
So
a
you know-
ninth
you-
level
all
spell.
of
Do you
them.
know that knots make rope weaker?
Yes. But
He just got every individual strand, made it like a 1,000-foot
Yes.
rope. I'm gonna tie this bitch up, like.
And then at the
He's
moment
solved
she
it
goes
the
back
only way
into
he
it,
knows
it
how.
just rips open.
Hope.
So you guys are
All
still in
the
the room.
I'm gonna ask Kyron for the mirror.
and as soon as I'm done,
I'll give
I'm
it
going
to
to back to the.
I'm
going to go investigate.
I'm gonna look at the thing behind her and try to discern what it might mean, if there's any words on it, any type of symbology of any type of god.
I'm ducking back into the hallway.
Turn on the UE boom.
I'm trying to just see. I'm just trying to see. I'm going like right up to her, using the mirror on her to see behind her to see what is on the wall and what it might mean.
And Kyron probably wants to go back to where those paintings are, if we're honest.
I think we should go back into our hidey hole.
I want to go, like, start
And
discerning
actually,
again, like,
Naresh,
what is
as you
going
start to walk away, I'm gonna ask you to come and help me.
Oh, by the way,
because
if
I know
everyone's
that
ran
you're
down the
good
thing,
at
I did take my
investigating.
shield back up.
Gotcha.
I should probably mention that in case you decide to be an asshole later. And be like,
Not to be a dick, but it's true, and she has already
No,
done
but
that.
I
So she's
would
gonna.
like to hold the mirror then.
Okay. So I'll hand the mirror to Naresh.
Excuse me?
you weren't paying attention. You gotta get off your phone.
No, I've been paying attention. I'm listening to the whole thing. I'm just wondering why he's asking for the mirror when he's...
Well, he can
He's
maybe
a vampire hunter.
because I'm gonna let him lead in the investigation if this is an investigation check. That's why.
Yeah, he's also, a vampire hunter.
And a vamp.
So
Alright,
We don't know that,
who's,
though.
Who's trying
You
to
don't know that.
investigate around?
I'm gonna
I know
have
that.
him investigate with advantage
Which is why I'm standing
on
like,
the symbol behind her because
You sure?
I remember that
You
there was a
sure?
symbol behind
Through
her.
the mirror or just the whole
Through the
thing?
mirror.
Alright,
Yeah.
Naresh, roll investigation with advantage.
Alright.
when your inside's feeling weird, remember no nipples.
Remember,
And
no
I'm gonna
nipples.
ask
in the way.
specifically, like, is there
Nat
There are
20.
no nipples.
Nat 20?
Nat
Yep.
20.
I'm asking specifically for, is there any religious significance? Is there any runes on it that mean anything? Anything like that.
Alright.
Swallow.
You are looking
All of it.
around with the mirror, checking around every nook and cranny, and you can see through the mirror. It seems to be on the part right behind her, on the core where her body's typically against. To move out of the way when you do hold the mirror up. There is some words that are written on there in Elvish. And it just simply says, "I'm sorry, Fashilla."
Huh. Who the fuck?
Do you say that to me?
And you move it away with the mirror, you can't see it. It's just
Oh, it's hidden.
I would show it to you.
You're gonna show it to me? Okay, I can't read Elvish, so I'm. What
Like,
does?
I'm aiming in the mirror so that you can read it.
so you can see
I'm gonna
the
say, what
Elvish
does it
words.
mean though? I can't read Elvish. I say I don't know what this language is.
Oh, okay, then yeah, I'll read it to you.
What does it say?
It says, I'm sorry, whatever that name was.
Fashilla.
So is that the same name as he said out loud earlier?
Yes. And for spelling, because I know you're the big note keeper,
Uh huh.
it's F-A-S
A-F-H-I-L-A.
C-H-I-L-A. And he did say her last name before, and it was Miserial.
Like misery?
Miserial.
Like
M-I-S-E-R-E-A-L.
R-E-A-L.
Fashilla Miserial. There is a little... And
Does the scrawling look older than what's behind her, than the symbols?
I'm going to say on as well, just a little add-on. Underneath it, there's a dash A. Like it was
Dash
somebody that
A.
signed.
So someone with the name that starts with A.
Oh, we're little pretty little liars up on here.
Does the scrawling...
up!
Does it look older than the symbol behind her, or does it look newer than the symbol behind her, or do they look about the same?
Roll an investigation check.
Okay. Do I get advantage because he's helping me?
He didn't say he's helping you on this particular thing. This is just one thing you're doing. Trying to figure out yourself.
Hey, 16.
16.
Doesn't matter. Suck it.
It looks like that the carving into this probably was carved in roughly at the same time this was constructed. You can't get out the exact amount of years, but it looks like from the texture and how well the grooves have been indented into it, just even the magical, you can't feel anything when you actually are feeling it there, but just from the perception through the mirror, it looks like it's.
Oh, so
it's
if
been
I
there for a
touch
while.
the words, they're not there.
Yes.
Okay.
Just letting you guys know too, you guys are standing on a fountain and moving a naked elven body out of the way to look at this and everything.
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
Jesus
no, we were using the mirror to look
Well,
at it.
yeah, but it's on the core part of Ilios' symbol that's right behind her back. So you do have
So
to
you're
kind of
literally
like.
moving her.
To move her to
body.
touch it.
Yep. With his nat 20, that's something that he ended up doing. Oh, let's see if that's something's on the core. Oh, like yeah. So you have to move her body out of the way to see that one part.
That's terrifying.
Well, no, because she's invisible in the mirror because she's a vampire. That's how. That's
Technically,
why
we
I
had
was
to move her
using the
door.
mirror.
That is true.
That's why I was using
Yeah.
the mirror to do it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So excuse me, sir. No, you're wrong.
We
Sorry,
established
DM,
that earlier,
you're
that's why.
wrong.
I'm not perfect. I didn't think of that, but yeah, it is.
Well, she's invisible, not clear.
Yeah, she. You
Yeah,
don't see-
yeah.
Yeah. No,
But you can't see her in the mirror.
I stand corrected,
Yeah.
guys.
It's okay. I'm not yelling at you.
Who's
Um,
asshole?
But to touch it, I would have had to go behind her back, so it's
Yeah.
fine. So, I don't know. I'm gonna ask.
Jinrash, are you still tying the knot?
I would have finished the knot.
Okay, so you're on your way
You
back.
spend, you spend a whole half hour on that knot.
I'm gonna ask Bracket. Isn't there like a thing you can do where you can detect good and evil to see if she's bad?
The technically doesn't detect if they're good or evil. It's kind of just assumed that the undead are evil, even though not all of them
Oh.
are. That's kind of just how it works. If you want me to do it, I can do it.
I think there's a reason why she's here.
Like
That's what I was saying earlier, y'all, but no one fucking listened to me.
I agree with you.
Who listens to Kyron ever? None of the
I
party.
not
did
over it.
listen to you.
None of the party.
Well,
That's
we were
why I
all.
suggested we didn't kill her, is because I thought that she was supposed to be.
That's why we're not doing it now, because we realized we were wrong.
And that
We've
I was
been
right.
wrong
Thank
before.
you.
And either way, she would have just ended up right back here anyway. So
No matter what.
So now it kind
Now
of
we've
sucks
learned.
for her.
Doesn't
So we're not gonna do anything to screw with her existence. We're gonna let her rest.
Do her.
Quote.
Let her do her.
Jinrash has the most.
how
You want to kill it by the way now.
how
Give them
old does this
Huh?
You killed the most
inscription
boss
look?
things now.
Like, how old does this inscription look in like years?
With your investigation check,
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you know it. You can't tell the exact year, but
No, but
it's
like
been
in a range, like.
Does it look as
Like
old
an
as everything
estimate.
else in here?
definitely looks like it's.
Like 100 years, 200 years, 300 years,
You
like.
can't make out the exact, but it looks like it probably has been well over a millennia.
Damn.
But if you want me to do divine sense, I can do divine sense.
So. I'm
Oh.
just-
What?
Your channel divinity. It's a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, it's
14.
wisdom.
Fiends and undead have disadvantage on the saving throw.
Well, it's okay. It's over. I realized
Yeah.
I didn't read the second part. Whatever.
No,
it's
that's
too
the
late.
first part.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm realizing these two are one thing, and it's just
Yeah.
the way it's categorized in D&D Beyond isn't great.
Okay, so
That's
I'm gonna
their
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask
That's my
Naresh for
fault
the
for not
mirror
reading.
again and
I
just
very
do a
realized it
sweep of the
when I read it
room
5 minutes ago.
and see if there's anything else that's hidden.
All right, Naresh, she's asking you for the mirror, and then gonna do a sweep of the room.
Ah.
Not targeting you.
All right, I give you back the mirror
Do
because I
I-
don't know that you're gonna do this in the room. So yeah, there you go.
I hate to be this guy,
Hey.
but when he's handing it back to me,
Oh,
do
dear.
I see a reflection?
Roll perception.
But
check.
depends. Does he
Depends
face the
upon how he
mirror
does
towards
it.
you?
Yeah, hold on.
It depends
wait,
how
hold
he
on,
hands it to me.
Naresh, how are you handing the mirror to her?
FaceTime.
Brackets sitting there like.
Well,
I
would
think
he have
you're
thought of it
Mirror
though?
thinking
Before
down.
I
It's
said
like a
that.
hand
He's
mirror,
been
right?
very
Yeah,
cognizant
hand
of
mirror.
avoiding this
But
mirror,
when
so
I
yes.
I mean, I meant to do it when I handed it to him,
Mhm.
but I didn't
Yeah,
have
you
time
didn't
to
ask
say
then,
it.
so yeah. So how are you handing the mirror to her, first of all?
It's a hand mirror, right? Like
Yeah,
one of
yes.
those, like printer
Yes.
hand mirrors.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm handing it to her, mirror facing down.
Okay, so no perception there, because there's no possible ability to see his face.
He's
Can
not.
I do an insight check?
To the reason why he would.
Yeah, because
Just doesn't want to
I
break
feel like I've noticed that he's been avoiding the mirror at this point.
Roll an insight check.
He doesn't like how he looks.
22.
Oh no!
That's a really good insight. I'm sorry.
Oh, can we not start an inter-party fight? Can we not start?
I'm not
Oh, 'cause
starting
you know
an
I'll be the one to
I'm
fuck
Yeah,
not
'cause
you'll
starting an
start-
inter-party
you
fight.
already know roughly what this is, but the specifics.
What'd you say, Brian?
You can't tell us. Was that any bit helpful?
I mean, it's basically what I already knew.
It's what she knew as a person, but now she started to notice that
Yeah.
as like
As a character?
what I said to her. His
So
actions.
I'm
with the
going
mirror.
to grab it from him.
Mhm.
I'm not going to point it out to anybody else that he's been specifically avoiding it.
Because you don't want to cause
Because I don't know what's going on yet, and I want to have a talk with him at some point. So I'm gonna do a search around the room. Just gonna start in this corner, and just head around. Just go.
Nock, do you want me to do Divine Sense just for the hell of it? I got 3 more.
If you would like to, yeah.
I'll do it.
And I'll just go around the entire room, investigating, to see if there's anything hidden, if there's any writing on the wall, anything like that.
All right.
As she is going around the room, I'm stepping back into the hallway.
Okay.
Oh,
And
that's
this-
So I noticed that
This
as well.
is something that you do notice as well.
Yeah.
So you activate Divine Sense, and
I mean, I'm
as you
sorry,
pop Divine
Callum,
Sense,
but...
you do.
No, it's totally fine. We gotta do this at some point.
It's okay. It's okay. I did it the first session. Remember?
Yeah. As you pop Divine Sense, no surprise to you, Naresh does glow up, and Fashilla does glow up as well. Nothing else glows.
Does she
in the
glow up
area.
as evil to him?
It doesn't.
It doesn't work that way.
It literally
Oh.
just it detects celestials, fiends, undead, and something affected by the hollow spell. It just lets you know.
That's the only problem I have with the beginning of how this is worded in this stupid thing. Because it does say this, but it doesn't really mean this, which is stupid as fuck. It's the stupidest thing about this, how it's written, is as an action you can detect good and evil. Not really.
Not really.
The way it would detect good and evil is if it let you detect their alignment, which it doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything
It just
that
assume
really does
that, most celestials are good, fiends are usually bad,
Could
undead
I
are
maybe
usually bad.
also do an insight check on her to see if she seems good or like does she seem like a good person and she's just kind of trapped, or did she seem like trapped and just trying to get away, or did she seem like she wanted to hurt us?
Roll an insight check. This is just inciting her behaviors while you were interacting with her.
Oh, 21.
Jesus Christ.
Can I get back
I have a
there
plus
anytime
6
soon?
to insight.
What?
Am I getting over by?
Yeah, you're
anytime?
walking slowly.
You're walking into the room.
You're
as
wandering
Jinrash is
your way
walking out
there
into the
by
hallway.
yourself, you
Yes.
moron.
No. Okay. As I walk into the room, I want to make
Two in
the-
a row.
2 whispers in a
You got everything.
row.
She has all the whispers.
I want to inspect something.
Are you also gonna yell at us for leaving
No.
you?
No, it's fine.
How
'Cause
dare
I was
you-
doing something.
How dare you leave me to tie that knot by myself?
Easily could ask
It's fine.
Bracken to take this and stay with you. I
Nope.
would have.
Nope, it's fine.
That makes it. If you're a different person, I think you're angry.
No, because
Yeah.
I was really intent on this.
Because when
this
someone
knot.
says it's fine, it's fine,
Yeah,
it's fine,
everything's fine.
it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
No, I was intent on tying this knot. I just realized that all of you vanished. And I
So
was like,
I'm going
okay,
across the
I guess I
entire
missed
room.
something.
Trying to just see if there's anything else hidden in this room.
Okay,
You do.
I'm gonna walk
check the whole room.
as
with
she
the mirror
go.
and
She's
everything.
inspecting.
Mhm.
I'm gonna walk up and forcefully open the mouth to see if she has a tongue.
All right. As you are looking around the room, there is nothing that you are seeing.
Nothing on the
within
floor,
everything.
nothing on the ceiling. Like, I'm checking the entire room.
Mhm.
Every
You go
square
over-
Yeah.
fucking centimeter.
I'm
you go
trying
over
to
to
just
her body,
really.
and it's having a lot of resistance, but it's not impossible. Rolling an athletics check.
Yeah, I think you got it.
Yeah, that's true.
Because then you like
I
plus
mean,
4.
her feet did come back.
5, 19.
19. As you're prying it, you don't get it open all the way, but enough that you're look inside and peek. There's no key. There's no tongue.
So that must have been like magically removed or something.
Or but move before this happened to her.
Yeah.
Because,
But
like, that's how. Like, isn't that how vampires work? I don't know. I'm not me.
Oh, maybe it was before she became a
That's what I'm
vampire.
saying. Is it could have happened long ago, far away,
Wow.
which would suck.
Okay, she doesn't have a
She
tongue.
could have been a traitor
But she doesn't have
and
a
they cut
key.
her off her tongue so she couldn't say anything else.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So clearly, this was done in a way that was meant for
I
purpose.
full blown think she's
I'm
a
gonna
vampire and then
specifically
fuck
ask
that.
The hunter.
If she is good, I think she.
Would she still have her tongue?
Huh? That she's
Wouldn't she
what?
have her tongue right now?
He's not in the room anymore. You have to
And
walk up to ask him a question.
Probably not good
You
anymore.
have to
Yeah.
walk outside.
How far out in the
I
hallway
think,
did you
dude.
go, Naresh? Just out in the hallway, or did
I
you
mean,
walk
I
in
can
here
tell that
specifically?
she's been here for millennia.
Just enough out of the hallway where
She's
the mirror
probably
would
gone insane.
But-
pick me up.
Oh, 100%.
Okay, I'll just go over to him and ask. Naresh, why wouldn't it have a tongue?
Why wouldn't she?
Why wouldn't she have a tongue if
like
she
to the half dead?
went and rebodied?
Rebodied.
I don't know what it's called.
I love that.
No intelligence
Oh,
plays
so
well into
Brackett's
that
in
one.
here. Brackett's in
Have an
here with
answer
us
for
now.
that because realistically, once you become a mist form, you grow everything back.
That's what I figured, because she has her legs back.
Is this loud?
Why wouldn't she
Right.
have her
We're
tongue?
having this conversation.
He's loud.
I will shout out. Could it have happened if you had it? If it had happened before she was turned into a vampire, would it stay that way,
Or it would be done magically.
or would it be fixed?
I'm not positive.
Huh.
I know a lot about vampires, not that much.
That's a specific question.
It's a very specific
Yeah.
question, because I feel my whole thing. She got her legs back.
Yeah, but we recently did that.
Yeah.
Yes, but at the same point, if she should have still grown back her tongue.
Now if it happened, that's why our inference at this time is either it's done magically in a way that it will be done. It's gone for fucking ever. There's no way for it to
Yeah.
ever come back, or it's done so long ago it's now gone.
Yeah, I'm thinking it could have happened.
Millennia
Just
ago.
did-
Literally millennia ago.
Yeah.
No. Literally, it was.
Yeah.
Her tongue was cut out magically millennia ago with a powerful spell that
Yeah.
none of us understand because we're not there yet.
I think that maybe she was turned into a vampire so that she could stay here forever.
That's fucked. Can we go into our hidey hole?
Yeah.
Can we please go in our hidey hole?
I'm
I
gonna
don't
make sure
feel
there's no
comfortable
blood running up her
anymore.
leg first.
No, there isn't because we haven't pulled the stupid lever. If you
We
pull the
have
stupid
not
lever,
pulled
I'm
the lever.
cutting your arms off.
The lever-
I'm cutting.
The
Don't
lever
touch
is up.
Pull the lever,
top
Crump!
is closed,
No.
and the barrier is up. No blood is pouring down and going.
It's gone.
No,
It
no,
solved itself.
Yeah, I was still curious, like, if there was still blood in the pool.
No, it's
Oh
gone.
no, there
It
is.
ran.
Looking through the water, there is some sort of small drain underneath her where the water's going out, so more is flowing in to fill the pool, but as some is going out. So that blood that was there has drained.
This is a
Okay.
huge question, everyone. Before we walk in this room, eventually we have to go. Where the fuck is all that blood? That's a lot of blood. Okay. Now, that can haunt
Where
your
is that
memory.
coming from?
Now that can haunt your brain forever. Let's leave. Let's leave.
That's another question.
And as you guys do walk back, no harm opening up the door. You are back in your hiding
I'm
hole.
going to
Closing
leave
hole.
Closing
my hunter's mark on her until it fades.
Okay.
Just to see if
Is anyone's
she
wondering?
moves.
When we walk back in, I'm very sure that the light's still on. Because I didn't move the light spell to anything. And
Oh, yeah.
It lasts
Yeah.
forever.
It
Unless I
lasts
move
10
it.
minutes, right?
No, it lasts forever.
Not forever.
There is no time limit.
Light
It's just
lasts forever?
if I cast it, if it's a cantrip,
I thought it lasts like 10 minutes.
Nope. it's forever. As long as I
Unless
don't
he doesn't
move,
move
as
it.
long as I don't do the spell, as long as I don't do the cantrip again. I haven't.
I'm pretty sure he's right. I'm just going to
That's
read the word.
insane.
I'm going to read the wording myself
That's
right now.
super powerful. if
Yeah.
that's the case.
So no. It says duration 1 hour. If you look in the.
Oh,
hour.
does that say duration 1 hour? Okay.
Yep.
But it still hasn't been an hour,
It's
so.
Yeah.
rolled again.
Yep, every single hour you have to recast it, but you did recast it before they left to go investigate. And I'd say by your concept of time, it's probably been
Here's a bigger piece of
roughly
lunch on. There you go.
Thank you.
20 minutes at most since you guys left the hole. So it's been an eventful
That's a lot
20
of
minutes.
things that happen in 20
We're
minutes.
all definitely exhausted, though.
Yeah, you guys are now in there right now. You know
Oh, yeah, the
that
duration that says up there.
you guys are all against the wall.
No,
just
no.
like-
Kyron walked in, slowly dropped to her knees, and then just face planted into the ground. Was like, "Good night."
Like he's facing to the concrete.
into where the light spell is
Yeah,
focused,
just directly. I just go, "Good night."
That's
I'm
a little
gonna
bright,
pick her
isn't
up.
it?
The second
And
that
move her
happens,
to,
I
like,
reach
to
over
the
her
wall.
head to close the door because
Kyron,
she hasn't even closed
Do
the
you
door.
allow? Jinrash said he'd go over, pick you up, and put you next to the wall.
That's fine.
Okay.
I said
I'm gonna do the whole Princess Carrie.
Oh, fuck
Put
you.
you to the
Oh,
wall.
No,
fuck
no, she
you.
won't like the princess character. If you just drag her, she'll be fine.
No,
I said
no,
when I
no, no.
drag with my
That's
feet.
that's the way I would do it.
I
I
think
wouldn't just.
He's gonna pick me up like that, and
I'm closing
Kyron's
the
just
door.
gonna go like this. No, Kyron's like, he's gonna pick me up like that. She's just gonna cross her arms and be like, "This is unfucking necessary."
All right.
But
you
it's
can't sleep
I-
yet, right?
yeah, no,
Well, you
as
need just
a
few
gentle.
more
I'm
hours, and
picking
then
you
you'll be able
up
to get the benefits
and
from
I'm
the
going to
long
move
You
rest.
want to do training
as
again?
like a
Yeah,
fatherly,
but like
fatherly
this,
figure.
but she's literally gonna be like,
I'm
"This
tired,
is
but-
unfucking
I
necessary."
have
It's the
that thing
easiest
I
way
would
to
like
move
to
you.
do.
It's still
actually.
unfucking
I know.
necessary.
All right. So
it's still
you
how I
guys,
do it.
You guys do know that
Because I understand tired, you would rather not get disturbed
How many
by me
hours until we
ri-
can rest?
fucking just dragging you
Um,
across.
you
the floor.
guys went to bed roughly like.
I'm a
little bit-
courteous person.
I'd say, I don't remember exactly, but I'd say probably like 9-10 p.m. last night, which was like 4 sessions ago.
Let's not talk about it.
I also have a question.
So I'd say you guys knew it was roughly from the watch. It was roughly 6:30 from when you guys checked before. It's probably roughly 7 o'clock right now. So just a few more
We
hours.
still
and
3
then you-
hours before I can sleep. Jesus Christ.
You can sleep now. You just can't get the benefits.
Yeah,
of
no,
a
I'm
long
not gonna
rest.
sleep if I don't get benefits. Fuck that.
So, since we weren't able to finish our short rest,
Mhm.
if we
You
took a
can
short
continue.
rest now,
Yep.
would the points that we rolled earlier go on top of our current
HP.
hit
You
points?
could, and I'd say
I'd
I'd allow you.
roll that
I'd
roll.
say I'd allow you to re-roll it or take those rolls.
Oh, reroll
I'll
it.
take the roll I had.
So actually, no, the roll I had was 7.
24.
Just roll
Alright.
again.
I'm
So-
at 36.
That's
So
good enough.
anything for these 3 hours before you guys can get the benefit of long rest? What do
I
you
have
I'm
some
gonna
stuff
go
I
and
wanna
practice my whole
All right.
double hit.
So
I'm gonna
Jinrash,
practice shields bullshit.
Kyron's gonna use flower gardens to make a little garden on the ground and sleep, like just like lay down with her
In the
ukulele.
garden?
and
Yeah,
it
just
does,
with her ukulele, like,
and-
because that's where I feel more comfortable is like in grass and flowers and stuff. So it's just be like this.
you just have the flower. You make the garden. Every hour it fades. You just
Yeah.
make it pop up again. Just playing the ukulele. softly because you know you're in this
Brian?
bad place. You are playing. Yes.
Can I spend 2 of my hit dice?
Go ahead. And you can also Song of Rest as well, so you
Oh.
can get an extra for the
Do you
people
want
who
to
are
use
resting.
Song of Rest, my guy?
So
Alright.
She
Jinrash,
picks up her
Yeah.
dice immediately, like.
Jinrash,
She's
you're
gonna
gonna
get
3
D6,
more hours
right?
of the training.
Yeah, it's a
you're in a
D6.
corner basically just practicing, making
Oh,
sure
I'll
your
get
swing gets to 2 multiple places, trying to
Hey,
divide
one!
that power.
I got a extra one from your D6.
No, I have to roll it.
Oh, you roll
Yeah,
it?
he rolls it and everybody gets that D6.
Oh, okay.
So I can do my 3 hours of practice for shield.
It's 5?
Oh,
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm at full health, guys! I'm at
Wait,
41.
really? Oh wait, I
she
think I
has the
actually.
lowest health, so it's not that hard to get to.
I'm at 26 out of 26. Let's go!
Yay! I'm at full health too.
Oh, I'm not at
I
full,
gained
but I'm
5.
at 41.
All
What
right.
the fuck's your full health? 46.
She's really high health.
I have 49.
So bracket
I'm
now
at
with
26.
Not
I'm at
doing her own
28.
thing,
Some
you are
bullshit.
practicing
Wait,
with
should
the
I-
shield.
do
You
I
are
also have to roll?
practicing-
I have to
no,
roll now, right?
If you
No.
wanted to use your hit die, you don't need to though, because like you know, if you don't use them, you're gonna get any that you spent. You'll get a total of 2 back after the long rest. If you use all 4 of yours, you're only gonna get 2 of them back.
Yeah.
So,
I'll have only one I'd use, so that'll
Yeah.
be fine.
well, no, you used hit die last session. and
I know. I
everything.
said. So
Yeah.
that's 3. So
So yeah,
So
you'll
get 2 back.
Yep.
I did my math right.
So you're basically spending the 3
Double
hours just
feature.
Practicing
basically
pushes.
pretending something's coming at you and trying to like hide yourself behind that
As well as
shield again
as
to
well as
cover it up.
practicing full power pushes.
Yes.
I'm
You
gonna
spend 3 hours doing
try-
that.
And
I'm still just laying in a bed of flowers.
I'm gonna try to use my herbalism kit.
Okay. What are you trying to do with the herbalism?
So, I had...
I'm gonna all.
So, in my
at the end, I'm gonna cut
inventory,
Fucking all the guts.
I have a
Because they're about to go bad.
trophy from an animal that I've killed.
Yes.
I
I'm
have-
gonna run to the back.
Gotcha.
I have crafted this trophy into a pipe.
Okay.
Like a smoking
It's
pipe?
a-
We can get high?
It's a bone pipe
We can get
that
stoned?
if you press on it correctly, it can also whistle.
I'll allow
We
it.
can get stoned?
Not really stoned,
We get
because I
stoned?
have a feeling that she doesn't have,
Weed.
weed in
Oh,
her.
I'll let you know it exists in
Herbalism
my
kit.
world somewhere.
So
Yes,
I'm
we're gonna
gonna,
get stoned! I can
Oh,
see me like,
please.
I'm
whoa.
gonna try to make
Whoa.
a mixture of
Sword
herbs.
clothes, guys.
I'm gonna try to make a mixture
So I
of
re-
herbs that would be calming,
Wait.
probably
No,
not
no, I have that-
hallucinogenic
I have
or
that.
anything like that. Just a calming mixture for everybody, enough for everybody to partake in if they would like.
Oh, yeah.
Roll it. Roll.
Is that herbalism?
It's either gonna be
I don't know what herbalism would be. Could it
well,
be
just for the knowledge of the herbs that you had left over from the ritual that you did, the
Mhm.
ones that you got from Maka.
Well, doesn't the herbalism kit have herbs in it?
There
I
are.
thought that was.
I thought it was it had the supplies to do it. I don't know if it has.
I think it has.
It might have
herbs in
some herbs, but it's.
I think it came with a pouch of herbs.
Let me just check just to make sure.
What time is it?
4 o'clock.
It's 4.
Oh my fucking god.
Why, you tired?
So tired. I also have to go visit my mom at work.
Yeah, no worries. It's not gonna be too much longer.
But I have a really cool question.
Hold on.
Yes. Actually, it's 2.
Yeah, wait till he's done with
Yes.
her question.
So we get back to 2. We get back half our hit.
It includes
rolls
pouches to
after-
store herbs, clippers, leather
bonus,
gloves for
okay.
collecting
So I hit
plants,
2.
a mortar, pestle, and several glass jars.
Okay,
you
so
don't
I'll
get
use.
Two
but you have some
Yeah,
leftover
like a
herbs.
mixture of the herbs that I got
Okay.
earlier.
But I want to know
All
if
out.
it's-
So
I wouldn't heal her
like
unless
a
do a
kit.
long rest.
I'm
I
gonna
know.
say this
Like a
is.
medicine
I could go back to
check?
full
Yeah,
health plus.
it's gonna be a medicine check.
Okay.
There's no plus, it's just full health.
19.
19.
The plus
You
5
it
might
does
not even
take
help.
basically that a good portion of that half hour and everything to properly mix up. You're not used to it, but afterwards you do give it a nice whiff and you do feel a little calm of ease. So you know that this is something that would be relaxing.
Okay, so that's like a successful use.
One successful use.
Nice. So
And I
I'm
like
going
what-
to.
Okay, I'll wait. I'll finish.
Mhm.
Let her
I'm
finish.
going to, put it in my pipe, and I will light it and offer it to anybody who wants to.
Hey,
Kyron's
smoke a
probably
little
gonna
bit.
just smell it and be like, pass it right fucking
She's
now.
probably.
It's not weed, but it's
It's
something that
calming.
will calm. It's
Is it
calming.
CBD?
Basically.
CBD?
I've probably made this
Medieval
before.
medieval CBD.
Kyron's literally
It's still
like I'm
different
not
than weed.
guys,
It's
hey,
just all it
everyone
is.
shut the fuck up. Kyron's literally gonna be playing ukulele, look up, like, cause she just smelt it and went, give it to me right now.
Okay.
Yeet.
I will pass
So-
it to her first
And then what do
Okay,
you want?
because
for my
I've
hit
probably
die,
made this before.
it's a D12 plus 3.
Especially
If
for
I
me,
use
considering my
2,
I'm
would be
anxious as fuck.
2 D12 plus 3s.
+3 to each hit die you do.
Okay. Because I'm using 2.
Okay.
I'm calm now.
I'm also gonna take
That's a
out
3, so
one
that's
of
6.
the good berries and feed
12,
it to
15,
So
21.
you restore 21 hit points plus an additional 5 because of the song
I already
rest,
did
so
that,
26.
yeah.
So would
You
you?
mid?
I'm gonna give a
Yes,
good
I'm
berry
mid.
to Vane.
I'm at
I'm gonna
49.
say thank you for taking care of everybody. Good girl.
And I'm just gonna like lift my hand and be like, I love that bird.
Me too.
Yeah.
And we'll
Because you know Kyron definitely does all her. She just goes.
so we'll
Can
do
I
some
take
puff
it?
puff
So
pass.
Knock passes
Yeah,
the.
we're all going
Yeah,
puff
we're
puff
gonna-
pass,
yeah,
my
we're
boy.
all
Pass me the Jinrash next. There you go.
Yeah, we're all going puff puff.
I'm going to do the whole traditional smoking of a pipe thing.
And I know 100% Callum would definitely take a little bit of.
I would want to
take
make
a
enough for
slow
everybody to take a good amount to calm themselves.
puff. So everything.
That was fun, everyone, wasn't it?
A calming wave comes
Yeah,
over all of
just
you
kinda
guys.
Try to.
Despite the stress that you have been through since you've come into
In
this
the past, like,
dungeon
what, 6
in
hours?
the past
Yeah.
seven
been a
or so
lot.
hours,
It's been a lot.
you guys do feel relaxed. You guys know you're in a very unknown setting where there are dangers around every corner, but you guys do feel relaxed. Callum,
Do
everybody.
you want some medieval CBD?
Basically, Nock was able to mix and get something that's basically medieval CBD, and she passed it around. In
I
a
made
pipe.
a very calming smoking mixture, which
It's
if you
like
would
a
like
tobacco.
if you
So,
would like
I
to.
so,
love
so I'll
some.
start that explanation one more time over for Cal and everything. So even though you guys have been in such stressful situations the past couple hours, 7 hours, you're in an
Good
unknown
shit,
setting,
guys.
surrounded by monsters, and you're not exactly sure what lies ahead. You guys are all sitting in this room, just like calm and relaxed for a moment. It feels peaceful, especially with the light spell that's in the room, making a
And my
calming
flowers.
yellow everywhere. The flowers in the garden. You guys feel like this is like a little like. I don't know, like a little
Can
hideout
I
of you guys.
start playing some music?
You
I've
can.
been playing my ukulele the whole time.
And you guys
Is this
roll-
how it's meant
roll-
to be,
you
guys? This
both
can be our
roll a
lives
performance
forever?
check.
Okay.
I'm going to definitely watch the door.
Wow, that's where I'm doing my shield practice, is in front of the door. And by the way, I did have one spell slot, apparently. Well, that or it didn't count one of my spell slots I clicked on.
11.
11. What'd you get, Callum?
I got a 25.
What the fuck?
You guys are both
He's a
playing
bard.
music well.
I know. Mine's +6.
Naresh, with his
I just rolled a
years and years of experience, but you guys don't even know how old he is. You don't know how long he's been playing music. He's expertly just playing this fiddle. Kyron laying in there with a little bit of calmness. She's missing some keys, but it is still coming out quite beautifully.
Thank you.
And the
She should look up and be like, "Can you teach me the fiddle?"
Absolutely.
Yay!
And,
Kyron wants to learn another instrument.
all right, there you
guys
go.
are
Now you can be
all
training for
practicing
something.
Stuff. Can I practice something, Brian?
Yeah, go ahead.
I would like to practice bardically inspiring people. Like to be.
You can
Actually, I can't practice what I want to practice because I don't have 2 more bardic
Well,
inspirations.
can you help me practice fiddle then, so I can be like better at fiddle? Train me.
All right. Yeah.
So
Yay.
Naresh spends about 2 hours training Kyron of the way how to hold
I
the
only
fiddle,
gained 2
how
hours?
to play it properly.
Oh,
This happened at the end of the first hour, and now the remainder of the 2 hours.
Now
that
the
you
remaining
missed.
2 hours,
Okay.
I'm just making him.
We
So
just
3
paused to
hours-
take some
so-
hits, and then we
so
went back to doing what we were doing.
Yeah.
3 hours have passed by. Brackett takes a look at his watch, and he can see
I think we can sleep-ish.
the smaller, thicker one is basically at 10 o'clock. I'm just gonna say the numbers now. And
Yeah,
everything,
please,
yeah.
let's not even make
So
some bullshit.
it's about 10 p.m. from what you can see. So you would this is where you guys would be able to start gaining the benefit of a long rest again.
And I'm not even kidding. Kyron's
I
gonna
think
look
we
around
can
and be like,
long
"There's
rest.
no tree. How the fuck am I supposed to sleep?"
But you sleep in your garden.
I will cuddle
It,
with
it goes
her.
away in an hour.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
I wish you could teach me the spell.
Oh, I had an idea. So
Wait,
everybody
what about
take
a
out
fur?
their bedrolls,
What about a fur?
and just everybody puts them down on the ground, and the entire room is just full of bed.
That won't fill the whole room, but we can.
Yeah,
The
we have
room's
five-
pretty small. The
We have
room's pretty
5
small.
bedrolls.
But
that
we can
should
fit
fill
like
the whole
half,
room.
easily over half the room.
But we also
And
have
then we're not,
furs.
and we're all not all going to sleep anyways.
We can all sleep.
I
But
would
we-
suggest someone staying up.
Yeah.
at
You guys
watch.
definitely could all sleep, but you could also could.
I
have
would.
somebody
We are
else
in a
watch.
dungeon. I think.
Kyron's full gonna be like, "I'm sleeping." Fuck.
No,
you guys."
that's fine. But
I'll stay up.
we should
I
do
will
some shifts.
Ask Naresh if he'll stay up with me for the first watch.
Oh no, I'm staying up for the
Yeah,
first watch.
I'll
I'm
stay up,
continuing
that's
my
fine.
training.
All right.
Kyron's
I
gonna
will
go.
wait.
I'm gonna
We're
put
gonna
down.
sleep.
So how
I'm putting down my
long
bedroll.
shifts do you guys want? 2 or
Oh, I'm not taking a shift.
okay?
Kyron's just gonna go to like the exact corner and
Before all the
like
bed
prop.
gets out.
And she's gonna like prop her body up like in a weird way, and then lean, so it's kind of
But-
similar to how she would feel in a tree, and then just knock it
Oh,
out.
I'll actually
I'm gonna
actually
be,
have
before you go over there, I'm
Vane
gonna be like,
kind of like
do you want
nestle underneath
like,
her
oh,
so she's
oh.
a little elevated.
wolf pelt?
Okay.
So like
So-
Yeah, I have the pelts that you can make
No,
like
she doesn't
a
want pelts.
So
She
Yeah,
wants a
as,
tree.
as this
I know,
conversation is
yeah.
happening, Nock whispers over to Vane, and Vane looks and then just comes over and just rests with.
kind of like
Kyron in the
slides
corner.
under you so that you're a little elevated.
Oh, and then she's like, all you're gonna hear is like Kyron happy hum. She's gonna go,
And you
So
start going
so
to sleep.
you want to have
I
your
take
Oh,
off my
sorry.
stupid ass armor.
Jinrash, yeah.
I take
For the
off my
after
stupid
this
ass
long
armor.
day, you're like, oh, this feels great.
Guys, I weigh less. How much? We're not talking about it.
We're not talking
And
about
then
how
you
much
just
less I
pass
weigh.
out in another corner. Jinrash finding a place in the room to sleep as
No.
Nock.
No, he's not
No,
staying
I'm
up.
staying up
The
with
three of
yeah.
them are staying up because they're going to have a
He's
conversation.
using the first one, or he wanted to do the first one.
He definitely can. It's up to you guys.
If
So
he
you guys
wanted to
have
do
three
the
people.
first one, then we would sleep, I think.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I'll.
Could you wake us up for the next
Yeah.
one? Okay, thank you.
All right. First watch, Jinrash takes Naresh, sees everybody asleep. He can feign meditation, but he knows the only person who is awake already knows what he is. So.
Oh, I guess I should have
I'm
said.
gonna relax for the 4 hours I need to regain my health and such.
All right.
Okay.
So the first 2 hours go by. Roll a perception check.
Someone slams down the door. You all die.
Can you imagine? Just something walks in, just fireballs the whole room. We all just get killed. It's like, oh, okay.
Perception, right?
Mental evil brain's feeling today.
6. Yeah, I got a 6.
If I poured the
Six.
rest of the watermelon, there'd be
You
a problem.
spend your 2 hours listening.
A
You don't,
6.
You don't
A
hear.
six.
You don't hear anything coming from outside. All you can
Useless.
hear basically in these. This
Well, do I
2 hour
also
period,
get proficiency or no? Yeah.
well, your proficiency is
Well,
already calculated in on
Yeah, so I
there.
got a 6.
So all you can hear is just basically the water trickling down from the way, falling onto the grate that's in.
I'm
the
still
corner
going to
of
be
the room.
practicing also my my dual hit.
All right. You're spending that. You can't hear anything outside. All you hear is that water, and you're practicing. So 2 more hours of training. And the 2 hours come up. You wake up Nock for her shift.
And you go
there,
sleep.
And
you
Yeah.
you nudge
I'm knocking them both, or waking them both up.
Nock and Naresh. Naresh open in a second, as you know. He doesn't have to sleep, but he was just meditating. And now Nock and Naresh, you are up for your watch. Both of you roll a perception check.
Nobody wake me the fuck up.
No, you're unconscious.
Oh, I'm like out. I'm like, nope.
I got a nat 20.
14.
So this has been a great game for Nat 20s. Holy
I
shit.
got one. I'm
I
really
know,
happy.
We're crushing it.
Damn.
I
Good. That
want
means next
to-
session we're gonna get ones.
Nock
After
and,
us.
Nock and Naresh are
Right.
tied for Nat 20s now.
I want to talk to Naresh.
I don't think you should do it in the
What'd
room.
you get for your perception?
14.
Oh wait, actually, yeah. To be fair, like
Both
it's gonna
of
be really bad if you talk to
No,
him in
I
there.
know.
I can hear.
I would want to.
I can hear the whole
if,
thing.
if they're whispering, because it's
Basically
something that
closer
will
to me.
wake you up and everything. If they were talking loud enough to wake you up.
Well, I
you
thought my
would wake up.
perception was like within 10 feet, like a small noise can still wake me up. Like if I decide to let it wake me up, basically.
Yeah.
It's basically if you think you'd be sleeping deep enough to not listen.
Oh yeah, she'd probably be knocked the fuck out.
Yeah,
I
you're
also
I got
exhausted.
fireballed.
You got
today.
lit on
I
fire
also
today.
fireball.
give
You
it
already
a
almost
CBD.
died.
So
True.
Yeah, you're
So,
stoned
yeah,
and
I'm out.
asleep.
I'm out.
So with both your perceptions, you throughout your whole shift, you guys do not hear anything, just the sound of the water coming down from the little fall going in the grate, and you can tell that all of your companions are asleep.
Okay, so I will quietly talk to Naresh. And I'll say, Naresh,
Yeah. Smoking pipe.
I've kind of noticed
I know.
something,
But smoke still comes out because you're a dragon.
and I want to give you the chance to talk to me about it before I go making a big deal about it.
So you would notice me stiffen.
Okay.
Well,
What have you noticed?
well, our buddy Naresh, he do nothing bad. He's wonderful. He's
Well,
great.
It started a few days ago when I do my primeval awareness. I'm able to sense any humanoids within 5 miles. And I noticed that you weren't quite completely humanoid. That wasn't enough to make me feel weird because you're the first drow I've ever met, and I didn't know if that had something to do with that. But then I used it again in this dungeon, and I got the same feeling from Fashila over there.
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O.
Dun dun.
And then
I want an Oreo.
it was kind of confirmed because I noticed you didn't ever really want to be around this, and I hold out the mirror. Not facing him, I just hold it up.
Do you want me? You should be frightened of the mirror.
He just kind of like backs up, like fuck.
No, I don't back up. I mean, you know what I am.
I need to hear it from you.
Say it out loud.
Yeah.
Oh
How
my
old
god,
are you?
did we just Twilight?
How old are you? 17. How long have you been 17? A long time.
No, he says a while.
A while.
That's exactly what you just did too. You were like, I need to hear it.
Back into the moment, okay.
We just Twilighted this fucking stream. That's amazing.
Well,
Yes.
haven't seen Twilight, so.
I am a vampire.
Dun dun.
I am not a spawn, so I have free will. Both Ash and Bracket already know.
He glares angrily at them.
Well, yeah, just turn around.
No,
and goes,
I will
"Fuck
just
you."
take a look at them. And how did they react?
Well, Brackets don't have a
Fire.
brick,
They're-
so.
They said as long as they thought that I was good, that was all they needed to know.
Can I
He did save our butts.
make an insight check? Because I think she would want to.
Go ahead.
Because, I mean, I trust him, but Nock does not. Ooh. 18 plus 6. What's that?
24.
24.
No whisper necessary for this.
Yeah.
The whole feel that you've been
Yeah.
getting of Naresh since you've met him, it's been weird. He's made some interesting decisions in combat. He seems to have always... He hasn't done anything necessarily to make you get an evil vibe from him.
Yeah.
He has defended your friends. He has defended Chiron a few
Yeah.
times. He's been very genuine, courteous, has good manners. He, for all you've known him for, he's got, how many days? It's been like a week at most.
Yeah.
It's been like a week.
Hold on,
yeah.
it's been... You're going into day 6, guys.
Man, this has been a hell of a
So
6
I will
days.
just-
6 days.
In a whole
he has,
week.
He has shown you nothing but
Absolute
kind-hearted
compassion.
manners, and he's not done anything malicious towards anyone you know.
I will
The
just
smile like Callum just
kind
was
of...
the cutest shit in the world. He was
I
like,
will just kind of twist the mirror just to verify for myself that it's real.
As you turn and you look at it, you don't see Naresh.
That's freaky.
I put it away. There's...
I'll actually fully smile at you. Like a warm smile. Like not a creepy smile.
nah.
The one that shows you teeth.
So as you see him and everything with that smile with the teeth, and then you just look and he's not there, and you look back, he still has that smile with the teeth. It is, like he said, a warm smile.
I just...
Genuine.
You
It's
need
been
to
31
know...
years since ET came out.
Sorry, I needed to say that.
You need to know something about Chiron.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah. And something about me. Where we are from, a large amount of vampires came and killed a lot of the people that we care about. And hurt a lot of the people that we care about. My father is missing 3 fingers off of his hand from a vampire. Her grandfather was killed by one. It's
And that was her
Us-
favorite person in the world.
It's a sore subject. It was literally the person who basically raised her. And that was taken away from her far too young. And I'm not saying that I think that you're a bad person. I don't think that because you obviously... I mean, if you're fooling us at this point, you're doing a very good job.
Yeah, honestly.
And
Naresh lashes out and attacks.
I have
Can you
a
imagine he
feeling-
starts killing her?
I have a feeling feeling
Ripped
that
out
that
her
would
throat.
be hard to keep up. And I mean, I don't trust you fully, but I don't think that you're going to kill us all. If that makes you
I
feel.
wouldn't. And in the spirit of full disclosure, that battle that you were speaking of was one that I was part of as a spawn.
I don't.
That's not something you should
I
have told
don't
her.
really know what a spawn is. Can you explain that to me?
When you're made a vampire by another vampire, you are that vampire's spawn, and they have absolute control over you. You have no free will at that point.
How did you get?
In that,
How did you get your free will back?
all I remember was a brilliant burst of sunlight that destroyed the vampire that made me. And in that moment, I was given free will. And a voice spoke to me. One that I can only assume was a god. That said there may be hope for my soul yet.
Was it a female voice?
Brian, was it a female voice?
It sounded like a male voice.
Sounded like a male
It
voice.
sounded like a male voice.
Brian.
Brian,
Okay.
tell me about that
Backstory
story.
check. That is.
Roll a backstory check.
I don't remember what they
I
sounded
think
like.
that
Maybe they're androgynous. I don't know.
I think that not right now, but I think at some point you're gonna have to talk to Kyron about this. Because
I had no intention of keeping this from you forever. I just wanted to gain your trust before I
Had this conversation.
disclosed this. Because, as you know, this is the true me. This is one of my deepest secrets, and it's one that can really, really hurt me.
I want you to know that I have never kept a secret from Kyron before in my entire life.
No, she is not.
And
Kyron in her sleep. No, she is not.
Can you imagine? They'd be like, fuck.
Not
And,
done secrets.
Just like, in my sleep, I just go, no secrets. Can you,
Right.
oh my, can you imagine?
You gotta
He'd freak the fuck out. He'd be like,
Drool down
ah!
your face.
and I want you to know
No,
Okay.
I will
No
allow
secret.
that, but with their perception, they look at you and they realize you're just talking in your sleep.
Yeah,
You're
so
not actually
in my
awake.
sleep, I say, no secrets. At that exact moment when you say that. There's no secrets.
So I think you need to tell her as soon as you can. Because I'm not going to keep this from her for
Very long.
very long, yeah.
I don't expect you to, but I would like you to let me tell her.
Okay. It's weird, but okay. Is basically how I feel.
Thank you.
And I want you to know that if anything happens and you start to betray us, I will rip your head off.
No, that's cool.
And
I
throw it
totally
in running
expect you.
water.
I actually asked Bracken and Jinrash to do the same thing.
Like, go
That-
evil, kill me, please.
That actually genuinely takes her by surprise. She's like, well,
I'm gonna yeet him with
That
I
makes
want
me
to
feel a bit
stay-
better.
I want to be good.
I believe you.
If he goes bad, I get to eat the fuck out of him with Radiant Ripper.
I think that
Just let me. No, you should just let Kyrie.
I think that you should tell her before we leave this
I'm
place.
feeling like all the points of radiant damage.
I had planned
No.
to.
Yeah, tell
No,
it before we
no.
leave so I can throw you in the
Take
fucking
it,
spiked
tie him to
coffin.
an anchor, and drop him in running
won't be
water.
able to.
I know I won't.
Because
His casket and everything.
I think if we get out of here and you don't tell her, that's when I'll have to.
I'll tell her in the morning.
Oh, that'll be an exciting next session.
Okay.
Next time on Nat Disaster.
I'll try to
Kyrie
keep
finds
her
out.
from hurting you.
Everyone stands at the wall. Hi, Kyron.
I mean,
This is an intervention.
Mention.
like, I did keep a secret from her, so if she needs to let some steam off,
Oh,
I
something
totally
you need to
get
know
it,
about Kyra.
but
She doesn't take secrets well.
I do hope that she can see past the
Stuff.
vampire thing. I mean, like, I'm not...
If that's the only
I have
thing I
free
learned
will
about
now.
it, yeah.
I do.
If I learn more, uh-oh.
You guys don't know that connection.
No,
Yeah.
we don't.
You have no way to put it together, really.
I mean, I have just told him that her grandfather was killed.
A lot of grandfathers.
Yeah.
It's putting the pieces
Yeah.
closer together.
It's
but yeah.
It's something.
And you participated in that battle.
Also, I'm
Spoiler alert.
253 years old.
You're 253 years old?
I'm 100 years older than I told you guys. Those were the years that I was a vampire spawn.
You've been a spawn for 153 years.
No, I was
he was a spawn for
100
100 years.
For 100 years.
He's had a free
you
will for
Callum,
153.
you have been a spawn for about 80 years ago. Remember, you got your true vampirism at the Bloodburnt battlefield 20 years ago. So 80 years you were spawned, 20 years you've had your free will.
So how long? Yeah, I would.
Okay, so
I would ask how long.
100 years.
So how long have you had free will?
20 years.
So at the battle.
Yes.
You know, I was born the day that battle happened.
Pretty dope. I was basically born again when that battle happened. So
I guess.
we have that
Hey,
in
we
common.
share a birthday!
I fucking hate the two of you so much right now.
Hey, everyone,
Guys,
we have to wake all of us up except for her so we can all talk about this before we tell her.
guys,
Should be an
Yeah.
intro message.
this is why I love Dungeons and Dragons right there.
Dope.
I'll just say, you know, I think
Maybe her birth caused the sunlight.
I think sometimes I think sometimes that maybe I'm one of the people who died reincarnated or something like that. I don't know.
One of the people that died in the battle.
I mean, I've never told that to Kyron because I think it might upset her. But I mean, it's odd to be
Is
born
she my
the same
grandpa?
day as it's odd to be
Daddy?
born the same day that so
Grandpa?
many people died.
Grandpa?
Daddy.
I want to call Grandpa Daddy.
It's weird, Brian. Stop.
Stop.
Papa?
Papa? Grandpa.
It's just yeah.
Papa. Papa.
Do you know
Bobby?
if you?
Poppy.
No.
That's what I call my grandfather.
I don't know if this is pushing too
Clyde?
far, but do you know if you killed
No,
anybody
that's my grandfather's last name, actually.
This is more important.
in the battle?
That's true facts.
A lot of it is a blur to me, but I know I did kill several people before I obviously gained my free will.
Yeah.
I actually almost killed a little girl when I gained my free will, and in that moment carried her to safety.
He says that to me.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Wait. Does she know this?
I know that.
She knows that whole
story.
story.
Where did you put her?
In a tree stump, if I remember correctly.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh,
I
no.
told you guys if you found a way to non-metagame this was a
Kyron-
non-metagame way.
I mean,
Not
no, because
just
that means
like-
Nock's still gonna be like, now I really can't keep a secret.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
telling her now. Wake her up.
We have to be quiet. We have to let this happen.
I literally fall over when you say that. I'm sitting up like cross-legged. I put my hands behind my head and I just go, "Oh my god."
What?
What?
Do you know that girl? Is she...
Kyron snores a little bit in the corner of the room.
I gesture my arm.
Over to Kyron in the corner.
No.
Why do you think she's
Oh,
so
no.
interested in vampires,
That's
sir?
She wasn't really supposed to be there that day, but she was.
Oh shit.
Dun dun dun.
Well, what did Callum say?
What did you say?
She's gonna hate me.
Why you saved her?
I also killed her grandfather.
Dun dun
Because I
dun.
do know that the same vampire.
Yeah, you knew.
You know the whole story extensively.
That I watched that happen and then got carried.
This
by the
is
same
gonna
She's
be.
gonna-
I don't.
She's gonna hate.
Nock is so stressed right now.
I think
I
she
CBD
smoke
wore
more.
off.
Yeah, I really
Your
like the pipe.
CBD wore off.
Give me a
I
sec.
smoke more. I'm.
Fucking
Can I
light
have some
with
of
a
that
stick.
too?
Yes. I think.
The room now is a little bit filled with CBD. The smoke. Everybody is resting. Feels a little bit more calm.
I'm gonna actually smoke some CBD because I am actually getting stressed out.
In real life, the person playing the
In
character.
real life,
Fuck.
I'm getting actually stressed
I
out.
think. I think we should.
I think we should full on.
I think we should
Script this.
maybe.
Dude, we might actually have to write a script for next session for the beginning.
No, D&D. There's no script.
Oh
You guys.
man.
I think.
Everyone write some notes.
I think Nock actually genuinely wants to wake you up.
Probably. At that point.
This is D&D.
Learning
I'll wake
this.
her up.
Uh-oh.
Let me.
She already didn't want to be woken
I'll
up.
I
go
already
like
said
this.
don't wake me the fuck up. Like earlier.
I'll go like this.
I need to pee.
I'll say,
There.
let me do it.
Damn
Can we
pumpkin.
We
wait?
keep
This
this
is
for
not
next
done
session.
now.
Can we keep this for next session? Like, this is not a good way to be
Hold
ending this right now.
Wait.
You want to wake everybody up?
Well, the other two know as well, and they may
They don't
be
know
able to
that
help
much in depth.
this situation.
This
Yeah, but we should
This
know.
wouldn't necessarily interrupt the long rest too, because
Yeah,
you need
'cause
2
it's
hours
just-
of light activity, 6
Yeah.
hours of sleep. So
Yeah,
And
we
I've
do-
been asleep for 6 hours by now.
it's going on 3-hour
Like
mark
three
with them right
or
now.
so. at
Well,
the moment.
2 hours.
no.
2 hours.
I
which-
slept for Jinrash's.
Yeah,
which
that's
was
2
2 hours. This is about halfway through their
Oh.
watch.
So
it's
this is
about
like
3
an hour
hours.
in. So we're at 3
Motherfucker.
hours.
So you probably
You gotta
should
let me
wait.
sleep, damn it.
Because there probably will be no sleep after this.
Okay.
Because people are going to be stressed
Yeah,
out.
I
all
do
anxious.
have the thought. Okay. Well, you don't need to sleep, right?
No. I need to experience light activity for 4 hours to gain my long rest.
Okay. Well,
He's almost at that point.
Talks in D&D, in D&D.
when we get to the last watch, I think at the end of it, you should wake everybody up, and we should have a big conversation
talk.
about it.
Intervention.
Because I don't really want to wake her up while she's sleeping. It's not the best idea. She'll think that we're all going to, or something's gonna
Yeah,
kill
I'll wake
us.
up like, where's the fire?
So
There's no fire. It's a fucking thing. We're
Let's
killing.
let her
Oh, that.
We just wanted to talk. Fuck you.
let's let her sleep, and
Should we
then
just wait till the morning?
I think we should wait until our
Brackets arm clanks
Long
over so you
rest
can see the
has-
watch.
long rest has completed. Do I know at this point where the arrow points when it's morning, where the arrow points when it's like noon, that type of thing?
You guys have a pretty good
Me
understanding.
and you have the most
Okay, so
understanding.
I'll
of it.
say
That's
to
why my
him-
joke was
You and Bracket can understand.
brackets
it.
arm
Everyone
clanks
else-
over so you can see the watch.
Everyone else is starting to. They can't exactly read it. You guys read it. Over time, they'll start understanding.
I'll
how it
point
works.
to him and I'll say, when this reads this, and I give him like a
Whatever it
Your
is.
long rest would
an
be done
8
at
o'clock,
6 a.m.
Like a 6. Okay, so when it's like this,
So it's a straight line. Up and
Yep.
down.
that's when you wake everybody up. And I
Okay.
think that we should approach this very carefully.
Over
Delegate
breakfast.
Over.
Over
We have food.
breakfast.
Yeah.
I don't
We're rationing.
know.
Not what
have-
you want, though.
Yeah, I'm a vegetarian.
Do
That's a
not
flaw.
automatically
Your-
come out
your
and say
rations
that you
can
are
be
the
vegetarian
vampire that
food.
killed her grandfather.
Gingerly is the term.
I won't.
I think we need to say that you are a vampire, and then slowly, very gingerly say that you're that vampire.
I'm a vampire, but I'm also
That vampire.
I think I think if
You
she
helped me gain
finds
my free
out
will.
later that you knew and didn't tell her, she will be even angrier.
Yep.
She trusts him a little bit. Like a month later, he's like, "By the way, I killed your grandfather."
Because
Bear.
just now,
Immediately turns into a bear.
because you just
Fire
realized
sword,
that
bear.
it was her just now. So we have an opportunity to say that you just figured it out that it was her, and that you didn't know ahead of time, and you haven't been hiding that from her, because that at least will give you some points.
If he's lucky.
And you're gonna get your luck points back.
You guys want me rolling to kill him? I love that.
I'm gonna try to
Oh
keep.
boy.
Oh
And
boy.
you guys, is there anything else you guys want to say on this?
We're sleeping.
I'm talking to them.
I'm just.
Oh. You're asking us. I was like, what the
No,
I'm
I
dead.
have to go
Yep.
now though.
In 2 minutes, this is gonna end. If you can't just stay for the 2 minutes, because I was gonna say if that's it, you guys end your watch. You wake up bracket. I was just gonna go through that one little watch right there, which is. Are you
Just
guys good
roll.
with your watch?
Yeah.
Bracket, roll your perception.
I believe it's 11. Let me double check though, because I can't see it. I just highlighted the whole page instead of scrolling. Great
Yep.
job, me.
All right.
Yeah, it's 11.
All right. Every monster in the dungeon comes piling.
Every
Bracket.
single one.
Yeah. Go
Bracket
wielding.
double wheel.
Yay!
You go through your rest quite easily.
That'd be so funny. Every single monster is now at the door.
Nothing happens. These 6 hours of a long rest have passed by. All you guys need left is either 2 hours of sleep more or 2 hours of light activity. So this is 4 in the morning right now.
I'll have
I'm still sleeping.
I'll have Vane just kind of like listen. She'll be awake, but we'll just
Am I still
listen.
sleeping on
No,
him?
Yeah.
it's alright. You leave Vane asleep. I'm not asleep.
It's your
Remember?
option of whether you want to sleep the full 8 or just light.
Are you
Oh,
sure
I'm
that
8.
you don't need
I'm
to?
the whole 8.
You don't need to do anything else. You're good.
Yeah, just like activity.
Yeah, I got completed
Okay.
to my long rest like 4 hours ago.
So
Okay.
Vane and Naresh roll a perception
Yeah, Vane
check
will
for the
listen
last
because
watch.
Vane's done with.
I will go back to sleep.
I've been sleeping the whole time.
Yeah, no, I'd finish the whole.
Yeah,
Sleeping.
you need to
Yeah.
finish. You're the only one who has to finish these last couple.
I got a 12.
21.
Oh, those were flip flopped. 2, 1, 1, 2.
Vane thinks for a second she heard something outside, but there's nothing.
She's just paranoid.
Every single monster.
She's just paranoid. She's
And
gonna stay there and let Kyron sleep on
at
top
the
of
end
her still.
of 8 hours, you all can hit your long rest button.
Thank God.
Yay!
Everyone slowly comes to consciousness, and Nock and Naresh look at each other nervously. And this is where we'll end today's session.
Where's the long rest button? Oh, here.
Up top. Well,
Long rest.
what an interesting way to come
Yeah,
back
guys.
on our new days, guys. We got some good fights against new monsters.
Yeah, we
got
did.
an interesting new mystery with Fashilla Misereal.
Interesting new
Bracket now has all his shit back, which makes him
information.
useful again.
And
I can fly.
and,
I have full health
He can fly.
and a breath.
He can fly.
and Naresh's secret is out to almost everyone in the party.
Well,
Except
no,
for the
no,
one
no,
that it
not
really
the
matters
big
to.
bit. Not the,
Oh, Vane also doesn't know.
Oh, Vane doesn't know.
So, all right.
Yeah,
Tell Vane.
I
Next
couldn't
Sunday,
exactly tell Vane.
next Sunday we will be picking
Without
this up
winking
again.
you.
What time do you work?
I work until 3:30.
3:30. So,
So
most
4:30.
likely we're going to be starting the session probably 4:30. If Asia is able to get here by 4, maybe 4, but we'll set the expectation.
I don't think I
4:30.
work on Monday, so I'm fine.
Okay,
So we'll set the expectation 4:30. Brian, I know Sundays are also difficult for you. Do you think you'll be able to make 4:30 next
yeah.
week?
Yeah.
All right. So Callum, that good for you as well?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
All right.
I'll let you know if it changes.
4:30. Follow us on our social medias just to get the exact time. We'll be active on that day, letting you know exactly when
Okay.
you're starting. And
telling us when
until
people
then,
show up at the house and stuff.
Thank you guys for joining tonight's disaster. This is the disaster stream, not disaster, and
It's been a hell of a show.
Follow us on all of our social medias. We have an Instagram, a Twitter. We might
So
make a
he just
Facebook
turned into a
during the week.
hype man.
at
Oh God.
disaster D&D.
We might make a Snapchat.
Again,
That would
if
be
you want to send us,
ridiculous.
We should
That'd
make a
be
Snapchat.
so fun,
then we can
though.
do like all of our stupid shit behind the scenes.
and if you guys
Alright,
want to send,
bye, guys.
Bye,
Bye,
Have
if you guys
fun.
want to send us anything, artwork or music to play in the stream, Google account natdisasterdnd@gmail.com. Thank you guys so much for coming, and we will see you guys
That's
Sunday.
At the next
Bye.
disaster.